What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you are new to the channel, I'm your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, let's get into it. You guys see the graphics, you see the actual title of the show. I am going to be reacting to Game Theory's podcast and their whole season review. I'm sorry, the off-season preview of the Brooklyn Nets. This should be really interesting. I listened to like a little bit of it earlier, and it was really good. And it seems like them and I are really on the same wavelength, man. So let's get the video actually pulled up, and let's get the popcorn, and let's enjoy the show. I'm gonna be stopping it and just giving my actual thoughts here. All right, let's see. Let's get this baby started.
They are very heavily involved in what happens this offseason, along with being involved in the NBA draft very heavily. We will talk about them at length. And again, even if not their picks, I know, again, over on the Pistons podcast, we always talk about trading up to one of the Brooklyn picks at the end of the first round. So they are very heavily involved in conversations across the NBA, which in its own right is kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, look, like, this has been reported. This is not, news that I'm breaking here, but there is like a real degree of chatter behind the scenes that they do want a second lottery pick, right? They would like to continue to try and go and get more high-end talent using some of the capital that they have, be it, future picks that they have. They have a ton of future picks. I mean, we can go through that as well in terms of their cash. They have 4 this year. They have, looking through, in 2027, they have new.
Yeah, see, the problem with the Brooklyn Nets is that they just don't have any players, man. That's the real big problem here, man, in terms of being able to trade up or really get like a really good, really to like trade up to like that second pick.
York's first rounder, and they have Philly's first rounder, I believe, but that one's like a little bit funky insofar as it might be now 2028. Because it's like they get a Philly first.
Yo, Daniel, what's good?
After Philly's pick gets conveyed to Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay. Yep.
They have another first rounder from Philly, Phoenix, or New York. I think that might even be like 2 in there. I can't remember, but 2029 is the big one. They have the least favorable of Houston, Dallas, or Phoenix as a first. They have their own pick, and they have a 2029 from New York as well. In 2031, they also have New York's first-round pick because of the Mikal Bridges deal. Like, there are just a number of picks forthcoming here to Brooklyn, even beyond the 4 that they have this year. Before we dive into the picks,
BTP was good.
And the draft, I do want to lay out just their financial situation because, as Chris said, like, this is the team that has cap space this summer. Like, this is really, I would argue, like the one team that has significant cap space this summer.
Real quick,
because
any other team that operates under the cap isn't doing it to be major play. Memphis may end up under the cap as we broke down, but that's to the Jaren Jackson Jr. extension. Detroit could go under the cap, but it's not to be like a crate. Maybe they could go get somebody, but in general, it's mechanisms of how they re-sign their own guys, maybe one free agent. Like, this is the team that's truly under the cap, like, for real.
Yeah, so Brooklyn currently has $65 million on the books for 9 players. That includes Drew Timme, Keon Johnson, Jalen Wilson, I believe Max Lewis, and Tyrese Martin, all of whom I think are non-guaranteed in some respect, either a team option or a non-guarantee. So,
yep,
like there are very, very few players here that are locked into the roster just financially next season. Like, it's Cam Johnson, it's Noah Clowney, it's Tariq Whitehead, and it's Nick Claxton, basically. So they could do whatever they want to do this summer financially. Like, they want to take Drew Holiday and Kristaps from the Boston Celtics. They can do it, right? Like, they can do what.
Yeah, and listen, I advise Sean Marks to actually really do that, man. Get Porzingis here. And I know he's been injury prone, but and if you can get him, I mean, and he gets healthy, like if he can actually really put it together, I mean, he is a game changer, man. I mean, it makes this team much more interesting to really watch. Because like the team that we saw in the second half last season, I mean that's just boring right there, man. So get a Porzingis, get a Drew Holiday, try to actually get into the play-in. We saw like a lot of these teams that got like high draft picks, wasn't really tanking, man. They actually really truly competed. I don't know if there's a conspiracy about that, but it seems like Adam Silver is actually rewarding guys trying to really win.
Whatever they really want to over the course of these next couple of weeks. So the other thing is, though, that they have Cam Thomas, Dayron Sharpe, Zaire Williams as restricted free agents. Really, the only two guys there that are important to me are Cam Thomas and Dayron Sharpe.
Yeah.
I would imagine they're going to retain both of those players. Is kind of where I'm at.
Maybe gosh.
Not Sharpe. We'll talk through like what his restricted free agency situation could look like. But Cam Thomas.
All right, so this is where it gets really, really interesting when they get into like Dayron Sharpe, Cam Thomas, and they get into what's it called, Nick Claxton.
Like just from a pure statistical standpoint, is probably the guy that we have to bring up here. Cam Thomas, in the 25 games he played last year, did average 24 points a game. Over the course of the last 90 games he's played, he's up over 23 points per game. 44% from the field, 35% from three, 88% from the line. Did average 3.8 assists, but like 2.5 turnovers. Not really a passer, right? Like, the funny thing is, like, I think he has vision. It's just that he misses so many reads in the ability to actually just take up a contested mid-range shot is my problem. When he
and see, that's the problem with Cam Thomas. Like, Cam Thomas is actually playing for a contract, man. He's playing to actually really, like, make money. Like, there was the old movie back then, White Men Can't Jump. I think it came out in 1992, 1993. And you had Woody Harrelson tell, like, Wesley Snipes in that movie, you rather look good and win and look bad and actually lose. And I think that's what Cam Thomas really is, man, right now.
Chooses to be a passer, the vision is not bad. When he chooses to be like a real playmaker, he knows where to go with the ball. I think there's a case that Cam Thomas is like one of the 15 most just purely gifted scorers of the basketball in the NBA. He is so skilled at getting to his spots. He plays with like such good rhythm, and like the ability to play off 2 feet is so sharp and like, again, like rhythmic. It feels like when I watch him play off of 2 feet, be able to get to his step back, can make shots going to his right or to his left. Like, he's a very capable scorer. It's just that nothing else is there for me in terms of his game. Like, the defense is just nowhere near the mark. The passing, again, when he wants to, he can do it. He just doesn't do it often enough. I have no idea what a player like this is worth. Like, I genuinely have no idea what the number is that I would pay Cam Thomas.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, I was trying to think of what my number was going to be.
And see, and how many times I actually said this over here, man. So it's not just me saying it. If I put Cam Thomas on a lot of teams around the NBA, and I know he can actually score, he's coming off the bench. If he goes to Detroit, he's coming off the bench. The Knicks, maybe he gets into the rotation. Boston, as currently constructed, before they break their team up, he doesn't get into he doesn't even get into the rotation really. Cleveland off the bench, like Denver off the bench, Minnesota, he comes off the bench. Now, if I take Cade Cunningham and I put him on Minnesota, we could have a serious 3-hour, 4-hour debate on who the offense is actually going to be ran through, Cade or Anthony Edwards. You can't say that about Cam Thomas. Like, Cam Thomas is coming off the bench. So, what do you actually pay the guy?
Going to be, and I feel like I'm going to sound like a fool one way or the other. Like, I'm either going to be way low because this dude, as you mentioned, averaged, 24, 25 points a game over his last, two seasons, 24 points a game, 23, and can really, really score it. But the defense is a real issue. I mean, we've seen guys that really score the basketball get paid, but this is really, on the other end, it's really, really rough. And the decision-making can be really, really rough. And so I don't know what a team is going to value him as. Like, more importantly, I don't know what they see his role being. Like, does a team think they can bring him in and he can be their number 3 option? Do they think is there a team out there that thinks he can be their number 2 option? Does the rest of the league just see him? Yeah, exactly. So, like, that's where you hear 24 points and it's not quite as, like, what you would think. And then it's like, do teams actually just see him as a backup guy, right? Like, he's your 6-man bucket getter off the bench. And then, then where does he rank in that hierarchy? So I just don't know where teams are going to value him. And if that's what they value him as, does Brooklyn just value him as the most? Like, hey, we need at least somebody to score the basketball until we figure the rest of this out, and so we'll keep him and pay him?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I really think too. Again, because like when I look at Cade Cunningham, I look at Anthony Edwards, I look at Donovan Mitchell, I look at Jalen Brunson, how these guys can actually really truly carry a team. We don't know that about Cam Thomas, right? Partly because of Sean Marks, the previous coaches didn't really give him a chance to really go out there and truly show what he can actually do. Like let him grow, let him develop. And then when he does get a chance, right? And we see this happen with Kyrie Irving, right? When Kyrie Irving, when Anthony Davis went down, now Kyrie Irving had to actually really lead a team by himself, where the offense, all these possessions are going through him, because he is a truly, like, he's a true high percentage one-on-one player. So the offense has to go through him, and he has to go out there and play, play defense too, and carry the team offensively. He blew his knee out. And same thing with Cam Thomas, man. I mean, he had this hamstring injury when there was extra minutes being placed on him. So we don't know.
So my thing is, like, who is going to pay him this summer? Like, who's going to pay him $20 million this summer? Brooklyn has all the space. Like, they're the team that has the space. So where else is
and that's the thing. I mean, the Brooklyn Nets do have the cap space, but it's like, does he really contribute to winning? So if you pay him $20 or $25 million a year, right? And I know, guys will come to me and say, like, yo, BK, we need to score, and who's going to score the basketball? But it doesn't matter if it's not going to translate into any kind of W's. So if it was me, I'd rather get some of these free agents and like these and sign them to like 1 or 2 year contracts. If you're going to lose anyway, it doesn't make any sense keeping Cam Thomas if you're going to actually lose or he can't contribute to winning.
Get the money.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if this is like look, I would be fine paying him $15 million a year. Like, I'd be fine paying him like 17, maybe even. Because, like, that's where you get into the space where it's like, okay, if he's a 6th man, he's probably one of the best 6th-man scorers in the NBA. In fact, he's definitely one of the best 6th-man
That's less than Malik Monk, and we think Malik Monk's on a quality contract.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I think Malik Monk's better than he is.
No, I do as well, but I'm saying we're talking a few million less per year for a guy in the same role that's at least going to come in and score the basketball. Malik's so much better of a passer. It's ridiculous. But.
Yeah. I just don't know what the number is that somebody else will give him at the end of the day. Like, I don't think anybody's going to be like, we got to sign and trade for Cam Thomas.
So that's what I was going to say. It has to be sign and trade. And, like, is Cam Thomas worth, like, the hassle of going through a sign and trade and giving up something and all of that? Like, I just don't know that a team's going to value it unless you get him on a sick contract, right? Like a ridiculously, like you just feel like you're getting a steal.
Yeah. I mean,
would he sign a non-tax MLE just to go play on a good team? Let me rephrase this. If you were...
They're trying. These guys are trying. They're trying really hard not to. They're trying to be nice to Cam Thomas, man.
Giving Cam Thomas advice. Is there an argument to say, you know what, Cam? Go play on a contender and prove that you can contribute to winning basketball on a non-tax MLE for a competitor, and then go get paid.
I would say put up as many points as you can.
Okay, so stay in Brooklyn, sign for 2 years in Brooklyn, average 25 a game for the next 2 years, and then hope somebody buys that.
Yeah, that's the other question. Like, is this a 4-year deal? Is it a 2-year deal? Like, I don't know. Like, I genuinely, is it like a Jalen Green style deal where
that's
it's
what
like,
I'm saying,
+1? Like,
that's, to me, if I'm Brooklyn, like, I see his value in Brooklyn. Because again, like, I'm one of the, if you're going to go this youth route, assuming that's where they're going to go, need to go, because like that's kind of scary about this team is there's not a whole bunch of like young talent that's great anyway that you're really excited about. So hopefully they can get an influx. But you need somebody to score the bat. At the very least, he puts the ball in the basket and keeps you in games for a little while in the regular season. And then maybe it becomes salary matching. I don't know. He's a very fascinating player. And then when these type of players all of a sudden come up for contract numbers, it's really, really interesting to see how the league values them.
So the full mid-level this year is like $60.6 million, right? So that's like the most he would likely get, I think, from another team. So if I'm Brooklyn, I think I'm going to him and saying, hey.
The 4-year mid-level.
The 4-year mid-level, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm saying, hey, look, we're willing to go shorter term so you can get to free agency a little bit faster, and we're willing to make sure you get paid here. We'll give you a little bit more than the mid-level. Can we do 3 for 57 and you can have a player option on the next one, or 3 for 60 and you can have a player option on year 3? Like something like that.
Sure.
That kind of works for me. Like it doesn't kill their books. It doesn't, hinder them long term. I'm not the biggest Cam Thomas fan, so like this isn't a deal where I'm like, blown away. But I think that there's a chance he's quite good. Like if he can continue to improve his overall game, his scoring ability is genuinely like special on some level. So,
and that's the thing. Like with his scoring ability, he should actually be able to make guys better, and that's one of the things that really kind of like kills me when it comes to Cam Thomas, because like he should be able to make Nick Claxton, Dayron Sharpe. I mean Zion. I mean if you want to be like the best player on the team, you have to elevate the actual the pieces around you. There's no reason that he shouldn't be averaging 5.5, almost 6-something assists per game, man. Like Jalen Williams from OKC is actually doing it, man. All the 2 guards are actually doing it. Anthony Edwards, 5.5 assists. I mean, it seemed like this like Cam Thomas is really more like a stat pattern.
He just needs to focus on improving on defense and like making the right decisions and continuing to be like slightly more of a team player, frankly, than what he is now. So,
all right, so
somewhere in the 360.
Yeah, LM. Sorry, brother, man. Jalen Williams, he averages 5.5 assists a game. Donovan Mitchell's not a point guard. He averages 5.5 assists a game, almost 6 assists a game. Anthony Edwards averages almost 5.5 assists a game. I don't want to hear that.
With a player option, ballpark feels right to me.
Sure.
And like here's the other thing too. So like part of the reason that like Jalen Green gets 105 or whatever he gets, right, with a player option in the same structure, is that Brooklyn had cap space. So like in theory they could have paid him more this summer in order to try and steal him from Houston. Because Cam Thomas plays for the team that has cap space, the leverage goes away.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're wondering like why the contracts aren't the same, it's that the leverage is just totally different here. Because there's nobody out there on the market that's going to give him a bunch of money. I was like thinking for a second, like, is there a chance he takes a qualifying offer? And it's just like, let's try and go ham for a year and then figure it out. If I'm him, I think I want real money.
Yeah.
I don't want to play that game, especially because he's dealt with like a few more injuries than what you think. Like, 57 games, 66 games, 25 games the last 3 years. Like, I think I want real money now if I can get it.
Sure.
So I just said that about 5 minutes ago. Like, if you can't really carry a team, and you look at Kyrie, and they're brittle, they're frail. Like, what's the whole point of actually giving Cam Thomas like a good contract if he's not going to actually be healthy? It's the same thing we say about Ben Simmons, right? We ain't paying Ben Simmons $170 million anymore, and he can't stay healthy, and he can't really improve in his overall basketball game.
So, okay, that's where we're at on Cam Thomas. I think we can call it there. Like 355 to 360 with a player option on year 3. Give him the upside, but probably not like a wild commitment either.
Yep.
Dayron Sharpe is drastically easier to sort through. He's just a pretty good, solid big man. Averaged 7.9 points, 6.6 rebounds, 1.8 assists in 50 games last year over the course of 18 minutes per game. Moves his feet like fairly well for a bigger body dude. Started to experiment a little bit with shooting threes.
Yeah.
I don't really see that as being like a huge piece of his game moving forward, but it is worth noting like the free throw percentage skyrocketed this year up to 76%. So maybe there's a little bit more touch there than what I'm envisioning, but great passer. Honestly, one of the best rebounders in the league. He has three offensive rebounds in 18 minutes per game.
See, the only thing with Dayron is that he doesn't he's 6'8", 6'9". He's undersized at that 5 position, and he doesn't play with enough force. He doesn't use because if you're going up against let's say Derek Lively, who's about 235 pounds, man, and he's matched up with Dayron Sharpe. I mean, you got to take advantage of that, man. I mean, you can't put up 6 points, 5 points per game, against guys that are you have a 40, 50 pound weight advantage over, man. I mean, that's food, man. You should be salivating. Yeah, I mean, you should be festing, man. That's I mean, come on now. I mean, seriously. So that's the thing with Dayron. He doesn't play with enough force. There's more. Let me let this go. This is probably going to have to be a 2-part series because this is almost 1 hour long here.
And bonkers.
That's what I was. First and foremost with Dayron Sharpe is the rebounding is crazy, and I'm probably as big a Dayron Sharpe fan as you're gonna find. I think Dayron Sharpe is really good, a high level backup big. Would love to see what he would do in a starting role, minutes, whatever. I would just throw per 100 isn't perfect. I get it. Especially the player I'm going to compare him to with one of these stats. That player played 78 games. Dayron Sharpe only played 50 in minutes per game and all of that. Jalen Durant, people are talking about, I just saw him Pistons Twitter before we started recording this, him getting $30 million a year.
That's crazy.
They essentially average identical numbers. And people talk about Jalen Durant being an elite offensive rebounder. Dayron Sharpe averages more offensive rebounds per 100. And the numbers I used were rebounding, blocks, and assists. And so Sharpe is actually an underrated passer as well in terms of being able to do those type of things. And then I did one with rebounds, steals, and blocks per 100.
But see, I think Jalen Durant is actually more athletic. I seen matched up Dayron Sharpe against Joel Embiid, and I know I get it. Joel Embiid is strong, but Dayron is 265 pounds, and he just couldn't put any type of resistance against Joel. Joel was just moving him out the way like it's nothing. I think Jalen Durant will actually give him. I'm not saying that he's going to lock down Embiid, but it's with Dayron, Embiid can have high efficiency numbers. Let's say if they're not going to send any type of help and it's just going to be strictly isolation defense, no help. Embiid can go for 20 something points on 25 on 15, 16 shot attempts. So and you want to have Embiid, let's say, get like 23 or 24 shot attempts to get to that 25 points.
And he was in a class of his own, just because of kind of the versatility of being this big time rebounder, but this defensive disruptor as well. And then the other one, whenever you did it with the assist. So I realize I'm higher on Dayron Sharpe than most. He's got to be healthy, got to show he can play minutes and all of that. But I think he is a very valuable and skilled and talented big in this league that I think could be an underrated, whether it's this offseason as a free agent, next offseason as a free agent, whatever, this team, whether it's Brooklyn or somebody else, could get a really, really good big man.
I agree with you. I think that the number is at least, so the room exception is like basically 327, right? Like if I'm Memphis and I have the room exception and Zach Edey just got hurt, like I'm definitely giving him the full room exception. And I think Brooklyn matches that for what it's worth. Like I'm not sitting here saying that like Brooklyn doesn't, just retain him at 327. You definitely will. But I think that's the minimum number that Dayron Sharpe gets at least. Given that, like someone might go above that number. Like could someone go to 330? Could someone go to 440? Like could someone go to 444 or 335? Like I don't know. Like it feels like there's a window here. Like it could.
Wait, what did I just miss? Oh, Dayron, to me, $5-6 million a year, man. I mean, he doesn't really give you much else in terms of like offense. I don't see him like setting screen. I don't know, man. Hold on. I think they said $25 million a year for Dayron. Hold on.
That's what you're saying that like Brooklyn doesn't, just retain him at 327. You definitely will. But I think that's the minimum number that Dayron Sharpe gets at least.
Oh, 3 years, $27 million.
Given that, like someone might go above that number. Like could someone go to 330? Could someone go to 440? Like could someone go to 444 or 335? Like I don't know. Like it feels like there's a window.
I feel like in the draft you actually have better bigs. Like Malawach, the Maxine Renard, Danny Wolf. Like I just think the Chinese dude, I forgot the guy's name. We were talking about him a couple of days ago. I don't know. I would move off of Dayron Sharpe though. That's just my opinion.
Here, like it could be more like the room exception and Brooklyn matches. It could be slightly more. Brooklyn's just like, hey, we'll give you 330 and we'll just like retain you. It's a little bit more than the room exception. Like we're just going to take care of you. It's something.
Wait, come on. Listen, what is this over here, man? Take care of what? What the hell's going on over here, man? Are you good or are you not good? I mean, there's better guys in the draft. Why are we even oh my gosh, man.
Ballpark though. It's like 10 to 12 million a year, I think.
Yeah, and I think based off what he's done, like I said, I'm kind of believing in what I think he is as a player. I think based on the actual production this far, I could see why people would push back and why you wouldn't give him, like a huge number. I'm comfortable in that area for sure. I just wonder if other teams around the league are interested in him. Like, are the Lakers interested in making a move for him?
Oh my gosh.
Or are the Cavs interested in like adding a third big to the rotation? Maybe they're not. Like I've continued to harp on the Cavs needing another big and they've continued to not do that. I just wonder if like the Pacers, like the Hawks, like are there any teams around the league that just like, hey,
if Dayron could shoot like 32 or 33% from three, I'm like, yeah, give him the 3 years, $30 million, man. But right now, I think from what I've seen, it was like, I think 20 something percent from the 3-point line. I mean, I don't. Like, when you look at his scouting report from when he first got into the league, it's exactly the same. He hasn't gotten better pretty much on anything. Like, there's no improvements or anything like that. He hasn't added anything in the offseason. So it just doesn't make any sense for him, like for the Nets to really even bring him back. You're not going to win with him.
Whether it's as like the second big or just like the complimentary big or whatever, I just wonder if he'll have interest around the league at all. coming in, because I think he could, but if not, then obviously Brooklyn, and he's a restricted free agent, so Brooklyn can match anything that's out there anyway. I'm interested to see if the league values him at the level I value.
Listen, if they want to offer him a restricted free, I mean, just fine. Go ahead, go buy, and I like Dayron. I'm not, nothing personal against him. I'm just talking about him strictly as a basketball player. All right, let me get the link in for you guys over here. Jonathan, DJ, get on up in here. I don't know if LM is still there, but get on up in here, man. And this is probably going to be a 2-part series because this is actually long, and I think they get into Nick Claxton a little bit. Maybe we'll finish it like when these guys come on, man. But let me see what you guys are actually saying in the comment section over here. It says Brooklyn needs to draft Jeremiah Fears. Now, I was listening to this whole thing earlier. They talk about Jeremiah Fears. He's just like a one-dimensional player. The player that I'm kind of looking at is let me get Jonathan on, man, because like he doesn't play no defense. Jeremiah Fears. Yo, Jonathan, what's good in the hood, my friend, Papu?
Ready for the draft. This is very interesting stuff you're talking about. Can you go to my first comment, though? I left the first comment on.
Let me see over here. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got it. Yeah. All right.
That's kind of like if I'm this organization, how I approach it. You draft as best you can, whether it's moving up or staying where you're at. Use the cap space this summer, collect expirings and add draft capital. Besides your own restricted free agents, don't go after other restricted free agents. You don't want to drop money on the Kuminga, Grimes, unless you know they're going to be a top 3 option, which I don't think any of those guys are right now. Trade Johnson and Claxton. I think you could trade Johnson. I don't know about Claxton. Might have to wait till the deadline. And you have to re-sign Thomas and Sharpe. You need those guys under fair market value deals, wherever that is.
So you comfortable actually paying Dayron Sharpe 3 years, $30 million?
I don't know if it's going to be 30 mil. I think it might be around 8 to 11 mil, something like that. I don't think he's getting anything more than that.
I really, honestly, I think that's still too much, man. There's from what I'm looking at in the draft, there's better big men.
No, I'm saying that, but Steven Adams got 3 years and 39 mil. Why you
just rebounding most of the time, which is pretty impressive. It's impressive, but I
right, I don't think that's like expensive in terms of what we're working with. If he getting 11 mil or 20 mil, that don't hurt our pockets.
Right.
Just pay him and keep it moving.
Right, and to Elam's point, especially if you can find a way to get Claxton off this damn team, you can keep Dayron on a cheap deal. And if you draft a big in this draft, then we kind of take a lot of money that's off our center books right now. We reset that position. It really depends on if Marks can pull Houdini act out of his ass and get Claxton off this team. Then you have to worry about giving Dayron a.
Well, if they get rid of Claxton, then I'm guess I'm good with signing like Dayron Sharpe, man.
I mean,
I think Dayron is better than Claxton at this point.
Yeah, he was better than him most of the season. If you look at the little minutes he played compared to Claxton, he was better than him with rebounding, with offensive rebounds. Like he was much better than him for a lot of parts of the season. If you check the statistics.
Yo, DJ, what you think about what these guys were saying? The Game Theory podcast over here. What do you actually think about what they were saying?
I don't really agree about.
I didn't read your comments yet. Let me see what you were saying there. But go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't really agree about the Dayron situation.
Okay. Why not?
I mean, we don't have any other choice but to sign him because
there's better bigs. They got bigs in the draft, man.
Yeah, but how many bigs were you gonna really draft though?
No, I mean you got like 20. It was 2-3 picks in the
at best. BK, we probably gonna draft one big.
Yeah, which would be a win, I guess.
It's just
for this organization.
What I want 2 bigs out of the draft, but Sean Marks is not. He doesn't like centers for some reason.
It's a guard driven league, right? The rules are catered for the guards, right? They have the advantage. So I get why you wouldn't want bigs. They don't run even if Malawatch is really, 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 really highly skilled. I mean, you're still not going to run your offense through him.
But BK, you need the big to take on the best opponents of the bigs. Our problem is we have a small, undersized power forward named Claxton. You need other bigs. Look at the way the big is returning to the NBA with the Wembys, with the Edys, with all these guys are adding bigger pieces.
Wemby's not a real big.
No, give me finish. No, listen. A lot of these teams are adding bigs. Look at Zubats with the Clippers, how much he's transformed his game. You need those bigs to not carry off
his career year, bro.
Your defender. You need a good defensive center. Claxton's problem is he can't guard an opposing big man, and this year, 1 through 4, he was even struggling. You need a big man that can move their feet on that freaking court. And
Wemby still has to get stronger too, though. I mean, I know he's tall, but like, if you physical with him,
I wouldn't even say is Wemby really a. I mean, he plays center, but he's really
I don't think he's a. I don't even think he. I just think
he's not a real center though.
He's one of those LeBron types. Like LeBron, I just think LeBron is a do-it-all.
I think he could play. I think
no, BK. What I'm saying is, there's players in this league that aren't just small forwards. They're everything. Like they're not inclined to a certain position.
Wemby can play all positions. I think he can play 3 positions.
I think he can play 3. I don't know about all 5, but he could at least. He's a tall. He's basically a wing in a 7'4" body.
Yeah,
like he's basically a wing. So I mean, it is what it is.
Well, at the center spot though.
Right.
I mean, if because he's not asked to do center things, right?
When he was at the 4, I ain't gonna lie. When he was at the 4,
his first year, that's why he's at the 5. Because when he was at the 4, he was horrible. He plays better at the 5.
Well, because you don't really have that many skilled centers out there that he actually really has to go out there and guard.
Yeah, he was getting matched up well.
I mean, you talking about a 7'4" guy? As soon as he grabs the ball, he can pull it from the low.
But nah, Ellen, he was getting bullied when he was at the 4.
Right, and that's why we need an actual big. I think that's why Maliwak, he would fit this team defensively. He meets a lot of what Jory's looking for. He can dunk. He's working on 3-point shot, which is good, and he can move his feet quick on the floor. Like he can guard.
I mean, look. In terms of centers, I mean, look, you're not gonna get to. I mean, you're not really gonna get to Wemby's jump. I mean, he's fucking 7'4". You're not gonna get to where he's at. But if you're strong with him, like BK said, if you get a center that's strong with him and can make it more physical for him, that's good for the team. You need somebody. You need somebody to play physical.
Right.
If that's Malawak, I would like that to be Malawak.
All right, so I'm gonna do this tomorrow. This is a 20-minute mark, so I'm gonna do a part 2 to this tomorrow. But we still got a lot of net news out there. Claxton to the Lakers. I'm gonna try to get the locker room on the show because he covers the Lakers and let him react to this news over here.
No, wait, I want to get you and DJ's reaction because I was on Breezy's show with Ellen. We talked about this. What are your thoughts on this Ace Bailey stuff? Because I don't want to give you all the credit on Ace Bailey. You were right about some of his stuff, but as far as his attitude goes, BK, is this by his management to not train for any team, which is kind of uncommon for a top 3 pick, or is this whole strategy that he doesn't want to be drafted by Philly or Hornets, that he wants to go down to a team where he has more open space?
I don't think he can carry. He's not ready to carry. If you're the number 2 pick, the 1, 2, 3 pick, you have to be able to carry a team. Like you got to go out there and be ready to score 20 to 25 points a night. He's not ready yet.
Yeah, but why does he want to get evaluated? Is it because he's worried that they'll see his weaknesses like some of us saw in college?
I didn't hear it. What's the whole story with Ace Bailey? I didn't hear.
He doesn't want to work out with anybody, basically.
He hasn't worked out for anybody yet. He hasn't worked out with Philly coming on Friday, but that's like 4 days before the draft.
Basically, he's saying he's already like.
No, they say he's working. He's going to be working out on Thursday.
No, Thursday's a meeting. I heard, and Friday's the actual workout. That's what I heard. It's a 2-day thing.
It might be, but that's still kind of weird for it to be that.
Nah, I told you guys. Honestly,
basically, BK, he's just guaranteeing that he's just gonna go to like the top 3.
Nah, but the NBA people are getting the wrong idea of them, because they're thinking he's got an attitude problem, that Ace sees himself as this when he still has a ways to go. That's a turnoff for some of these guys.
Think, like I said, if I had to gamble, I don't think he makes it to his second NBA contract, man.
Brother.
I don't agree with that, but I think he got to keep the ego in check a bit, because you don't want to alienate yourself from NBA teams.
Green can consistently get contracts. I mean, Ace Bailey gonna get one, bro.
I mean, if you getting like I did the scout, I'll probably put it in the link. But
that's how the league is, bro. Everybody got
reports on him. I did 2 film studies. I meant, and he's like I told you, he has one of the worst basketball IQs I've ever seen in a player, man. I'm telling you,
worse than Jalen Green.
Oh my God! They have us as an option.
Jalen Green's basketball IQ in the playoffs is bad, but overall his IQ is not bad.
You know what I heard? I heard that the Rockets don't, the Suns don't want Jalen Green, so they're looking for a third team. Somebody put the Nets as a team that would want Green. No, I don't want that contract. Keep that away. I'm not going to make him give all that money. Nah, but he's not a second and third option. We saw that in the playoffs, DJ. I don't think that works for us in our timeline with
I mean,
Green.
he's young. He's like what 22, his first time in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I just don't know, man.
Let
I
them
don't
figure that out. I don't want nothing to do with it. If they not offering, like, I
Dang,
wouldn't
bro,
mind
yo,
Jabari
it's just his first time in the playoffs.
I know.
Everybody-
He's young. He's 22, 23 years old, man. Like they don't really start putting
His
everything
first
together
time
until
in the
about
playoffs.
27 years old.
Hold on. What was the Greats doing in their first time in the playoffs, bro? Come on, bro.
Michael
No,
Jordan
Like,
was.
I keep telling y'all, there's some people at 22 like that are more advanced than
Like who?
Like who? Hold on. Ant-Man wasn't playing all that.
Wasn't Luka first? Didn't Luka first playoff run?
No!
He was going crazy. Yes, he was. His second year, he left the league. No, he was here,
bro. This is my first year. Yeah.
Bro, either way, at 22. As of right now, Luka was better than what Jalen Green was at 22. Let's not do this. Luka was way advanced.
All I heard from Luka Doncic was he doesn't.
Okay, and what was Shane doing in the playoffs?
Dallas was doing way better than what Houston was doing with Jalen Green at 22.
Because
he was leading the West.
All right, so
Houston was his number 2 team in the
For the people that are just coming in right now, I'm gonna do part 2 tomorrow of this. So I did the first 20 minutes of this game theory offseason preview. So I'm gonna do the second part tomorrow, and I want to let these guys chime in. I don't want to bore people, but let me let Harlem go. Harlem on the rise. JDJ said. Ace trying to call Brooklyn to help them. Hell no, man.
I think I saw JDJ. You saw Ace talking about saying he thinks that he's a guaranteed top 3.
Nah, if he falls, he's going to Utah Washington. I don't see him falling to Pelicans or Russ. I don't see that.
Potential, like he has the potential to be really, really good, man. And that's all it is right now is potential. Huh?
The way he's acting, how does he guarantee that?
Yeah. Can I be honest with you? This is the problem with young upstarts. You don't want to start a trend like that where you think you're a top 3 pick, but you don't want nobody to interview because you don't want to worry about your stats. Like that's a bad trend. You don't want to start that as a rookie, man. I don't like that.
But now we're in a league where the players got most control, especially
but he's a rookie though, LM.
I know, but listen what I'm saying though. With the NIL money that they're getting. You don't necessarily got to be a top 3 pick to get your money no more, especially now in this day and age. No, it's in general. If you're
like they taking control, like.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm talking about you can dictate where you want to go depending on the interviews. If you go sabotage, you can dictate it.
Right, but
Kobe did it. Kobe said he wasn't doing
all these guys are training. Even Cooper and Harper, who kind of know where they're going, are still doing their workouts. Ace is the only guy that hasn't done it. You look at Edgecombe. Everybody thought Edgecombe would be 4. He's now worked his way into the Philly system where he met Maxey, already met management. They say the kid has leader potential. Ace could have done that if he actually would have given the chance. But I understand why.
I think he's IQ in general. I just think some of them he could just be stupid. I mean,
listen. I understand he might not want to go. I understand he might not want to go to Philly, but you don't want to alienate yourself like that. I think that's Ace's problem.
This is not the first time we've seen players do this though. Like this isn't what he's doing isn't new. Kobe did it. There's a bunch of players that did it. I'm not going to this team. Or Kobe threatened to go overseas if he was
the Nets were supposed to draft him. Yeah, the Nets were supposed to draft him.
Yeah, but he said, y'all draft me. I'm going overseas. I'm not playing for your organization, which was a lie. He was going to play. They wasn't going to do that. But they do that every time. Like they do this all the time. Alex Sarr did it last in his draft. So I mean, what he's doing isn't new, but drafted to 8, going to 8 is crazy. I don't know if he falls to 8. He might just.
I think he falls to Utah. Washington.
I mean, honestly though, can you blame him, bro? What great wants to go play with Brooklyn, bro? I mean, outside of Kyrie and KD, I don't know none. Like, who wants to go play in Brooklyn, bro?
I keep hearing Fears. Did you guys see the latest clip? Fears has been in New York for 3 months now. I think he got committed.
Nah, but the thing is, all right, I don't want any more undersized guards, man.
Look, did you see his videos? He looks a lot stronger than he did a few months ago. He's working
only
out.
6'5".
No, he's
Yeah.
He's like 6'4", 6. No, he's not.
6'4".
Yes,
I
he
believe
is.
it's 6'4.
He's
I believe it's
6'4".
Without shoes on, he's 6'2". He's undersized.
Duh. You don't play with sneakers on. I mean, you don't play barefoot. Duh. Of course he's 6'2" with sneakers off. Everybody gets shorter when their sneakers is off. Like, that's not surprising.
Not Kevin Durant.
Yeah, with shoes off, he's probably 6'11". With shoes on, he's probably 7 foot. Like,
He's
that's
6'10", man.
obvious.
He's 6'10".
Nah, he not. KD not 6'10" with shoes on.
He's 6'10",
That's a
bro.
lie.
I said
Yo,
with shoes
hold
off.
on, hold on, let me
Oh yeah, with shoes off. Yeah, with shoes off. Yeah.
AP, what do you actually think about the game series? You know what these guys were saying about Cam Thomas, about paying him, and did you get a first half of the show or?
Nah, I just came on. So what's going on?
All right, so it was, I did a reaction to the Brooklyn Nets game theory offseason preview. So they went in depth about Cam Thomas and what do you actually give him, and then they also got into Dayron Sharpe. You can re-listen to it later, but I'm gonna do this. This is like the first part. I'm gonna do part 2 of this tomorrow night. Actually tonight technically. It's already the next day. It's already Wednesday.
So the question is, are they re-signing Cam? And
how much did Cam Thomas actually get? And they were talking about that. They wasn't seen. They didn't really seem like if they were the general managers, they would really pay him.
They said like $15 million.
Yeah,
Thomas, right?
Well, you probably get like around like 18 million a year on a 4-year team option or play option.
I could see that.
As far
I'm
as
not going over 17 million.
I mean, there's no competition for him. So if it do go over 17 mil, it would be like a decelerating contract that it probably be like high in the beginning, then go down like Claxton shit. So as far as that, we're gonna have to pay Cam Thomas, even if y'all want to include him in a trade later on down the line. So
that's the thing. They were talking about maybe a sign and trade, but what team wants him though?
You don't want to sign and trade and hard cap. Why would the Nets want to hard cap themselves for signing and trading Cam Thomas? Doesn't make sense.
And
if they do that, that would be the last move.
Also, in the beginning, they were talking about really they can actually take on Drew Holiday and Porzingis. So, what you guys think about that?
Not both of them. One of them.
First of all, I don't. That'd be a waste. Like Boston.
Well, no, they're going to attach a pick for it, like because of
contracts. Come on, for one, maybe two.
First of all, Boston picks is not valuable unless they got some other team player picks that we don't know about.
No, I mean, listen, if you can get Porzingis and a pick, I'll take it.
Nah. But
bro,
see,
what do we have?
You gotta. First of all, you said
they're liquidating. They just want to.
First of all, it gotta be an unprotected pick. First of all, it can't just be a pick.
Right.
No,
second of all,
you getting Porzingis.
Oh my gosh, he wasn't playing in the playoffs the following year.
There's a Porzingis.
Come on, bro. Don't do that, man.
What's his contract right now? What, like 1 year?
30 mil. 30 mil. That's what he's making.
He got like 3 years left. He just signed
1 year. No, Porzingis, it's expiring. It's expiring.
It's an expiring contract.
30 mil. 30 mil.
And then don't he have a player option at the end of it?
No, he just has 30 mil expiring.
Okay, well, I don't want that anyway.
Are you gonna pick? That's not the.
What's the game?
I mean,
listen. All right, listen. You said pick. I don't like you saying protected pick. That's the difference.
Yeah, come on.
Pick.
And I ain't gonna lie.
When you said protected pick, nah, because it don't make no sense.
Yeah,
first of all, we could get more saving another team from cap hell.
When Porzingis is around like good teams, bro, he don't play all that well, bro. When he's on bad teams,
if he's injury prone, man, he doesn't do anything to impact the team.
He's too injury prone.
We've seen players in the past like Porzingis have a bunch of injuries. And they just put it together, right? And they get a whole bunch of injuries.
Come playoff time, he doesn't really.
Ben Simmons ain't doing that.
You talk about that Game 1 Finals game he had where he was injured.
I'm just saying. Hold on, no, I'm just saying. Let me think of examples. Like,
how many games he played this season and last season, BK?
Yeah, look up his game record. Look it up.
No, I know he didn't play a lot of games though, man.
Oh my God! Yeah, you don't want to lose the argument.
So why you wanna
No,
get him?
I mean it's all out there. I'm not.
No, but you said being a protected pick is what we deserve.
Nah, Jonathan, BK is right though. He didn't play a lot of games this year. I was just wondering how many games it was though.
Yeah, I'd rather take RJ Barrett for the.
He's still dealing with that.
I'd rather take RJ Barrett from the Raptors for the 10th pick or the 9th pick.
Claude just said sign and trade Cam Thomas to the Bulls for Josh Giddey.
No, I'm not gonna go.
Jonathan hates Josh Giddey, bro. He's a hater, bro.
Yeah, first of all, we not hard capping.
Jonathan don't watch the Bulls, bro. He don't know how well Josh Giddey.
But you and AP just said, why are we going to hard cap ourselves giving a guy a lot of money that's not going to be a long term fixture? That's what I'm going to say.
Bro, Josh Giddey is like 21 years old, bro.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He might be older than that.
Yeah, he's like 23.
Let me check. Hold on.
You're not 21. 21. He's been in the league a little bit longer. Yeah.
Listen, if we're gonna take KP's contract, you better give us 2 picks, man, and they better be unprotected.
Don't worry about Jonathan, bro. He's a hater of Josh Giddey.
It's not like it's a 3-year deal. You're thinking it's an expiring contract.
You don't, John. You didn't watch Josh Giddey this season.
I saw him get his ass beat. I saw him get his ass beat by Miami, who got swept, bro.
Oh my God. He's one player, bro. He's one player.
But he's the main guy getting his back. He's the main guy getting his back.
He's 22.
Hold up, Jonathan. Can you name me the players on the Miami Heat roster and name me the players on the Bulls roster? Miami Heat is better, like up and down, bro.
Okay, and the Bulls were winning more games than Miami was towards the end of the season. So what's your point,
bro? Okay, not first of all, everybody knows that. Hold on. Everybody knows that that's disjointed. Everybody knows that Miami is always like playing type esque. They really hardly ever be like top seeds like that, bro.
Miami got to rebuild. I don't know if they get
like
KD. That would be stupid.
3-4 straight years, bro, since LeBron left.
KD with Bam and Tyler would be crazy.
What you talking about?
Yo, they want Kelly Ware though. I think Miami would be foolish to give up Kelly Ware for KD.
They're not gonna give up Kelly Ware, bro. KD is 37 years old. Bro.
I know that's what the Suns say they want if they were going to trade Miami. They need.
I don't think they go to Miami. It don't. First of all,
I think they need to trade Booker.
There's nobody. First of all, if they get KD, they're not winning nothing in Miami. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if they traded the worst player on the team. Like that's just not.
If prime KD over there with Bam and Tyler Hero, I like that roster.
Yeah, but that's not happening, man.
If you're talking about 25, 23-year-old kid.
But KD, I just feel like he want a spot where there's no taxes and he could just chill.
You heard what the best offer is so far tonight? They said the best offers from Minnesota: Rudy Gobert, Dante DiVincenzo, Rob Dillingham, and the 17th pick. That's the best offer they've gotten so far.
I ain't gonna lie, Pat Riley has been loyal to East
Coast. That's nasty.
For Kevin Durant?
Yeah, but
that's for Kevin Durant.
That's rumors, though.
KD's 37 years old, man, and I told you guys before.
First of all, he don't want to go. He don't want to go to the Timberwolves. So
I understand, but the other teams aren't giving better offers, and that's the offer that.
I wouldn't either.
He already gave his 3 teams.
See what happens when you think the grass is greener on the other side? Nigga, stay where he was at.
And where's Harlem at? Because Harlem wanted to trade Cat for that nigga.
About KD, man. Like,
you usually hear KD wanted the Knicks, but they didn't want him.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
No, first of all, no. Wait. Until KD said. Until KD
said he wanted the Knicks.
First of all, he never said. First of all, he picked his final.
That's what Mark Stein reported.
Wait. He picked his final 3. He picked his final 3 team, and then the Knicks all of a sudden came out with that. So first of all, he picked his final 3 teams. Then the Knicks said, "Oh, we don't want him." Like, nah, he already picked his final 3 teams without the Knicks. He
never wanted to play the Knicks, bro. He don't want to play in the Knicks.
First of all, he not. That was a lie. You know the Knicks put out. You know the Knicks put out reports to make yourself look better. So
Stephen A. Smith to this day is still running around here saying that KD still want to be a Knick, bro. What?
Yo, Smith and John Moran are going at it. Smith threatened to expose what's going on in Memphis, man. I don't know if you guys saw that tweet.
Well, first of all, I don't know.
The Spurs gonna have to trade something. though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at this roster, bro. They got
they could trade. They could trade Barnes and shit.
I can't see the roster, bro. Ellen, you really, bro? They ain't making no plan with this roster, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
What?
No, bro. I don't see it.
Spurs?
They'll probably be like 11th seed maybe with this roster. I don't see it, bro.
I don't blame the Spurs for
I don't
want
agree with that.
Durant. They don't need to waste their
Especially
assets.
if you get Dylan, if they still get Dylan Harper and
I
somehow
think
manage to get
Wemby.
Kevin
I
Durant,
think
still,
Bro, they
they're
Wemby.
not
gotta
gonna be
at
an
least
11th
win
seed.
though, bro.
Wemby
Nah.
gonna take the jump, man.
But
You know
Spurs
the
is playing out of
good
position.
thing is the Spurs and Rockets aren't giving crazy overs. They know they don't have to if KD's not going to be committal
You
to
got
like
all
a 2-year
6'5"
contract.
guys playing with the wing and the 2 guard, bro. That's not. No, I don't like that.
I agree they need a wing, but I don't think they're gonna be an 11th seed next
Yo,
season.
BK, how you feel
Wasn't
about
they
KD
11th
going
seed
to the
this season
Rockets,
again, right?
man?
What was the season? What was it?
Yeah, I mean, he would help in terms of like the Rockets in the playoffs.
They want to
They
trade
had
your
those-
boy though. They want to trade Green. Man.
They want a superstar.
Yeah, but Green,
Houston?
BK said Green is the next superstar upcoming, man.
If he puts
he's
the work
young.
in.
He'll be an all-star. He
I
ain't gonna
didn't
be a
say
superstar.
I say a superstar.
No, you
He
say
said
he's
if he
the
put
next
the work
Anthony
in.
Edwards, right?
If he puts the work in.
Oh
Like
man,
Anthony
that was
Edwards,
a nasty
Anthony
take.
Edwards.
That was a
man.
nasty take. Thanks for
All right,
reminding me.
come on,
I
bro.
think
You
Jalen
could-
Green's a star, not a superstar.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
I
he's
don't
not
think
a
he
star.
is. Yeah, he a star.
A star? He's
At
not no
worst, a
star.
third option
He's not
star.
no
If that's what you
star.
want to
Like,
call it.
yeah,
At worst,
he
Bro,
above
he had
average
one. He
player. I
had
give
a
y'all
bad
that.
playoff series, bro.
No, he's
a trash
above
player, just
average
a
player,
bad
not
playoff
no
series.
star.
I
Like
mean,
a
once
star. Like,
he
Like,
learns
did you
how
watch
to
him this season, bro?
actually,
It's just one bad
nah,
playoff
he
series.
ain't no star. He's above average
once
Bro,
player,
he
but
played
not
like
no
a starter
star.
all season,
like,
bro. What are you
once he
talking
learns
about?
how
Nah,
to
no,
be
he
a better
didn't. No, he
playmaker,
didn't. No, he
Yes,
didn't.
he did.
No, he
Him
didn't.
and Şengün played like stars this
No,
season.
no, he didn't. No. Listen, no ass Şengün in it. We talking about Jalen Green. No, he hasn't. He ain't played
It's
like
a
a
team
star this
sport, bro. I'm
season.
just naming the stars on their roster.
No. All right. He did not play like a star this season. What's his
Yes,
average?
he did.
No,
What's
in the
his
regular
average?
season,
I mean, the
he
regular
did.
season he played all right.
Yeah, he played good.
Yeah.
In the
All right,
playoffs,
exactly. A star. You know what a star is? A star is not. He played.
I mean, like I
Listen,
said,
I'm not saying he played a bad regular
There are a
season.
lot
hold
of
on,
stars in the
hold on,
league,
He's a
bro.
star.
There's a lot of
hold
stars in the
on.
league.
Like Şengün was shooting 20% from three. Steven Adams don't shoot, right? Not like a
Yeah,
lot of
wait,
teams.
see, that's a
Listen.
better
Don't
put some
blame.
line
First of
instead
all,
though.
don't
Wait,
blame the team. Because
Hold on. Let me
Green shot horrible in the
let me
playoffs, bro.
talk. AP, hold on, man. Like, because you had like guys couldn't shoot threes, so all you gotta do is just drop back and just clog the paint up somewhat, and like what's his name? Jalen Green didn't really have much space to operate with, man. Like
Because
Şengün,
he can't shoot. You know why? Because he has no perimeter game. His game is to drive to the rim.
he can shoot.
No, he
Yes,
can't.
he can shoot, bro.
No, he can't.
Did you see his stats
No,
this
he
season,
can't.
bro? You're just talking about
No, he can't.
playoffs.
So what's his averages? What's his 3-point averages? And what's everything else? How much attempts he took in threes? I don't need all of that.
look
They
up the
just say he
stat.
can shoot.
Look up the stat BK for him. Look up the stat for
They
him.
just say he can shoot. Please, he better be a shooter too. Not no.
He's talking as
he
if he
can
can't
shoot
shoot the ball at
sometimes.
all.
Let's go to the evidence, fellas.
All right, so
Let's
look
go
at
to
the
evidence.
stats. Leah, pull it up.
Yeah, hold on.
Like he a Ben Simmons or something.
Yeah, because now he's a good driver. I give y'all that.
No, he
Now,
can
as
shoot
far
too.
as
He can
shooting,
shoot.
nah.
I watched a lot of Houston games.
Don't give me. He can shoot too. Is he a good shooter?
Yes.
No, he's
He can
not.
shoot
We about to see
basketball.
right now. We about to see.
Yeah, we're about to see.
Nah,
Come on, this
BK
should be
acting like
easy.
he can't find this shit.
Yeah, I know.
Nah,
Yeah,
man,
I
stop it.
want to make sure it's showing up for you
Hoops.
guys. Hold on.
yo, that should be easy.
Here we
BK. You
go.
acting like yo, though.
No, I want to
You
make
going
sure
through-
it's showing up
you-
for you guys. Hold on,
You
man.
going through a lot of other
Nah, we
shit
good.
just
We
to
can
prove
see.
that.
We can see.
Yeah, we can
I
see
just
it
want to make
perfectly
sure.
fine.
Hold on. I just want to make sure.
Oh my
Yeah, right.
god.
Yeah. Okay.
Go to the team.
This nigga capping
If it was
hard
Ben
right
Simmons,
there.
he would have
It's
been
like
there 5
Groundhog
seconds.
Day
I
on
know.
the show, man.
If
It's
it
like
was
Groundhog Day.
if it was weaknesses of players, he would have been there already too. Like,
No, if it was scouting reports, Hoops would be there in 10 seconds or less.
he'd be like, "Yo, I told you, man, he can't drive left."
Here we go.
Wait, so what you want to see? You want to see his shooting stats this year?
Yeah. That's why he's a good shooter. Go to
Here we go.
3-point shoot.
I mean, he shot pretty
Oh,
decent since he's been a
He's
rookie.
shooting from the 3-point line, 35% from the
Zoom in.
3-point line, which is average. It's not like right
How much
around
attempts per game?
like 2.9 or something like that.
2.9.
That's horrible. That's horrible, boy. That's hard. I mean, like I said, he drives to the rim.
No, that's 35%. 35% is
So
average.
listen, 2.9 is not a good sample, nigga. He drives to the rim. That's his game.
35%
Like
is
I said.
average in the league though.
And he
That's
shoots
35%
less
exactly.
than average. All right, look at the average shooters. How much
And that's
shooters
less
shoot a
attempts
game?
to that
I ain't gonna lie
standard,
though, BK. 42% from the field is nasty.
It's
work,
horrible, nigga,
Yeah.
for somebody that drives to the rim. That's horrible. He's supposed to be
All
at
right,
least
he's a
49,
young
48.
player. He's a young
Now,
Oh,
player.
why are you
no,
using the
listen,
youth?
BK, I'm
Wait,
not
you always say
arguing.
youth is a bad
The
thing. Now it's a good
argument
thing.
the argument was he's a good shooter. That's the argument.
No, I
I'm
mean
not saying I ain't
John.
saying he
I
Yes,
can't
mean,
get that.
hold on, hold on.
35% is not bad.
Hold
I
on,
mean,
BK,
it's average.
BK, I want to ask
Listen,
Jonathan a question. Jonathan,
What teacher?
Jonathan, do you believe that
the game?
young players? Do you believe that young players and players in the playoffs, like young players in the playoffs in the regular season, that it's like good and bad things though? Because we've seen Ant-Man play horrible in the playoffs.
No, listen, I understand it's his first time. I just think he has to get that narrative done the next time he's in the
I
playoffs.
don't want to hear no excuses, nigga. You give Cam Thomas a hard time. I don't want to hear no excuses at
But
all,
the thing
bro.
is, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's different.
What was that last part,
like.
No, I said he has to get rid of this narrative that these guys are talking about because there's some validation in what they're saying. He has to show that he can be that second or first option with the Rockets. He can't just be a third option guy, or else that argument they're saying is valid.
I mean,
Listen,
for the most
the
part,
Rockets fans want to build around Şengün. They want to trade Jalen Green. They want to build around Şengün. So,
I mean, BK.
I mean, for the
at least
most
Jonathan's
part,
fair
Paolo
about it
balled
though.
out in his first year in the playoffs. He was averaging what 27.
I'd say this though. Does Kevin Durant fit though with the Rockets? I mean, does he fit with Şengün?
Yeah, he fits.
So who
I don't know, bro. I think they gotta make a decision about that.
I still don't think they get
KD
over the
fits
hump.
anywhere. He's the type of player that you can just plug in.
Nah, he don't fit anywhere. But
so if they trade Green,
No,
who
he
would be
don't.
the number 2 then? If they
Okay,
trade
name a
Green,
team that he don't fit on.
I'm in Thompson.
There's plenty of teams. He don't fit on the. Let me see. He don't fit on a lot of teams.
It depends.
First of all,
are you trading Jalen Green back for a player?
So anybody
I
agree that?
keep hearing they want to trade
that
Green.
KD is not a plug-in player. So what teams he don't fit on? AP.
There's a lot of teams he don't fit on.
No, one mic. Kevin Durant is a plug-in player. You could put him on any team, and he can fit right in. Because his ability to he's an excellent catch and shoot 3-point shooter.
Once again,
you just said he don't fit on a lot of teams. You just said that.
He can't fit on a lot of teams.
Plug-in player means fit.
No, he can. No, Kevin Durant can. You're thinking about Giannis or something like that. Like
Giannis don't fit on a lot of teams.
He doesn't, yeah, but Kevin Durant fits on every single team in the league.
Giannis doesn't have a perimeter game. He doesn't have a jump shot.
Kevin Durant impact on the game is not the same no more.
But he doesn't have to have the ball in his hands. He could just be a spot-up shooter.
No, but KD was averaging almost 26 this year.
And he talking about some impact. We talking about.
I get once again. And what was the Suns' record when he played? You don't even have to name the times.
That's a team sport. What are you talking?
Once
again,
again,
You're talking about plug-in
once again, he's not that good, bro.
I think he referred to his health. I think AP's referring to his health. Every time this guy goes out of injury,
that health is, I'm excluding the health.
I mean, for a 37-year-old, he played a lot of games.
I would say this. No, that's not a lot of games. For a
37-year-old?
LeBron played more of the games when he was 37 than he did. So don't say a lot of games. That's not a lot.
7-18 fresh agrees with me. KD is just a name at this point.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he has no impact, bro.
Bro, we talking about
no, I mean, he can. Listen, guys. Hold on. He can have an impact.
Can he fit on any
just
team?
a catch?
He don't fit on a lot of teams.
Yo, the evidence is in already. If it wasn't for the Warriors, his impact is nothing.
He fit well in the Warriors. That's a plug-in player. He fit well in the OKC Thunder.
Once again,
he fit well in Brooklyn.
First of all, he wanted Kerr fired because he wanted the offense built around him.
Now he's talking about other stuff besides plug-in.
No, that's a part of the game. That's
not a part of plug-in player. We're talking about basketball.
Once again, he's not a plug-and play.
You're talking narratives now.
Once again, where he got far? Did he get far with the Nets? No. Did he get far with the Suns?
That's
no.
A team sport, bro. You talking about?
All right. Keep naming teams. Put him on the best team in the world right now.
You can't blame that on.
Put him in the best team in the world right now. I guarantee you they won't make the championship.
So what teams he don't fit on? AP?
A lot of teams. He don't fit on the Pacers. He don't fit on the he can't fit on the Nets now because the Nets don't have nobody. He don't fit on the.
You don't think he fit on OKC?
How he don't fit on the Nets?
Yeah.
He don't fit on the Nets.
I think he fits on OKC.
10 points a game on the Nets.
He can't fit on the Nets right now.
He'd be the 4, Hart's like the 5, I guess.
First of all right. So you think if KD was on the Nets right now, we'll make the playoffs with the roster we
That's
got?
not what we're talking about. You're talking
No.
about all, bro.
I said
Plug-in
impact.
player. Hold on. Plug-in player means how will you fit on a team, bro?
Okay.
Nah,
All right, so you
if he
say you can
didn't
plug him
leave,
in?
he would still fit.
LM,
So
what
you
he's
saying you
talking
can
about
plug him in?
is impact.
So you said
We're
you
not
can plug
talking
him
about
in on the
impact.
Nets, right?
Impact
you say you
doesn't
can
have
plug him
anything
in
to do
on the
with
Nets,
plug-in
right?
player.
All right, so we ain't gonna talk about impact. All right, so can he plug in with the Nets right now?
Yes, he fits well in the Nets.
Nah, I don't see
Be an
it.
upgrade
I
over
mean,
the
he should
whole
have never.
team right
To
now.
me, he should have never left. But he
Like, hold
kind
on,
of does fit
Ellen,
on
hold
the
on,
net.
Ellen. Can I ask you a question? Is Kevin Durant coming to the? If he came to the Nets right now, he got traded right now, bro, to the Nets. Is he going to score like 10 points a game? Was his scoring average
Who
going to
said
go down?
10? What
It
are you
might
talking
go
about?
up
10 points. What are you talking about? 10 points. What do you get
because
10
we're
points
talking
from?
about
You
plug-in
never
player. That's
scored
what
10
plug-in
points
player
in his
means, bro.
career. Plug and play don't mean how much points you scored. Do you know
No,
what
I'm
plug
talking
and play
about
means?
averages. I'm talking about averages.
All right,
AP,
Plug and
plug
play.
and play
Hold
has nothing to do
on.
with averages, bro.
AP. Plug and plays fit. Like how they fit
Yes,
on the
I
team.
know. That's why I said
No,
you
you
talking
don't
about
know. You're
points.
talking about impact.
You said 10. You
AP,
said
you're
10
referring
points.
to the system, right? To see a fit
That's
in
what
the
I'm saying. You're talking
system.
about
Yes,
team and
that's
system and
exactly what I'm
impact.
talking
With
about.
the
I'm
That has
not
Sun,
nothing
talking
with
to
the
do
about
with
points.
plug-in
Suns, you
player.
could. With the Suns, you could. You
I'm
saw
not
how we
talking
did,
about
right?
points. I said
No, wait.
system.
Wait, AP, you saw with the
That's
Suns.
not
They
what
had
a
kept.
plug-in player
Wait,
means, bro.
AP,
Yes,
That
you
has
it
saw.
nothing to
is.
do with system.
Wait,
What do you
one
wait? Hold
second.
on. Wait, John. What do you mean that's not what a plug-in player is? That's adapted to the system. That's a plug-in player.
No, that
Yeah,
was DJ that said that. That wasn't
wait.
John.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I'm talking about DJ.
no,
What are
he's
you talking
saying
about?
because he's saying team. Like, oh, is he going to impact score? Is he going to impact winning?
No,
It
now you
doesn't have to
switching
do
it up.
anything.
You said plug-in play don't mean that. Never mind. Next question, y'all. Next
You
question.
want an example? He wasn't fit with the Suns. Look what Frank Vogel did with him. He had Kevin Durant just stand in the corner, and all these other guys are trying to play defense, 4 and 5
I
And he
know.
basketball. That
still
wasn't
balled
a
out with
fit.
the Suns that year.
He was up
So,
and down.
like I said, that team, that Suns team didn't even get past the fucking the seventh seed. So
Exactly,
y'all can sit there
JDJ. What is he talking
and
about,
say
bro? That
whatever y'all
fits
want.
Well,
anywhere,
listen, the
bro.
roster was trash, man. They don't really
Once
That's what I'm
have.
saying,
again,
bro. What roster is you watching? That roster was
once again,
garbage.
once again, y'all said fit the system, so he better fit the system. Like
No,
y'all
Okay, you
said,
just blaming KD for why
we're
they
not.
lost.
You're talking about
nobody
leading.
blame
Right?
nobody. Y'all talking about other players when we talking about KD. I ain't
That's
say
nasty
nothing about
work,
other
bro. So
players.
apparently, Chad, KD don't fit on a lot of teams.
You see
Yeah,
what
he
JDJ
doesn't.
said? JDJ said 26 points per game, 6 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 52.7 field
So
goals,
does
48.
Steph Curry? Hold
Those
on. Does
numbers don't
Steph
fit
Curry fit on
anywhere.
a lot of teams?
Yes, Steph Curry does.
How does that work? How does Steph and fit on a
Yes,
lot of teams and KD
Steph
don't?
Curry moves
Yo,
without the
yeah,
ball.
I love
Hold up,
718 fresh, man.
hold
I've
up.
been saying this for the last 2 years.
Steph Curry moves without the ball. Steph Curry can play make. Steph Curry fits on a lot of teams.
KD moves off ball.
No, not like Curry.
Nobody's saying like KD. Nobody's saying
All
like
right, you
Steph,
said
but he
you
can move
asked
off
me a
ball.
question. You said can Curry fit on a lot? He can fit on any team. Curry
But
can.
Both
moving
of
off
those
ball can
guys,
fit on. Hold on.
both of those guys can
Hold
fit
on,
on
BK.
any team.
Hold on, BK. I got it right here, bro. Does off ball fit on a lot of teams?
Yes.
Okay, KD plays off ball.
No, he not like Curry. No, he doesn't.
Now you're trying to compare it to Curry. We're not comparing it to
You
Curry,
just
bro.
asked the question. You said is
I
Curry.
didn't compare
Curry
it to
plays.
Curry. You compared it to
First of
Curry.
all, so Kevin Durant moves off the ball a lot. He just basically stands there. He doesn't move off the ball. He doesn't cut. He doesn't do what
He
Curry
doesn't
does.
cut.
What are you talking about?
So
All
Kevin
right, so
Durant just
show me.
stands in the corner and
No,
just waits the
off the
ball.
ball could be a spot up shooter too, man. It could be a
No,
spot
listen,
up
I know.
shooter too.
Listen, he said
KD
what he
doesn't even
does
need that
off
many.
the
Hold on.
ball.
How
Anybody
KD
can
doesn't
sit
even
there
need that
and get
many.
a
Look up
spot
his
up
dribble.
shot.
Hold
Now
on.
you mean listen,
Hold on,
AP,
BK.
No,
hold
listen. He
on.
said moving off the ball. Moving off
BK,
the ball.
off
Off
ball.
the
Look,
ball.
this is what
Listen,
KD do,
hold on,
bro.
AP, hold
He don't
on.
even take that many dribbles, so he obviously plays more. He
Steph
plays
Curry
off ball.
moves without the basketball. Now, off the ball is being able to be a spot up catch and shoot.
You don't have to listen. Anybody could do that off the ball. Anybody
Nobody
can
can
do
do
that
that.
off the ball.
What?
Not everybody
Not
can do it.
everybody can do that.
No. I said, listen to what I'm saying. You said to spot up. Anybody? Nah, I ain't saying they can make the shot, but anybody can spot up off the ball. I'm talking about.
No, Russell
If you,
No, they
Westbrook can do
can't,
it.
bro.
one
What
thing,
game are
yo,
you
listen. Are
watching?
you? Yo, BK. Are you deaf or hard of hearing? I said I never said he can make it. If you stand, listen. If I do all this dribble shit and you just stand in the corner, I
We're
pass it to
talking
you.
about being able to
Listen,
put the ball in the
I'm
hole, man.
talking about.
Like,
Listen, all right. We're not talking about. Listen, we're not talking about putting the ball in the hole. We talking about off ball movement. What do you do off
You
ball?
didn't
Do
say
you
that.
cut?
You didn't say
No,
that.
listen to what I'm saying. No, I've been said that. What are you
You didn't say
talking
that.
about?
You said off the ball.
No, I said no. I said Curry cuts. I said Curry moves without the
That's
ball.
different.
Curry,
He moves off the.
I
He
said
moves
that.
without
All
the
right, but
basketball.
okay, I said that. You must not even heard.
All right. Y'all probably arguing back and forth. My fault.
Well, all right, okay. I'm just saying. That's exactly what I said. I said Curry moves
Do
way
you
off the
know how
ball
many
better
dribble
than me.
attempts Kevin Durant takes, bro? It's not many.
All right. Do you know how much
So
dribble
that means
attempts
he
Curry
plays a
takes?
lot off
Do
ball.
you know how much
bro.
Curry? First of all, if you want to compare Curry dribble attempts to Kevin Durant, it's not even a
I
question.
didn't say Curry, bro. I said
KD
Kevin
doesn't really
Durant.
dribble like that. Like he can score
All
within
right.
2-3
All right.
dribbles.
Do Curry dribble like that?
A little bit. It depends on the
His
situation.
dribble
Now
attempts,
you're saying a little bit.
are
Oh
more.
man.
Hold on.
Y'all telling me
Steph dribbles attempt. Hold
KD
on.
could play
Steph
off the
has
ball
a little
better
bit
than
more
Curry.
dribble attempts than Kevin Durant. If you look it up, he has a little bit.
If y'all telling me, so are y'all telling me Kevin Durant? Listen, I want
But
y'all
that's
on
only because
record. Y'all
Steph is the
telling
point
me
guard, so it's
telling me Kevin Durant is better off the ball than Curry.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Nobody is
No.
saying
Answer
that,
the
bro.
question.
Everybody's
Yes
just
or no?
Hold on.
Yes or no? This is a yes or no question.
You're getting it
This is a yes or
confused.
no question, bro.
Steph Curry moves without the basketball. Now, were you saying that does KD move without the basketball like Steph Curry does? No, he doesn't. Now you're saying
Okay, so
off
what
the
are we arguing then,
both those
BK?
players are really
What
good
are
at
we
it.
arguing?
That's off. What
What are
Curry
we
does is
arguing?
off ball movement, bro. That's off ball.
You
movement.
asked me. DJ asked me, can Curry fit on any team? I said yes.
Both of
So
them
what
can.
are we arguing? Huh?
Yeah, both of them can.
Exactly. So no,
you're not gonna say exactly because you just said Kevin Durant don't fit on a lot of teams. So
what are you talking about? And I agree. And I said that again. He doesn't fit on every team.
But
what are you
just said
talking
exactly
about?
when BK brought
Like
up that point.
All right. Once again, I said. Want me to repeat it? I'm gonna repeat myself. Kevin Durant doesn't fit on every team.
What
Curry
teams
does.
that he don't fit on, then, bro?
I just named them.
Wait, say that again. AP, what teams he doesn't fit on?
I said I named them. He doesn't fit on the Pacers. He doesn't fit on the
He don't
what
fit
else
on the
team is it?
Pacers.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he helps the Pacers out. You
That's
crazy?
pace and space.
No.
Kevin Durant.
First of all,
Kevin Durant plays
KD
pace and
slows.
space, bro. What are you talking about?
Remember,
KD,
you don't need. Hold on. You don't need
Bro, what are we
KD.
talking about right now?
Hold on. You don't need KD to be so ball centric with the Pacers.
Hold on.
Now you say you don't need him to be. He's gonna be
BK,
though.
can I ask you a question?
He's gonna be.
Did the Warriors run pace and space when they had Kevin Durant them years, bro?
Yes.
Okay, and the Pacers run pace and space. What are you talking about? That's Rick Carlisle's entire coaching scheme.
Nah. Two different things.
How is that two different things? He can fit on the Warriors. He can fit on the Pacers.
Different thing. The offense was built around Curry. That's what it was. Him running around.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying, AP. If you have two teams running pace and space, regardless of the same players or not, bro, you can fit on a pace and space team, bro.
Not
if you're
not
a pace
that.
and space player, yes, you can. You know what
AP, I think we should use your argument is you should differentiate which teams are team style oriented and which ones do ISO. The thing is they're moving away from ISO.
So I just want to get clear. So he said the Pacers and who else?
Kevin Durant is more like an ISO player. He's more like an ISO player than off the ball, like y'all claim he is. So I'm telling y'all, he's really not off the ball.
I think that's what AP's trying to talk about was ISO. He's too ISO.
John gets it like it's pretty obvious.
Listen, if you're an excellent catch and shoot 3-point shooter,
that doesn't mean
that means you can play basketball.
All right, so fucking wait. Cam Thomas is a good off the ball 3-point shooter.
Off ball movement.
What is his credit at? Cam Thomas percentages is up there. You still say he's a ball.
Cam Thomas is about 35% from the 3-point line.
No. If you look at Cam Thomas, what's his catch and shoot numbers?
He does passes.
What's his catch and shoot numbers? What's Cam Thomas catch and shoot numbers?
No, he can play off the basketball. Cam Thomas, I know he can. Yeah.
So what are you talking about? So why you say he can't play with the team then?
Who? You just brought up Cam Thomas just now. I didn't say that.
I just did. All right, cool. All right, listen. All right, so I don't want to hear nothing about
what did Cam have
Thomas
to do with this?
No, we talking about off the ball shooting. That's what we talking about. So I said Cam,
but he's not up there with the greats, though.
Like if you were,
he's up there though. He's up there.
BK, I think what AP saying is KD can't play off the ball, but his main scoring wise is isolation basketball.
Isolation.
That's what KD. Hold on. That's what Kevin Durant wants to do, but he's capable of just
once again. We be saying he's gonna revert back to the ISO shit. That's all I'm trying to say.
Right. He's He's not a Steph where
So I guess
Steph
he's not
can
a
just
plug-in
run
player then,
around
I
and
guess,
like.
apparently.
Thank
Apparently,
you.
No,
apparently,
Yeah.
hold on,
He's
hold
not
on,
even
wait,
close to
hold
Steph,
on,
nigga.
There's
hold on.
a
I think
difference. There's a difference. So what you
These
have to
niggas is
say,
crazy.
the difference between Steph Curry and Kevin Durant is that Steph Curry moves better
I
without the
said that.
basketball
I
off ball
said
that's what
that,
we're
movement.
bro.
saying.
I said
That's
that
what
for
he's
a million
saying.
times. Like y'all niggas
He
not
moves
hear
off the ball better than KD,
Yeah,
which
and
means
I
Steph
said
will be better
KD
in all
can
four
play off the
situations.
basketball too by
Listen,
just spotting
of
up and
course
being
he
an
can,
excellent
but he's
shooter.
not.
But
That's not his game, though.
what AP is saying is
His
while
game is
Steph
pace
can
and
do
space
that
off
better,
ball
while
ISO,
Steph
bro.
can
What you
do
talking
that
about?
better, right?
No.
While
It's
Steph can do
ISO
that better,
off
No,
Steph
ball,
is
pace
not.
and
no.
space.
Listen.
Steph is not reliant
Both
on
of those
ISO
guys,
ball.
both Steph Curry and Kevin Durant are excellent catch and shoot, like spot up
Are
catch.
we not saying that, bro? Listen to what
BK,
I'm
we
saying.
say Steph
I agree with
Curry
you.
is
I
not.
agree. I
No,
agree with you
no.
guys 1,000%. Steph
So
Curry
what you?
moves better without the
No,
basketball.
I
he's
feel
saying
like we're
Steph
going
is
in a
not
circle here.
hold
No,
on, John,
no.
hold
We
on.
saying Steph
Steph
is
is
not an
not somebody
ISO
that's
player,
gonna.
bro.
Yes.
He
Steph is
can't be if
not
he
gonna
wants to.
ISO every
Nah,
No,
Steph
play.
do
he's
be ISO,
nah.
bro.
He's not an ISO player,
For the
bro.
past,
Steph is not an
hold on,
ISO
Ellen.
player.
For the past 2-3 seasons now, Steph has had to play more ISO.
Yeah,
Nah, hell
exactly. Yeah.
no, nigga.
Yeah,
Draymond
depending on
Green
the
passed him
team.
the ball, bro. What are y'all talking
Because
about?
hold on, because since that 2022 team, bro, he's had to play more ISO.
Yeah.
But DJ,
More, all right, he's not
every
an
time
ISO
Steph bring the
player
ball
though.
up though, he not like, yo, give me the ISO. Like
Yes,
he's not
Listen,
doing that.
guys. Hold on. Now, Steph Curry's mindset is not like that, but in terms of capability,
More often than
yes,
not,
Steph
no,
Curry
listen,
can
yo,
do that.
Steph
BK,
does
listen to what
do
I'm
it more
saying.
now, bro.
We saying he can
Because
play
even this
ISO
season, he was playing a
sometimes
lot
if
of
he
ISO
wants
ball
to,
this season.
but he doesn't. That's not his main thing. That's
Steph
not his
switches it
go-to.
right. He switches it up. KD has
Yes,
always
KD
been known
go-to is
for
ISO.
isolation.
Right,
And
That's
listen,
right.
what
y'all all
KD has
right. He
always
can
been
shoot
known for.
outside. He can catch and shoot, but
Right,
his main
right.
butter is ISO.
I think to AP
Don't
and
y'all
Ellen's
get it?
point too is that there are teams that are valuing more quicker offensive pace. Katie likes to take his time in certain
There we
matchups,
go.
and that
There we
dribbles the
go.
ball
Yes,
out
So
of
I
he'll
his
guess,
post
hold
in
up.
the
hands.
So,
They
paint
don't want to
John,
do
and
let
that.
me get this
fadeaway
correct.
shot.
Let me get this straight. So I guess Kevin Durant is not a plug-in player.
No, no, DJ. You know I agree with that. I think you can put him in any situation, but I think what they're talking
No,
about
he is a
is
plug
system.
and
They're talking
play.
about
But they're
systems.
talking about
KD needs
system.
to be a part of a quicker
He
system.
changed the argument though. We wasn't talking about none of that.
We said
He
plug
changed
in.
the
All right,
argument.
what is a plug and play? It's about systems, right? About how you fit the system, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
All
you
right.
said
So
the
what are we
Pacers.
talking about?
Well,
All
like
right,
I
yes.
said, his ability to
He's
be
too
an
ISO.
excellent
So
catch
anybody,
and
hold
shoot
on. So
three-point
anybody
shooter
agree with that? Hold on.
anywhere on the team.
Pascal Siakam is ISO. What are you talking about?
If you wanted to
No.
use a better example, you
Yes, he
should have brought
is. He don't
DeMar.
play
Wait,
off ball like that.
if you want to use a better example, you should have brought
Wait, hold
DeMar
on.
DeRozan. He
If
doesn't
we
fit
talking about,
in
hold
the
up, John.
Kings system.
John,
He's
let
an
me ask you a
ISO
question,
guy.
bro. Do Pascal Siakam ISO? He's not an off ball player.
Hold on. I got the definition. So they says in basketball, a plug-in player is one who can seamlessly integrate into a team and contribute effectively without needing significant adjustments to the team systems or their
Here we
own
go.
role.
And that's
Boom.
KD and Steph. They could both do
No,
that.
no, it's not. No. They had to adjust when KD came. What are y'all talking about?
No, they didn't. They played
Yes,
this.
he did.
Bro,
He
what are
wanted
you
Steve
talking
Kerr
about, bro?
fired. You're not even old enough to know that.
Hold on.
You was like 13 when that happened, bro. What are you
What?
talking about?
Hold
This
on.
was all over the
When
news.
KD, hold
This
on.
was
When KD
all
was on the
over the
Warriors, I
news.
was not 13.
Wait.
How old
See,
you was?
What's
hold
going
on. That's Kevin Durant's ego. Okay, that's his
That's
ego.
You're talking
That's
about
what
off ball.
AP
Nah,
You're
and
talking about
Ellen
off.
trying to
All
talk
right,
Talking about
about.
off the court stuff, bro. You're bringing narratives
Let's again.
into it, bro.
Now, how that's narratives? He said that.
But you're bringing up stuff that don't have to be basketball. That's not basketball related, bro.
All right, so he didn't. No, y'all brought up that's his ego. I ain't say ego. Y'all brought
No,
that up.
you brought up.
No.
You
What you're saying
Steve
that he can't do it. He can do it. It's just his ego wants to be that guy.
All right,
He
then
doesn't
that's
see
It
his
himself.
don't have to
ego.
be.
So
That's bringing
what
up
is
stuff
it?
that's not
So what is
plug-in
it?
player type
All right,
shit. You're bringing up other
so
stuff.
what is it then? His ego don't prevents him from doing it. Then that's what
He
y'all
just-
saying.
Yeah,
Well,
like D'Angelo. So take D-Ho for as an example, right?
Okay.
He's an excellent catch and shoot 3-point shooter, but he doesn't want to be that. He wants to have the ball in his hands. He
So you
gets
saying D'Lo?
disinterested.
So you saying D'Lo is good off the ball?
Yeah,
No, he's not.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, on the
He
Lakers,
doesn't
he
do
was.
anything off the ball. Wait, PK.
Yo,
D'Lo
y'all
does
bugging.
nothing without the ball in his
I'm
hand.
not
They're
listening.
not listening, bro. They're not
Okay,
listening,
stop,
bro.
stop.
Bro, Jonathan,
y'all
when he was
bugging.
playing with the Lakers, what was he doing?
He had to. He had to. He's not good off the ball, bro. And why you think
Especially-
they trade him?
Bro,
Why
since
you
he
think
left,
they traded him?
Well, AP, I've been
Hold on,
watching
hold on.
D'Angelo Russell
BK,
for like 10
BK,
times
hold
in
on.
the NBA.
Since he left Brooklyn for the first stint, not this time, this first stint, he's been playing off ball with other teams, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I just typed in, I just read y'all the definition, and when I went to examples, the first person they said was Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So
The whole world knows it, bro. We already know what it is, bro. Move
All
on,
right,
bro.
all right.
Shit
All
is
right,
crazy,
yeah,
bro.
move on, because y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about.
Nah,
Come on,
you got.
No, you don't know what
Nah,
you're talking
y'all
about.
niggas gonna
apologize. You say, yo, you know
y'all
what?
The
niggas
whole
gonna
world knows it, but you.
y'all niggas gonna compare.
I think you could have simplified this argument, but we're going in circles.
Like, it's so simple, bro. If you watch
No,
basketball,
it's
you know
not
how
simple.
Pacers
Y'all
plays
niggas
work,
talking
bro.
about Curry don't move off the ball better. Get the fuck
Who
out of here.
said
No, I
that?
said he. No,
Nah,
I
he said he
said
Now
did.
he's lying. Nobody ever said that,
No,
bro.
AP.
now I'm lying.
AP.
Nigga,
I
you
said
lying, nigga.
Steph
I never
Curry.
said that Kevin Durant moves
Steph
better
Who
than
Curry
said you
Steph
moves
said
Curry.
that?
Never
without
said that.
Did I
the
say DJ said
basketball
that?
better than
Did I
Kevin
say DJ
Durant.
said that? So mind your business, nigga. I'm talking to BK.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking
BK
about.
never
Now
said that.
BK said Steph moved better than KD off the
Exactly.
ball.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
lying.
but
All
they're
right.
both in terms of being like a
What?
catch and shoot players, like off the basketball, they're both excellent at it, man. But they're both
Excellent. Nah.
It's just that Kevin Durant's ego,
Now they're
like
not excellent.
he doesn't want to do that.
Now you saying
They
it's
both
ego.
they're
Which one
both
is
good
it,
at
nigga?
they're
Is
both
it
good at it, but
fucking?
You know
Steph
what
does
the
it
problem
better.
is?
That's all we saying,
You know
LM. But hold up.
you know what the
LM,
problem is?
if you watch how the Pacers, I don't know how much of the finals you've been watching. If you watch how the Pacers is playing, he said the Pacers, bro. Pascal don't play off ball like that.
Not really.
But what you
I
do?
mean,
You
I
just
think
stand in the corner.
if you put Pascal as a
And he
just a
talking, and he said that Kevin Durant don't fit on the
shooter,
Pacers.
Nah, Pascal can't shoot a lot of threes.
Pascal will shoot. He'll catch and shoot sometimes, but he'll really
yeah,
put
you're
the
kind of
ball
you
on the
want him
floor.
like in terms of his
And he
pressure.
said
how
Kevin
he
Durant don't fit on the
rim.
Pacers, bro. What?
He doesn't.
Physically, you want him to throw the
Break
basketball.
down how the Pacers play and tell me how he don't fit on the
Nigga,
I
Pacers.
don't
Indiana
even think.
they
I don't
might
even
need
think
KD right now.
Pascal.
Wait,
I don't even
wait,
think
you know what the
Pascal.
problem is?
I don't even think Pascal
AP,
played good on the
AP,
Pacers right now.
Yo, you gotta stop trolling.
Indiana might need Kevin
Hold
Durant
on.
right now. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hold
I
on.
don't even think
Stop
Pascal
trolling,
played
bro.
good on the
Be
Pacers
real.
right now.
Tell me if you watching how the Pacers play, they need a Kevin Durant.
They
You know what
definitely do need
You know what the
KD.
problem is? Kevin Durant has a
I
lot
don't
to say
think
in the last two teams he was on.
Yes,
What did
they
he
do
want?
because their offense has been
Wait,
atrocious.
can I say this, DJ? I think KD's problem is his influence over the last teams he's been on. He needed two stars at all times. He's never had a team where he's the main guy and he has a lot of good depth pieces that can shoot the ball and have a quicker pace. And that's Durant's problem is
what
he doesn't know how to put himself in that type of
Hold on.
situation.
If you put
Jonathan, now
KD
you're
at the
bringing up
if you
something that's
put
not
KD
plugging.
hold on. If you put KD at the
No, I'm
three
talking about
with
the
Siakam at the
system,
four,
DJ.
that works.
You said who? AP? I mean, LM?
I know. I said if KD went to Indiana, him at the three works next to Siakam.
Exactly,
Miles
bro. That's
Turner.
exactly what they need.
That's a
next
good
to
answer.
Siakam. Wait. Next to Siakam or Trey
Yeah,
swap them out.
next to him. Like
Nah,
KD at the three,
Like, yes,
Siakam
him
at
Now,
and
the
if you
four.
Pascal
swap,
would work.
I give you that if you swap them out, but not next to Siakam.
Because
I
actually,
can't.
What you
Kevin Durant has
mean?
actually played with a guy like
Hey,
Kermit.
DJ, we thought about pairing Siakam with KD before he got traded. What are you talking
He
about?
can work. Yes, Pascal
Yeah.
and KD could work.
Imagine if we
No,
had
he's saying
Why
it
wouldn't they
could
work,
work.
bro? That don't make sense.
It could
Imagine,
work. You gotta
imagine
have
if we had KD, Pascal, and Claxton together defensively.
I'm
That would
with-
have been a tough trio there.
Break down how the Pacers play and tell me how Kevin Durant don't fit on there, bro. They literally
Nigga,
need him.
Halliburton might average 20 if
They
KD
could use
on the
a Kevin
team.
Durant.
You think Halliburton
Ellen,
average 20?
Ellen,
Nah,
they
I
could
don't think
literally
20,
Halliburton.
no,
use a
20.
Kevin Durant.
I'm talking
Pacers,
about 20
hold on. If the Pacers had Kevin Durant on this team, they win this series.
Nah, no,
That's
they
a
don't.
fact. Yes,
No,
they
they
do.
don't.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
I don't think
Yes,
so.
they do.
I don't
Yes,
think
they
so.
do.
If they got
I don't
Kevin
think
Are
Durant,
you
they
watching the
definitely win
finals,
this
bro?
series.
Do you see
Yes,
how
I am
bad their
watching the
offense
finals.
is?
Once again, I don't think so. I
Do
don't
you
think
see
so.
how bad their offense is when
I don't
Tyrese
think
Halliburton is
so.
not scoring?
I don't think so. First of all, Katie
When
is
Tyrese,
horrible
hold on,
passing out
AP,
of.
when
Katie is
Tyrese
horrible
Halliburton is
passing
not
out of
scoring,
double
do you
teams.
know how bad their
Katie is
offense is?
horrible
That's
passing
so
out
easy,
of
bro.
double
And I'm
teams,
listening.
bro.
Hold on. I'm not saying you're not using Kevin Durant. You're just using strictly Kevin Durant mainly to space
As
the
a
floor out.
decoy?
And then
So
like
you
if
can't
they
use him
run on
as a
him,
No,
decoy?
that's not a
he
decoy.
dribble
That's
No,
just
I'm
pull up.
asking
spacing the floor.
BK. You said, so what are you saying? Use him as what? A decoy?
Yeah.
Nah, you can't do
Yeah.
that with Kevin Durant.
But
That's
who
not
on
really a
OKC
decoy,
can
though.
guard
That's
Kevin
not a
Durant
decoy.
though?
You can't.
What's that?
That's not
I don't think Jalen Williams can guard KD.
No, but I'm just saying,
No,
like,
he can't. None of them
you
dudes over
don't-
there can guard Kevin Durant.
yeah, none of them can. But maybe, what's his name? Lou Dort. I mean, he's
Maybe
physical
Dort
enough.
probably.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on,
Even
hold on.
Lou Dort not
AP,
gonna
do
be
you
in
know
there.
the Pacers starting lineup right now?
Yeah, dude.
Who's at the small forward spot?
Well, it's either Nembhard or Naismith.
No, Nembhard is the 2 guard.
All right, so Naismith. That's what you talking about? Naismith?
Neesmith, and Mathurin are they two switchable small
Well,
forwards.
Mathurin is off the bench, so I don't even.
No, I'm saying those are they two. Those are they two.
If I was the Pacers, I would adjust. I would probably start.
But that's what I'm saying. But BK, if you listen to what I'm saying though, if you look at they two switchable small forwards, they 6'5", they 6'4".
It's over, nigga.
Kevin Durant,
I don't think it's over yet.
the small
I think it
forward
goes
spot,
to 7.
Let me get DJ. Hold on. What DJ? Say that again.
You got 2 6'4" small forwards on your team, right? They switch.
Oh hell no! Yeah, you.
And then you swap those two, bro, and you put Kevin Durant there, a 7-footer. Jalen Williams ain't gonna do no what to do with them dudes, bro.
Yeah.
I think the series is over. They said Halliburton has
but Kevin Durant is hard to run him off the 3-point line because he's excellent in terms of like 1 dribble pull up, 2 dribble pull up.
Yo, Kevin Durant is not the same no more, bro.
I'm not saying he's gonna carry you,
but he's
not the same no more, bro.
Listen, AP. I'm not saying he's going to be the main focal point on the on that offense. I say you're going to use him to space the floor out. So it's where Tyrese Halliburton's not getting bottled up.
KD is a rhythm player though. You gotta give him the ball.
A question.
Again, that's Kevin Durant's ego. That's his ego.
Wait, AP,
his ego.
AP, you should ask
about now Kevin Durant needs the ball. He does not need the ball.
Here's a question: Is Kevin Durant here's a question: Is Kevin Durant a defensive upgrade or downgrade at the 3? That's what you should be asking.
I mean, he's going to be guarding. If you look at it, he'll be guarding Jalen Williams. That's easy, bro. That's like 6'4". That's a 6'4" guard.
Okay.
But Jalen Williams, I don't know. It depends if Jalen Williams running around and KD got to guard him.
Hold on, AP,
I don't think KD. First of all, they won't even put KD on Jalen Williams. They probably put him on the power forward, the fucking guard. They probably put Siakam on Jalen Williams. I don't think they on defense.
Hold on, man, because Harlem was in here earlier, so he had to spoke. Go ahead, Harlem. What you got, man?
No, I'm just listening to y'all go back and forth.
All right.
No, I'm just saying you can't.
Whatever you want to chime in, let me know, man.
Harlem about to go.
I'm just listening. To y'all.
Y'all keep talking because I just want to make sure Harlem.
No, I'm just saying you really can't put Siakam at the small forward spot because his ball handling is not elite enough to play the small forward spot.
No, I ain't say play him. I said on defense. Like you put him on guarding.
Nah, you ain't gonna put Chet. Well, KD, I ain't gonna lie. KD be cooking.
Yeah, KD could guard Chet. Hell yeah, he could guard him.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
Chet is not that.
When they be matching up, I ain't gonna lie. AP. KD be cooking Chet, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I think if OKC trades him by
Chet is too skinny, nigga. Y'all talking about Claxton being
Chet's
skinny,
defense
nigga.
is overrated, bro.
Nah, but at least Chet hit a 3-point.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm happy, Harlem. You said Chet was better than Wemby. Oh, I'm happy you here for this, nigga.
Oh,
you said Chet was better than Wemby.
Oh, yeah. You remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hold on, AP. Put Chet Holmgren on. Take Wemby out and put Chet there. It's gonna be the same result, man.
No, it's not.
Wemby the same result.
Oh, Wemby on the Thunder?
LL, you better
I didn't say. Hold on. Listen.
Let him go though.
My point is that Chet has a good team around him, man. He has Shea and Jalen Williams.
Right, and if Wemby was on the Thunder, nigga, they will be
on the Thunder. I said take
Wemby on the Thunder. They would have swept Indiana. Are you crazy?
I said just put Chet on the Spurs right now.
All right, and you can get physical. All right, you can get physical with Wemby though, bro.
But nigga, Wemby can shoot though.
No, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. You can get physical with both of them. So I don't think it'll be
both of them. Yeah.
Yo, AP, listen.
I think hold up. I agree with they'll win the series, but I don't think it'll be a sweep.
I've got something to say to you, AP. I've got something to say to you.
Yo, listen, AP, man. Wemby ain't in the same stratosphere as Chet at all.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, Chet in the finals.
Same stratosphere, nigga. You wildin'. Same stratosphere.
Chet is in the finals,
bro. You're not even in the same stratosphere.
The finals is first of all, man. Listen,
and we're Wemby.
I can't be saying that because y'all say.
Yeah, I think what they got to do with anything. All right, LeBron. All right, so fuck it. We're gonna say Halliburton is better than LeBron because he's in the finals.
That's what you got to do. So you got to use their own logic against them.
Cool. So, all right, cool. So let me ask you a question, AP. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, so like you and LM, y'all got the two main ones on here that fuck with Wemby, and I'm like the main one that fuck with Chet. So I want you to respond, and then I want LM to respond to the same question I'm asking. What does Wemby do, right? Name one thing Wemby does at a higher level than Chet.
Shooting, ball handling,
Mid-range game.
mid-range blocks,
So
steals.
So
Oh yeah,
so
definitely. You should
Chet
have led
and
with that
Wemby
one.
could both. So Chet and Wemby could both shoot.
That's not only.
Right.
It's not only
So
that. AP. He a better
All right, go
passer
ahead, keep
too.
going.
wait.
Yeah, better pass.
He a
He
better.
said
He's a
playmaker.
better
He said
passer
playmaker.
too.
He said playmaker.
Like Chet and Wemby could both shoot, right? They
Mhm.
both got bare minimum dribble. They both are great shot blockers, right? So
Nah, not
when
like
you
when.
look
Nah,
at
Nah,
not
it,
bare minimum.
nah,
Chet
you
is a
Nah,
bare
wildin',
Chet,
minimum
bro.
Chet
ball
hasn't been
handler,
doing
but
too much shot
Wemby,
blocking, bro, in these playoffs.
Yeah.
no.
Wemby's a better
He
ball
hasn't,
handler.
but if you look at his average, he's like averaging
Nah, I
like
agree
3
with you. I
blocks a
agree with you.
game,
Yeah, the
4 blocks.
average, yeah.
The same shit as Wemby. So when you look at it, right, Oklahoma City wouldn't be in the finals without Chet, right? So y'all say that Wemby's
I
so
think
good,
Chet
he's
needs
a
to play the
game
center
changer,
spot,
right? So
bro.
this coming
Well, he
year,
missed a
Mhm.
good chunk of the season. He missed a good chunk of the
Wait,
season, so they were able to hold down the floor without him.
This
No,
year,
let me.
this
I want
year,
to ask
AP,
Elam something because I got Elam here on this draft thing. Real. Finish up, Harlem. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
so your man, what's his name, right? Fox is on the team now, right? AP. So now there's
Halfway in
no
the season,
excuse.
okay.
No.
What they got?
I'm
What
not
you
talking
mean?
about
You saying
Ragsy. I'm
as
talking
Fox a
about
superstar, son, nigga? Why you saying there's no
Nah,
no.
excuse?
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
Fox is not even
talking
like that
about
no more, bro.
I'm talking about the coming up season, right? Wemby
Mm-hmm.
got De'Aaron Fox. There
What
should
that
be
mean?
no excuse.
What that mean?
That means he got help. So if he's so good,
De'Aaron
now he
Fox
got
is
help. It should be no excuse.
okay,
Nah,
bro. That's it.
AP to his
Oh
point though, if you look at their
man,
roster, there should be no
here we
excuse,
go.
bro.
Oh yeah.
It's
No,
no
no.
excuse.
I'm not. Listen, if
At
you
least
said the
this year, hold on,
roster,
AP.
cool.
At least
Listen.
hold on, cool. At least this year we shouldn't give no excuses.
Yeah. No, hold on. If you said the
And
roster,
that's what I'm
cool. You
talking about.
saying you naming one nigga, like you
No,
naming Fox, and now I'm like,
no. But Fox
Fox the
is
only one
yo,
outside
bro.
of Wemby
First
that's a
of
star
all,
over there.
the disrespect for De'Aaron Fox got to stop, bro.
I mean,
The
well, he hasn't
man
really
give you
done much
20
though.
a
Harlem.
game.
well,
You can't
yeah. I
blame him.
Y'all
mean,
gotta stop. Like,
he's
Hey,
not
let
even
me
better
let me
than
just
he's
No,
not
hold
hold
even
on,
on.
better
hold
than
on.
Time
This
out,
thing, bro.
Halliburton
guys.
at this
Just
point.
hold
He's
on.
not even better than
Like
Halliburton at this point.
Fox
but
is
his
a good
team,
player. No, Fox is a very good player.
hold on, bro. Right?
It's just he
Yo,
doesn't
let me
do
ask
much,
you a
bro.
question,
And he
AP.
doesn't.
Do you
He's not
feel
really a
like
winner like that.
do you
Bro.
feel like a player should because like y'all always say a player's not doing much, right? The team surrounding makes sense, bro. You
He's had
only
good
one
teams on the
player,
teams,
my
though.
nigga. You only one player, bro. It takes a team to win. You can't say, yo,
What about them Sacramento
Fox
teams?
been cooking. He been cooking for 8 years. His team was ass. Let's keep it a buck.
No, hold up.
He's
For the
one
we
nigga.
going off recent. If we going off recent, the past 4 straight years, he's been having good teams.
Yo, bro, before he got Sabonis, his teams was
Oh, you talking about
always
before
ass.
Sabonis?
Let's keep it a bean, right? No. And then
Mhm.
they got
Let's keep
Sabonis.
it
Oh,
a
he going way
beam.
One
back. Huh?
player, right? So it was literally Fox, Sabonis, and Malik Monk was the only niggas really cooking. Then the next year they fell off, right? They lost to Golden State in the playoffs. Then they got DeMar DeRozan. He was still ass. De'Aaron Fox does his point. It
Because
takes a
DeMar DeRozan
team,
makes the
bro.
team worse.
So you can't blame. No, but I'm just saying you can't blame it on Fox. Like Fox been giving niggas 20 for years.
Listen, I'm not. Listen,
Devin
I'm
I'm
not
not
blaming
blaming
Fox,
Fox.
but
That's
there's
what
been
I'm
times in
saying.
the playoffs where
I'm
you can
not
blame
blaming
Fox
Fox
certain
for
games.
nothing. I just think he's not like a star player. I'm not saying
Hey,
he's
here's
bad.
a question. Here's a question. Is
But hold
Fox a
up,
number 2 or a
you can
number 3
blame
at this stage of his
Fox
career?
for certain
That's a
playoff
good
games the same
question.
way you could blame Sabonis and other dudes, bro. Like there's been
DJ, here's a
times.
good question. Is he a
No,
number
hold
2
up,
or
Jonathan.
number
Hold up,
3 at
Jonathan.
this
Because
point?
if you watch the playoffs, there's been times where it's like, bro, why he can't shoot the ball,
No,
bro?
cool.
Like he's a horrible
I
shooter.
get it, but I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? This
Like
is the
hold
first
up,
time, right?
hold up.
What
Harlem, do you know
happened?
how bad Fox is at 3-point shooting, bro?
So
No,
DJ, is he?
But Sabonis, right? Sabonis not a scrub, right? I'm not disrespecting
I like
him, but
Sabonis. I like
this is
Sabonis. He ain't
the
no
first
scrub.
time that Fox has really played with somebody who's supposed to be quote unquote a superstar, right? Y'all deem
Nah,
Wemby a superstar.
Sabonis is
Sabonis?
good.
No,
Wait,
Sabonis
what?
is not
No.
considered a superstar.
I didn't
He's
say
not a
He's
Sabonis
not,
is
superstar.
but
not good, but I'm saying to y'all standard, Sabonis
He's never
is
played
not
with a.
Wemby.
He's basically saying
So
he's
I'm
never.
saying
All
this
of him
is
is
a
saying like he's never played with a guy like Wemby before.
right.
Okay.
He's never played with a guy like Wemby. So now, right, this is the time for Fox to really show what he's made of, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's no
It's no
excuses this year,
excuse.
bro. I agree.
Wemby got Fox, Fox got Wemby. So
I don't know, man.
I don't
They're
want to
gonna,
see
they're gonna
no
give
first
De'Aaron
round
Fox.
exit.
Hold him. They're gonna give De'Aaron Fox $212 million, man. So
They're
he's
not,
set.
they not
He
doing
ain't worth
that.
that,
They're
bro.
not doing that. They're not giving
good.
them that.
He get
The
it though.
Spurs,
They're
He
not
get
giving
it.
them that, bro.
AP, if you've been listening
But
with
I'm
the Spurs,
just saying,
they
I
might
don't want to
actually
see
do that.
no first round exit.
And if they do that, they
I don't wanna
dumb,
see no
nigga. Because
first
first of
round
all,
exit.
they got Castle, and they
I
about to
agree.
draft
Hold on, I agree with you,
Dylan
AP, because
Harper.
that's a.
I mean,
First of all, as
But
much
yo,
as I like
AP,
Fox,
I don't
bro,
want to
I
see
just feel
no
like he's
first
not
round
worth all of
exit.
that, bro. He's
yeah,
not worth
nah,
it.
you ain't
And I
gonna,
hear
you ain't
got
gonna
him
hard,
on
you
here.
ain't gonna fucking hard cap your, you not gonna fuck up your
The
cap
same way,
space
hold
for
up. The
De'Aaron
same
Fox.
way I
Nigga.
believe JJJ is not worth all this money he about to get. I don't believe
I'll be
he's
honest
worth all
with
that.
you. If the Spurs cared about adding to the team, they wouldn't draft another guard. We already have Fox and
That's what I'm
Castle.
saying. That's
Nah,
I
exactly what I'm saying.
gotta ask him something, man.
You know who they should get if they actually really were smart? Get Rasheer Fleming, a guy with a 7'9" wingspan who bulks you up at power forward. If you really
Nah, they
want
need
to
a
build
they need
something,
to draft a wing though too, bro.
that's
They
a
need
wing.
Wait,
Rasheer
hold on.
Fleming's a wing.
Hold on. I got
They
Ellen
might
over
as
here.
well
So,
go.
Ellen, they got the NBA draft net has Danny Wolf going to the Nets at 27. You think they pick him up with that 19th pick and not wait and gamble?
I don't even think, I think we trade
Just
those
when
picks.
Sean Marks
I
drafted
don't
some.
think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Sean Mark's not really known for drafting big, so I really don't know. Like,
Well, he's
they
known for
might let
drafting
him.
like 6'8" bigs.
Yeah,
It
we
would
need
be nice
center
if we
for
could get him at
bigs.
19. I wouldn't
Well,
be mad
he's
at that.
look at his NBA comparison is
People used
more
to, I
popular.
swear, AP. People used to swear Dayron was a 6'10", 6'11". I'm like, bro, what?
No,
He's like
that's what they
6'7",
lied to
bro.
us. They lied because I'm like, this nigga ain't no
Dayron
damn
about like what is he like 6'7",
6'8", 6'8", yeah,
He's
the
6'9".
highest nigga. Nah,
He
he
ain't
not
no 6'9",
6'9", he's
AP.
6'8",
Nah,
nigga.
BK,
he's
I don't think we
6'9".
get Danny
That
at
nigga
19.
6'8",
I think
bro.
you can look at
Nah, bro, he
Maxime
ain't no
Renard,
6'9",
a
bro.
7
Emmett
foot.
Yo,
Clowney is the
he what?
same height,
Well,
bro.
he
They
sits.
six.
He
They
sits
both
8.
6'9".
Nah, he sits 8
Emmett
in
Clowney is the same
2K.
height because they 6'8". like what?
Nigga,
Yeah,
Clowney is
listen, who's that?
6'9".
Rasheer Fleming. That's nice, Jonathan. He has those
That man
physical
without
like
shoes is
Yo,
traits.
look
6'7".
at
He's got a lot
look
of
up
physical traits.
look
He
up
looks like a Willie Side Wonderful.
Jalen.
Bro, he's
Look
not
at
even that much taller
Sharp
than
height.
he's not even that much taller than old Draymond, bro.
Where's
Bro,
not
that nigga
I got a
Dayron
question
Sharpe
for
is
you.
6'9",
Wait,
bro.
what, PK?
Nah, hell no,
they
that's
got
just not.
they got Maxime
I'm
Renard? I think
telling you.
AP, I
second
got a
round. They
question
got
for you,
Danny
AP.
Wolf above
If
him.
he's 6'9",
No,
Look
but
it up. It's gonna say he's
BK,
6'9",
Renard's
bro.
actually going to be around the 20th bracket. He's got a commitment from a few teams already. That's why his combine
they got
ended
him
early.
compared to Luke Cornett. That's
Well, they
crazy.
got
Yo,
exactly
AP,
his.
let me
This
ask
is
you a
Luke
question,
Cornett. Hold
AP.
on, and you
That's
got like
disrespectful.
Danny Wolf can be compared to one of the Wagner brothers over there, man.
Renard can ball though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
Renard
But to
can
compare him to
ball.
Luke Cornett, that's wild.
Wait, Luke Cornett was good though, wasn't he in this playoff with Boston?
No,
Yo,
no,
Luke
no. He just
Cornett
don't
is
play.
dog
No,
water,
Luke
bro.
Cornett
He
is a
had
good
one
center.
good
No,
game and y'all niggas
Luke
started
Cornett
acting
is a
like he was
decent
Will
center. It's just
Chamberlain. Relax,
he don't play
bro.
like Luke Cornett.
I didn't say Will Chamberlain. Oh, we're getting
Chill.
off that drug, man.
He had one, yo, bro. He had one good game and people jumped out the
One good
window
game.
like
Nah,
he
he was
was like
playing good
Kareem
defensively that
So
whole
Abdul-Jabbar and
series,
shit.
bro.
this might affect.
That
Hold
was in
on,
the Knicks series, right?
hold on, guys. Hold on. This might affect
He got
Maxime
good defense
Renard
though,
over
You're a
here.
too.
funny dude, Ellen.
What are you talking about?
Jokes.
Hold on, guys. Look at this right
Are
here,
you
man.
really gonna go with the not elite athlete thing when you praise
No,
Sengun?
it
Stop,
matters, man. Like, what are you talking
Somebody
about?
call this guy out.
It
I think
matters.
because of what Sengun does, like offensively, it just succeeds
Yeah,
every
I
time.
know, but BK's gonna go with the
like
non-elite athlete thing. He's gonna say that's the
He
reason why
like
we shouldn't
athlete.
draft him. Come
But
on.
we know what BK
Right now,
likes
it's really
already.
not an
So
athlete.
I can't even argue that
This
with
guy's a
BK.
7-footer. He can dribble. He's got some offense and passing. Like we
So
need to take a chance on a guy like that.
Mally. Y'all don't want Mally Wap. Y'all don't want him.
No,
I don't know
we
if we
do,
get him at 8.
but
If we
Renard is
get
going to the team.
Fears.
So.
You don't think so?
Depends if Fears available. It depends if
No,
Maybe
I
Fears
if
is
he
think
lost,
available.
maybe if he
I
lost
think
to
Yo,
James.
hold
I ain't
on.
gonna lie.
Nah, the thing is,
I will be real disappointed.
One mic. I think Malo
I will
Watch
be.
might drop.
No,
You may think
my
he might
top 10,
drop?
bro.
Yeah, I think he might drop too.
What? Mallywalk?
Malawak
Yeah.
dropping.
He ain't
He
dropping
gonna go like
past
top
10.
top 10,
He,
top 15.
he ain't dropping
Yeah,
past
that's what I
10.
said.
Man.
Top 10, and we could be able to draft him. If I I think.
They
I
got
think
him,
if he's
right?
still there,
Where they
8.
got him right now?
13 on this draft
He'll
board
go
right
up.
here.
I think he'll go up because a lot of teams.
Yeah, we
go
going.
up.
Bro.
He's
So
the best
why y'all
pick in
think?
this draft. He's the best pick.
Yeah, I
in the
think.
draft.
Derek Queen has like his
I
ceiling
want
looks
Derek
a lot
Queen,
better
bro. I want
than
Derek. I don't think
But
Malawak.
Derek Queen is what, like 6'10", right?
Nah, he like.
If you look at Noah, I did a video on Noah Sange kind of trashing him a little bit, but like
I like
for Brooklyn, I think he's perfect, man. I think he might just be the
power forward.
He's an interesting long-term.
I don't know about power forward. I don't know he has a position yet. Again,
we gotta develop Clowney at power forward. We can't.
Nah, man, I don't know about Clowney's long-term fit right now. I think that's subject.
I mean, that's just he in his sophomore season.
AP the only one that said development. No, we don't want him, bro.
Yeah, right. You see how fast y'all turn on that nigga? That's crazy.
No, it's not turning on him. It's just if
you said develop. Wait, hold on. What do you mean by develop? You mean turn him into an all-star or like what?
No, I mean you can't. You don't know what he could turn into, but as far as
that was only BK.
No, BK was praising Clowney a year ago, saying, "Oh my God, he shoots the three."
Yeah, I mean, it would have helped if Clowney was at the 5 position, even though he can't guard it.
5, he's 6'9", nigga. Why you want him at the 5?
Hold on, let me explain myself. Damn it. Right, at least he brings the opposing big out of the paint.
That doesn't. All right, but you gotta make your shots though, nigga, for that to count.
Yeah, because like who? I was watching. Hold on, I was watching Clear Ware, right?
Question though, I mean, really, what else does Noah Clowney do?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So BK, I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
So and this is like a one-on-one debate, just me and BK.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question, BK. Lou Williams, right? Yo, nobody interfere. Let me and him just go one-on-one. Yo, Lou Williams, is he a all-star caliber player to you?
No, because you got to play make and you have to play defense.
Okay, so Lou Williams, right, is actually better than certain people that's all-stars. You know that.
No. It's not listen, you gotta be able to do more things than just score the basketball, man. Like one, you gotta impact winning. You have to I'm talking about carry a team and make other guys better. You gotta play make.
He was a six man for his whole career.
He was playmaking. He was making teams better, right? Yo, bro, on Philadelphia, right? So let me give you a little time capsule.
Why he didn't start?
He was a starter on Philadelphia. This is facts. You got to know your history. I thought you watched ball. He was a starter, right? And he was averaging like 20 a game, right? I'm about to give you the time capsule. He was a starter on Philly. He was giving niggas like 20, right? He got injured. Allen Iverson came back. He got traded back to Philly. They basically like, yo, this is AI. They sent him back to the bench. But prior to that, he was a starter on Philly cooking. And then he said from that point, he did so good off the bench, they kept him as a bench player. But why I bring this up is you always talking about according to a player being good, you always equate it to they got to be an all-star. Lou Williams, I don't even think made an all-star game. And if he did, he might have made it just one time. But there's players that made it to the all-star game that Lou Williams is better than. This is facts.
No, I'm just saying, like, you got to look. You just looking at it from like a one-dimensional aspect. Like you have.
It's a lot of one-dimensional players that made the All-Star.
No.
We know a few that BK knows.
I mean, Draymond Green made one
because Lou Williams he was
playmaking though. He playmakes.
Shit, Ben Simmons made one.
Ben Simmons playmakes.
Oh my God!
Hold up.
Doesn't do anything else.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think that Draymond's sort of one-dimensional because he only like play makes and play?
No, he can do a lot. He's like
he's
a jack of all trades, master of none, pretty much, man.
I think he don't have much offense. That's all.
No, a little bit. I mean, he impacts winning. That's the main thing.
His three-point shot has gotten better.
Draymond's one-dimensional. I mean, he play makes.
So I'm gonna argue that point, BK. I'm gonna argue that point, BK. Right? Draymond doesn't impact winning because if you take
you
had PK on the road.
Let me finish.
Right? He doesn't. I just want to make sure you.
Let me finish. He doesn't impact winning because if you take Steph Curry and Klay Thompson off that team, does Draymond Green impact winning?
I still think
absolutely not.
On another team? Nah.
Well,
Listen to what I said.
in that system, he impacts.
Listen to what I.
Yeah, only in the
Listen to
Warriors.
what I'm
Hold
saying.
on, hold on. We
Hey,
agree.
yo, hold
Only in
on,
that
DJ.
system.
Listen to what I'm saying. He said
He
Draymond
impacts winning in that
winning.
system, but if he's off the Warriors, he
No,
don't
no,
impact
right. But listen to what I'm saying, right? A player that impacts winning, right? Impacts winning anywhere he goes. Draymond Green impacted winning because he had two of the greatest shooters ever.
I mean,
If
a
you
little bit.
take
He
Steph
impacts
Curry
winning semi. Yeah.
and Klay Thompson off that team, Draymond Green doesn't impact winning. So therefore, he's not an impact winning
I've
type
been
of
saying they
player.
should got rid
He
of
only
Draymond,
impacts
bro.
winning when he's around other impact players.
Well, no, I
That's
mean,
it, bro.
he
So stop
communicates
with the
on
Draymond
defense.
impact winning shit.
Now, come on.
Well,
BK,
well,
hold
you
on,
can make the argument
BK,
without
If you send
Draymond with
if
Curry.
you send, hold
up,
on,
Jonathan.
if
Let's
you
be
send
real, BK, because
Draymond,
you over here trying to
if you
vouch for
send
Draymond.
Draymond Green to the if you send Draymond Green to the Pistons right now, BK, do they win a championship? Does he impact them to win a
No,
ring?
they
Yes or no?
probably beat the Knicks. They
All
probably
right
beat the
then.
Knicks in the series.
Okay then, so he's not an impact player. Stop it,
Oh
bro.
yeah, he bullied.
Like
They
he's
beat.
right
Hold
on.
on,
Y'all gotta
hold
stop
on.
gassing this nigga.
I just
Stop
said
it, bro.
they beat the Knicks. Wait a minute. I said they beat the Knicks and
No,
Draymond was
they
on the
don't beat the
Pistons.
Knicks. No, they don't beat the Knicks.
Nah,
No,
I
they
ain't gonna
don't.
lie. He gonna
No,
play
they
some.
don't. They gonna
Hey
lose
Harlem,
again.
they might not
They
win, but
gonna lose again.
he gonna show Cat the
They
business. Bro. I
gonna
ain't
no.
gonna lie.
Facts,
But what I'm
DJ,
saying is,
facts.
you say he an
Cause Cat
impact
is
player.
soft.
How many
So he didn't
games
say
more
good,
did
DJ?
the Pistons win with
He
He
Draymond?
always, if you actually look at the stats, he always
How
plays
many
good
more
against Cat.
games you winning with Draymond on the Pistons? 3 games? 5 games?
No,
Like, stop it,
he
bro.
was a
Like,
major.
you know what I'm
He was a
saying?
key factor.
Nah, they're not gonna be worse. They're not gonna be worse.
Stop it, man.
He was a key factor
Stop it.
on the Golden State beating Houston. Like
They'll
he
be
was
like
a
a fifth, sixth seed again.
Yo, BK, because he got Jimmy and Steph. Again, an impact player impacts winning no matter the team. You can't put Draymond anywhere and he's gonna be a big
because
impact guy.
he has been.
Well,
He has to
I
play
would
with a
say
LeBron or
this.
like a
Harlem's
Kyrie.
argument applies against the Minnesota series. As soon as Curry was down, what did Draymond do for the rest of those 4 games? Right? He wasn't good.
Mainly he was just
Nothing.
playmaking. He wasn't playing much defense.
Yeah, so I think Harlem has some validity with that in that scenario. But you can also say Curry and Draymond never would have won
But I mean, I'm
without
not gonna lie
Draymond's
though.
defense.
It's like
So
you can't agree though. Draymond does have moments where he actually scoring the ball. Like,
Yo,
he
bro,
does
I'm
have
not
moments.
saying Draymond. Yo, bro, Draymond's a good player, but he only impacts winning with good players. is
I
what I'm
agree
saying.
with you, bro. I've
You
been
put that nigga
BK,
on the
I ain't gonna
Knicks,
lie,
he's
bro.
not impacting nothing, bro.
I've been saying this for
He gonna
years, bro.
lose.
They should have been
Ooh,
traded
titles,
Draymond.
so I
Like
can't
if
take
you
that
think
away
about it,
from
bro,
you.
there's nobody in the league that gets away with the stuff that Draymond gets away with, bro. You
I
ran off
agree. I
KD.
agree. That stuff is not
Hold on.
go
You
for
ran off
it.
Kevin Durant. Like you letting all this great talent go away, bro.
And you gotta remember, a lot of players
you
don't
ran
like
off Poole.
physicality,
Like,
man.
come on,
Like it throws their games off. So the way Draymond
bro. He
plays,
probably ran off Klay Thompson.
Yo, he's sucker
oh, this
punch
thing.
short
Hold
and
on, man.
cool, man.
I'm looking at this dude right here, man. Nick Clifford. I think he's being slept on, man. I gotta do a separate video on him.
He's like an Akil Alexander Walker type 3-and-D guy.
I don't know, man. He got post moves, like up and under. Yeah, he can. Yeah, I'm watching. I can't play the highlights on this live stream, but yeah, I'm watching him right now.
Fine athleticism. That's interesting.
Any Timberwolves fans in this comments? Probably not, but I need to trade Julius.
They're trying to get KD right. They're trying to manifest that deal I told you about before.
I told y'all about Julius Randle, bro. He always.
Why would the Suns want Rudy Gobert though? Booker, Gobert, and Beal. That sounds horrible.
This is what Randle does, John. He plays well in one playoff series, and he plays horrible.
Yeah, what is a Randle, KD, Ant-Man trio going to do? Like, especially without a big man. What is Nas Reed going to be only big?
They can space the floor. Yeah. You. How many times I say on the show, man? Hold on,
Randle. Are you talking about Randle?
Listen, Jonathan.
Randle will have to be in the deal though, John.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yo, DJ, listen to this. Yo, DJ, listen to me. I came up here, right? I said OKC was going to the championship, right? I said the same shit that Randle did against who did they play in the second round? I said he's not gonna do that shit, Lakers. I said he's not gonna do that shit against OKC because of the length. He's 6'8", bro. You are not bullying Chet and Hartenstein. Chet is skinny as shit, yes.
But if you actually look at it though,
bro,
he really wasn't doing much. Like it was just like
that's yo, bro.
They shut Randle down quick.
He can bully. Hold on, he can bully them, but he wasn't even trying. It wasn't like he was
listen
doing,
to me, DJ.
Against like the Lakers. Or
I was
Warriors.
looking at OKC the other day, right?
I ain't seen no
bro. Sam Presti is a fucking genius, right? So like, yo, bro, I'm gonna give you a time clip, right? Remember in 2020 when they was in the bubble, DJ? Remember that?
Yeah, with Chris Paul.
OKC. Yeah. Now, if you remember that game, Lou Dort couldn't shoot to save his fucking life. If he hits any of them jump shots, they easily beat Houston, right? They let Chris Paul be a mentor to Shea, right? They
He talking
said
about to be a
Lou
point
Dort
guard.
can't shoot. Yeah,
Ooh.
they said Lou Dort can't shoot to save his fucking life, but he's a defensive juggernaut. They didn't give up on him. He got better. They got J-Dub. They got Chet. They said, okay, Josh Giddey can't shoot for shit. He's not that good of a defender. We're going to get Caruso. They got Hartenstein. Yo, bro.
Yo,
OKC
DJ,
is a
he's
fucking-
reminding me of Jay Williams, man. I'm watching his highlights, man. I'm gonna
They
look at
are
more
I
of
still
it.
can't believe they got Caruso with no picks going back to that team. That's a steal, man. That
Yo,
is like
bro,
an
okay,
absolute
They did add. I
steal.
think they did. I thought they did add a pick.
OKC is a
No, it was just a
juggernaut, bro.
Giddey Caruso
Like-
squad, DJ. It was just a player swap.
Yo, John, Caruso and Lou Dort are fucking defensive demons, dog.
No,
But Caruso-
can I be honest with you, Harlem? I would say
They are
Caruso was
defensive
outshined
demons,
Lou
bro.
Why
Dort.
though, John?
Also,
John, I
oh
think
wait,
why though?
I would
Caruso
say
wasn't running
Caruso.
the
Yo,
Wait.
there's a lot of net haters out there in these media outlets, man. I'm telling you, man. Like
No,
this
listen,
right here is
Harlem,
being slept on.
Harlem,
Like,
I would say Caruso has outshined Lou Dort, man. I think defensively he's been
Yeah,
really
I think
great
I still do.
for
Hold on,
OKC.
if they,
It's not
I'm gonna
even-
say this though, Harlem.
It's not even
If
a
they lose,
competition. Listen, if you
OKC
look
lose,
at
bro,
it, right? If you look at it, Halliburton, he's been exposed in this series. I know
He hasn't
BK
been
likes to
really
always come up with excuses that he's injured. I don't want to hear it. He played. He got exposed. He's been exposed the whole series. You feel what I'm saying?
Miles
At the
Turner,
end
I
of
don't
the
think
day,
Miles Turner
bro.
gonna shoot bad again. That was
I'm
crazy.
surprised OKC went away from that two big man combination. They should
Nah.
just stuck to it in
Yo,
that
DJ,
first
let me
beginning
tell
of the
you something,
series.
DJ. Yo, DJ, let me tell you something, right?
I've never seen Miles Turner shoot that
And
bad, bro.
No, listen. And I'm glad you
he's
brought this up
23.
because I wanted to bring this to the panel. I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think TJ, and it's my opinion, I think TJ McConnell is a starting point guard in this league. Do y'all
Nah,
actually
he can't
agree
start.
with that?
No, he can't start because of his height.
He's really great as a six man,
he's
Harlem.
really good
I think
as a
he's
six-man.
really great as a six man. That's great value where he's at.
You
Yo,
I
saw
would
he
say.
actually, if you remember,
Yo, bro.
Harlem, he was starting for the Pacers and it was bad. Bro.
Yeah, you got to remember
bro,
some
I'm not
players.
wrong.
Hold on. Some players look good in 20-minute spurts, like.
Yeah,
But then when you start giving them more minutes, Harlem, then you start seeing more
because
things.
Harlem, he started for the Pacers.
That might be
I'm
one of the
gonna
best
be-
takes
yo.
you've ever had, DK.
I'm gonna be honest with you,
Oh,
BK.
thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that.
I know. I have to give you a
I
compliment
actually-
once in the blue moon.
I think in this series he need to start over Halliburton, bro.
I mean,
Real
well,
shit.
is Halliburton gonna
'Cause
play?
then-
He's injured.
No,
They're going to
but
wait.
what I'm saying
They
is,
might
right,
start him if he doesn't play. If Halliburton doesn't play in Game 6,
if
they
you
might
look at
start
the
him.
game,
But
If
come
you
on,
look at the
I mean, what
game
is
yesterday,
McConnell
right?
really gonna do against SGA, bro?
No. Wait. If you looked at the game yesterday, DJ, McConnell single-handedly brought them back. Let's not ignore that. The
No, I'm
Pacers
not
were getting
saying hold
their
on,
ass whipped.
Harlem,
He
but for a
brought them
whole
niggas
season,
back,
we
bro.
talking about a whole season, right? He can't start because if you've seen how the Pacers before Halliburton, he was starting. It was horrible. He's horrible defensively.
But that's not what I said. I
Consistently?
didn't say can he start for the Pacers. I said I think he could be a starting point guard in the league. Period. I'm not talking
Well,
about the
if you
Pacers.
notice,
I'm
if
just
you
talking
notice
about
what
I think he
TJ
No,
could be
he
McConnell
can't
was,
start in the league.
How
Nah,
old
bro.
is TJ McConnell? How old is he?
He's like
like
30,
30, 31, I think.
Nah, he's good as a six man at this point of his career. There's no need to
Yeah,
change
he's
it.
not-
Unless you
he
have to.
can't-
Unless you have to. For
because of his
emergency.
I'm
height, he
telling you,
doesn't
bro.
play. He doesn't play defense. He's not going to be able to. He's
He,
gonna get,
you know what's
he's
you know
gonna
what's
get,
good
like,
about him being
Bro,
in
he
spurts? He
Wait.
pushes the
He
pace
don't
well
play
as a six
defense, bro.
man.
He had 5 steals the other night, bro. He was the
No,
first. He
I'm
was the
saying,
first
hold on.
player.
I'm saying against
like-
like on a consistent basis each night. If he was starting on another team, nah.
He plays
never
better
seen
in
it, though.
20. Wait, Harlem. He plays better in
did it, though,
20-minute
when he was starting
spurts
with the
as
Pacers.
opposed to playing 30 minutes as a starter. What BK
No.
said. He's good at
You
pushing the
said
pace
you
in
said
small
he did it
spurts.
right, but how long
No,
was
all
he a
I'm saying
starter
is,
for?
Harlem,
Did
we've
he do it
seen
for
him
82
like
years?
it's not like we haven't seen him start. We've seen him start before, so it's like for
No,
a
no,
whole
no.
season.
I know that, but I'm saying did he do that for 82 games? And did you see that for a whole season? Like how
It
many
was
games did
like
he start? Is what I'm saying.
because they made a trade. I'm trying to remember when they made the trade. So it was majority of the season before they made the trade, before the all season started.
No. But I'm saying, but like how many games did he start though? Is what I'm asking.
Them years, that was like I think it was like 65. I believe.
He started 65 games, and was it on an ass team though?
Yeah, the team was bad. I mean,
that
well,
don't count,
hold
then,
on.
man.
Let me look at the roster, bro. Hold on.
You know what it is? His shooting form is a little wonky. Like
Remember, hold on, DJ. He had an ankle and he had 2 ankle injuries.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because he got hurt. Because I don't remember how many
Yeah,
games it was.
So that was really kind of impacting his game right there.
But then
somewhat.
again, though, I think Victor Oladipo was on that team. Victor Oladipo was balling, I think, that year.
I think they found a good
I'll
niche
fuck with Victor
with
Oladipo, man.
McConnell as a 6 man. He's got a good
bro.
thing going. There.
Victor
Yeah, so like
Oladipo, nice,
it was
man.
like
He
it was
just-
like
he-
55,
Yeah.
55.
Here's a
That's
question.
decent. No, that's decent.
Here's a question. Could Bennett Mathurin ever be a starter? Is he just a 6 man?
He should start. He should
What do you
start.
mean he should start?
You need all the offense that you can.
Wait, hold on, BK. Aaron Neesmith, you need him in the 3-point shooting, bro.
But can he score? That's the thing.
Nah, he can't put the ball on the floor and go
That's
get his
the thing.
own shot.
That's the thing. You're gonna need
Can you
offense.
play Mathurin at the 2, or does he have to
But
play at the
Mathurin
3?
can't shoot.
Wait, can you play him at the 2, or does he have to play the 3, Mathurin?
Oh, Mathurin? No, he can't play the
I
2. He can't shoot.
Mathurin can't shoot?
No.
He dropped 27, though, in
He's
game
not a
2
good
and
3-point shooter like that. That's one game, John.
I don't know, Ellen. I'm looking at some Derek Queen highlights. He looks good. I don't know. He's kind of heavy.
BK, what's Mathurin's 3-point percentage, bro?
Hold on, let me look it up.
I think it's kind of mid.
I think Queen's around 10 to 14 or 16.
I'm gonna tell you the
I still got
adjustment
Pacers at
Pacers
7.
need to meet. Yo, I'm gonna tell you the adjustment Pacers got to make, DJ. They need to put Obi Toppin in the lineup. They need to go turn up.
Again, he's a player that looks good in 20 minutes, like 20 to 25 minutes. You start
if they don't got Halliburton, it's gonna be tough. I think OKC's gonna
wait, hold on. Where you
put
putting OB at? Because Siakam is the 4.
Well, nah, because
and that's what I'm
you
saying.
can't
I
put.
would go Miles at the center. I would go OB at the 4, Siakam at the 3,
Siakam can't really
2,
play the
and then I
3,
go
bro.
Halliburton at the 1. He can play the 3. Why he can't?
Not
I don't
because his
I don't
ball
think-
handling skills, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think
he's shooting like 34% from this season. What was it in the playoffs?
Told you, Jonathan. Told you, bro.
Nah,
That's
slightly below average.
I know.
That's slightly below average. Slightly below average.
No, I was
That's not
asking
good,
because
bro.
some people look at Mathurin as a Cam Thomas prototype, but I was wondering, will he ever start?
How?
Because he's playing the 6-man
But
role.
Mathurin is way more athletic.
Yeah, he's more athletic.
Yo, how they
I know
compare
you
him?
ain't really been watching the finals, bro, because you just had a nasty take against OB Toppin. Yo, bro, TJ McCollum and OG Toppin are the main reasons why the Pacers beat the Knicks, and
Yo,
they're the
Elements
main
still
reason why they even in this series.
Yeah,
If it
but
wasn't for
sometimes,
OB
but it's like
Toppin and
BK.
TJ McCollum, they wouldn't even be in the series,
But
bro.
Harlem, do you
So
agree
let's keep
with?
it
Nah,
up.
your team got cooked by Tyrese.
If Derek Queen can actually hit the outside shot, I think he may have a shot, man. I think he may be a good player for the Nets,
But
man.
Harlem, don't you agree
I
with
mean,
what
it's a
BK
big,
said,
it's
though,
a
bro?
big if, but it could.
It's a big if we
I
trade
just don't know if he's
but I don't know.
if he's a 5 or a 4 though.
I think if he loses some weight, he could be a 3.
A 3? No, he's not a 3, man.
Nah,
He don't got the handle for a 3.
He has the ball handling for a 3. He has a passing
He
for a
don't
3.
have the ball handling. Like, what?
I don't know where Queen's gonna fall, but I think it's around 14 to 16 in this draft. That's where I really think.
Nah,
he can dribble, but he can't really move like a wing. Like
my thing is this though.
He has to lose weight. That's what I'm saying.
My thing is this though. If we trade up to the 14th pick, would we take Queen?
Keep the weight, get weight, bro. He's 250.
Wait, Ella,
if he can go down to like let's say 235.
If we draft him, I'm like, yo, bro, stay at 250.
Wait, I have a question, LM. If we trade up for the 14th pick, would you take Queen with the 14th pick, or would you go for a different wing? If we moved up to that 14th pick, what would you do?
Probably a different wing. I mean, I don't know how Queen. I don't really know if he's a 5 or 4.
I'm watching him right now. Yo, DJ, I'm watching him right now. He doesn't have doesn't have the fast twitch explosiveness, like the fast twitch muscles to get up off the ground.
I like the defense though.
Yo, BK, let me ask you a question, bro. Who makes you the judge and the juror, bro? You act like you a scout, man. You never scouted.
Yo, you gotta watch the beginning of the show, man. This guy was saying, "Yo, Cam Thomas and Dayron, get him out of here."
Yo, the shit crazy, bro. You come on.
Well,
and talk
listen,
about
man,
what a
the
person
two-game
can do,
theory
what a
guys
person
agree with
can't
me.
do.
Yo, he was like, I'm gonna pay Dayron $5 million, man.
Yo, this person can't do this. This person can't. Yo, bro, like you don't got no type of scout history, nothing, bro. You just come on here yapping about.
He's got the scouting reports, though, the legendary scouting
Yeah,
reports.
yeah.
that he handwritten.
I just started the show because I just don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You're right. You're absolutely
Bro,
1,000% correct. You are definitely right.
The last time we checked, we don't hear about BK the scout, bro. So I'm trying to figure out. You keep saying these players can't do things, like we don't really know what they could do yet, bro.
I'm watching them right, man. Harlem, I'm watching them right now.
If you watch them, bro, you can tell.
I said if he could shoot, I would want him. What are you talking about?
LM, he waited until after college to watch basketball.
Jonathan, I think the problem is BK. You have to say like they're not good at it. It's not like they can't. It's just they're not good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where I sometimes disagree with BK. We have a little battles here.
Like I don't think Claxton is good at free throws.
I don't think none of these dudes is moving the needle for the Nets, bro. I don't even know why I'm debating it.
Wait, Harlem, you haven't looked at Jeremiah Fears, Noah Senge, or Kama Maliwak yet? You haven't looked at those guys?
That's not. No, he's saying moving the needle.
Hold on, Jonathan. About Noah. Hold on. About Noah Sange, he's not skilled enough for a three.
He needs development. He's the rawest,
exactly, John. When you want a more
prospects.
ready now type of player, bro.
No, I agree, but DJ, if we look at our main options at 8, it's either Maliwak, Fears, or Noah. I don't think they're going to go after Brian or Igor.
You look at what have you seen from Maliwak that you think
he's a 7'2" center, 240 pounds. He can move laterally. He can defend. Everything Claxton can't do that you bitch and complain about on the show.
You kind of dreaming with the take on Maliwak. I want Maliwak. I agree with you. I want him, but we dealing with Sean Marks over here, bro.
I know. That's why it looks like Fears and Noah Senge probably. But I was just trying to make that point to him.
I got a question for you, DJ. I want to ask you something, right? So I heard Leaf talk for like 2 years about Zach Edey, right? So hear me out first before you rebut me. And Zach Edey was dog water this year, right? I'm not saying that his career is over, but I mean he got to make a splash.
It was his first year.
He got to do something. So let me ask you this, right? So I seen Maliwak a little bit, right, this year, but I haven't seen a lot of him. So if you had to give an example, right, what separates Zach Edey and him?
The offense.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Zach Edey, I wouldn't say he played. I would say this: he played bad in the playoffs, but in the regular season, he was just mid. Like he was just mid.
Yeah.
He's got to get better. He's got to get better at being quicker, man. He was too slow in that series, man. Like they were stealing the ball off.
I don't know what happened because he was playing fast in the regular season.
I'm gonna be honest with you, John. Right. So I'm gonna tell you this, right? And BK, he's kind of mentioned it in the past. Zach Edey is playing in the wrong era. He's a back-to-the-back player. Like he's like a Shaquille O'Neal player.
He plays like how Zubac. I'm gonna say this though, Harlem. He plays like how Zubac did his first like 3 years.
No. Yeah.
Before he got to better conditioning, you're trying to say, yeah.
But if
that's exactly how he plays.
Play fast. I don't know if you want to slow your offense down for Zach Edey.
Didn't Zach Edey have an off-season procedure on his ankle? He had off-season procedure, right, on his ankle?
No. My thing is that like in order for Zach Edey to play his style, you got to slow your offense down. I just don't. Even like for Joel Embiid, they barely want to slow the offense down for Joel Embiid when he's healthy.
So BK, I want to pose a question to you. So me and Jamal was talking, right? And he said top 3. I said top 6. But I want you, John, and DJ opinion. And my man LM, if he's still on here. He said Orlando is top 3. I said top 6. Which one you agree with more? Top 6 or top 3?
Orlando right now, top 3. I mean, Desmond Bain.
They could be top 3 if not.
I mean, Boston's going. So then Milwaukee. I don't believe in Milwaukee. So yeah, top 3.
So this is what I told Jamal. Right? I don't think they're gonna be better than the Knicks. I don't think they're gonna be better than the Pacers. Hold on.
They got more depth than the Pacers.
I don't think they're gonna be better than the Pacers, and I don't think they're gonna be better than the Cavs. The reason being, right?
The Cavs.
Yeah, I know I like the Knicks, right? But it's no bias. The reason why I picked those 3 teams is because all 3 of them teams already have camaraderie and they've been with each other a little while. Desmond Bain,
But
he's a new
Desmond Bain's
piece.
the
So
only
he has
new
to work
addition.
into
Yeah,
that
but
system.
Desmond
Desmond
Bain
Bain is the only new.
Desmond
The
Bain
way
can go for
Desmond
like
Bain
30
plays,
40
though, he
points
plays
though,
all.
man. Like Desmond Bain can
Yeah,
rock.
but
So it's
you
easy to
gotta
adjust.
still fit into that.
For Desmond Bain, it's easy to
But
adjust.
listen
You
to
know
what
what
I'm
it is?
saying, DJ. You have to
For
still.
me? I see
I'm
him
listening,
as a
John.
top. I see him as a top
I don't
six.
think y'all
Now,
realize how
I think
desperately
my
they
concern
need
with the Magic is I really like the starting five. What's the starting five going to be? It's going to be Suggs, Paolo, Franz, Wendell Carter Jr., and
Bain.
Desmond Bain. They're
And
bench. So that's
there's free agents out there.
my concern is what's the bench going to look
Yo,
like? I think
listen.
if their bench is good, I
Hey,
think
yo,
they're top
listen,
What do you
four
DJ.
mean
or
they're the
five.
bench? Hold on. Do you know they still gonna they gonna bring back
DJ,
Melwan?
listen to this,
Wagner is
DJ.
not leaving his brother. That's number one.
Yo,
Well, they
DJ,
got to
listen to this,
retain. They
right?
got to retain him. They need him for
It
backup. I
took.
agree.
They're gonna have
Wait, wait,
Melwan.
wait.
Hold on.
Yo,
I can tell you
DJ.
they bench right now. They got Jet Howard. They got I forgot how to say his name. Tassan, whatever that wing name
Who's the
is, bro.
sixth man going to be? Anthony
They
Black?
got Wagner. They got
Wait,
Jonathan
wait,
Isaac.
who's the
Black.
They
They got
got
Black over
wait,
there.
DJ? Who's their
They
sixth
only
No,
man?
hold
Gonna
on.
be?
Nathan
Isaac.
Wright.
Jonathan
Let
Isaac
me
and
wake
Mo.
up. Get that
But
noise
hold
in
up. But hear me out though, John. The only thing they missing now is a backup shooting guard. That's all they missing right now, bro.
So is Anthony Black going to be the sixth man for them, like the backup point guard to Suggs?
Yeah.
He could be.
Is he ready?
He might
Is he
be.
ready for it though? Because now
Yes.
they want to go up a level. That's the thing. Will he be ready? That's going to be a question he has to answer for himself.
Well, see, hold on,
Definitely
Tawabi. Now, Malawatch. Now, you watched Malawatch in the Olympics when he was playing for Sudan. He showed a little bit of shooting, but it was a small sample size. But I don't know about Malawatch though,
If
man.
Maliwak could hit threes, his stock goes up even more. He was working on threes at the combine.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of players hit outside of like in practice. Practicing like real games are two different things, man.
Right, but if you see what Maliwak can do, he can do a lot of different things. I think for him,
I went to a New Jersey back in 2006. I went to a New Jersey Nets game. I watched Trenton Hassel warm up. Right, we got there like an hour early. Trenton Hassel was warming up and just hitting he hit like at least 150 like shots in a row. I was like, damn. I said, how do you guard that, man? That's not fair. But then in the game, he was like a low percentage shooter though, man. So I've seen guys like hit shots in practice, but then when it comes to games, like their percentages dip.
Yeah, but BK, if we got him with our lottery pick, it's a great advantage because you need an actual big man. We don't have that, BK. Like,
no, but I'm just saying, like, do you want to waste the 8th pick on him?
That's not a waste. Considering what we got with Claxton Dayron, that's an upgrade.
It's a slight upgrade. Hold on, it's not like you're getting like Jokic or something like that, man. Like
he doesn't need to be Jokic. If Maliwak could be a really great, if he could be a solid defender, a solid pick and lob threat, and shoot threes, Kyle Maliwak gives us way more than Claxton Dayron in 6 years, BK. So stop it.
Oh my God, yo, John, you letting John cook you like this? BK?
No, I will always cook BK hoops, man. Stop.
Yo, BK, I think that the NBA needs to start firing players.
Whoa,
they do. They do.
I'm gonna tell you why, right? Because like, I was thinking this to myself, right? Every time shit goes wrong,
bro. They desperately
they never hold the players accountable, right? So I was thinking about this, right? So JB Bickerstaff, right? He was on the Cavs. He did good on the Cavs, right? Cavs didn't win.
Not in the playoffs.
They traded him, right? He go to the Pistons. The Pistons is still good. So he's a good coach, right? But when does the players take accountability? Like real shit, bro. Like I feel like if players is not performing, it need to be a penalty.
They
like,
just didn't like
your bread goes
no,
down.
like no, it does. Killian Hayes, he's out the league, right?
I'm dead serious.
No, it does.
Yeah, no. But Killian Hayes, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about players that's supposed to be contributing to winning, right? Because it's like Bill Bro, right?
He's saying
so I love
it's a lot that goes into that, Harlem. It's one player doesn't win a game.
Right. Listen, but I love Cat, right? Cat is a phenomenal talent, right? But I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. He don't play defense. No. I'm not saying it's just Cat. I'm just giving you an example. He don't play defense, right? Like say BK, me, you, John, and DJ on the same team, right? And you're not playing defense. I should be able to say, yo, BK, you need to play better defense. and you need to be able to take constructive criticism and
That
be like, yo, I
depends
got
on
to
that
but hold
depends
up,
on who you
Harlan.
guarding. That depends on the matchup. Like you could say, you could tell Cat,
no.
go out there and guard Ja Morant on the perimeter all you want. He's not doing it. He
Yeah,
can't
But no,
do it.
but hold up, BK.
But
It does
here's-
matter who you playing with too, though, bro. Because
but
Anthony
here,
Edwards is the only
but
player.
here's the thing,
Hold
though,
up, hold on.
BK.
But don't you agree, Harlan, that Anthony Edwards is the only player known to man on earth that actually brought out that monster in Cat, bro? Like in the playoffs, you see what he was doing?
But listen to what I'm.
Jalen Brunson can't bring that out
though.
of Cat, bro.
But hold on, wait. But you proving my point. He only brought it out of him because he had a conversation with him. So it furthers my point.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Criticism.
Brunson is not that type
You
of guy.
have
He's not
no.
sit you down and,
But listen what I'm saying, bro. This is why teams don't prosper because there's no accountability. So again, I should be able to say, yo, BK, you're not playing defense. You have to step up. If you watch the game like I watched it, Cat was always stepping back. Nigga, step up. Step up.
So
like
would you
I'm
say?
screaming in the TV. Step up.
Yeah, but
That's
it depends. Sometimes teams. Hold on. Sometimes teams go into zone defenses, though. They go into zone. So
No, I understand that, BK, but we a team, right? So we all have to work together to get better. So if I'm OG Anunoby and you see him on the
But
bench
nobody's
telling
vocal
Cat,
over there, though,
yo,
huh?
no, OG Anunoby in game 1, he was telling Cat, he was talking to him because they had a little heated exchange.
No, I'm saying,
He's like, yo,
I'm saying to the
this
like,
is-
okay, how often does OG Anunoby really is vocal? It's only like a few. He's more.
We
quiet,
don't know,
He's
though.
more quiet in person.
we don't know, but what I'm saying is,
Well,
you
I
have
mean,
to
off
be
the court we don't know,
accountable.
but on the court,
yeah,
like,
wait,
that's
one
what we
second.
can
Hold
only
on. Let me answer Dawabi's question. Listen, I like Malawatch. I'm just saying, like, with his skill set, you can get him at 17, 16,
What? No,
18.
you can't. What are you talking about, BK?
You don't know basketball, man. Let me
You
put the
know, you didn't watch the freaking college season, BK. I
That's
watched
college
it.
pros do.
Malawak is really good. Stop it. Stop it.
He
Get
was
off your
doing
high
really
horse,
good,
BK.
man.
Get off your high
really
horse and stop flying a magic carpet
Yo,
around
BK
here.
over here
You know
ignoring him, bro.
basketball.
I gotta put the
Stop it.
hashtag in there. I gotta put the hashtag.
No,
in there.
hashtag
BK,
BK
you
full
got
of
John
hoopla.
crashing the whip out
Hashtag
here, bro.
BK full of
Yo,
hoopla,
John, why
bro.
you crashing
Stop.
up, bro? Chill.
No, because he's going. He said, "I don't know basketball." When I watch Mally
And the
walk,
thing
man,
is,
he
Yo,
said
I ain't
he's
gonna
going
lie, bro. John, you
17.
be real
Hey, yo,
passionate about more
DJ, so let
college
me
ball
say
than you
this,
do
right?
NBA, bro.
No, hey, I'm
So-
passionate about NBA and college ball.
so
I didn't watch
DJ,
much
listen.
college basketball till recently, man.
All right, here we go right here, man. Here we go.
Really,
At Jonathan
you
doesn't
can't
know
really
basketball.
argue my
BK, does that
point.
make you feel
Wait,
happy
wait,
and confident because your take is still bad? Stop it.
Yo, DJ, you really can't argue my point. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you come on here all the time and say, yo, Cam need to do this, Cam need to do that, right? So if somebody on the team is
He
saying,
does. What do you mean he needs to?
yo,
He
BK,
does.
listen to what I'm, yo, listen to what I'm saying, bro. Relax, my nigga, like you mad hype, chill. So what I'm saying is, if somebody on the team is telling him, you have to do this, right? You have to be able to take constructive criticism.
Wait, hold on. I want to
So
hear.
that goes into my. So
I
hold
wanna
on.
hear what he's
So that
saying.
goes
I
into my
wanna hear what
point.
he's saying.
So that goes into my point with Cat. If somebody's saying, "Yo, bro,
So,
this
wait,
is what you need to do to improve," hold on. This is what you need to do to improve the team. Niggas got to get out their feelings and stop pouting because it's not like I'm telling you something wrong.
But what
It's
I'm
not
saying
like I'm
is
trying
though,
to
when he was,
disrespect you.
no. What I'm saying
Alright,
is
so
when
wait.
he was playing with Anthony Edwards, he was able to take that criticism though. When he got to the Knicks, this
But
is like,
that's
okay, now
right.
it's
But
reverting.
But
But
that's
no,
what
what I'm saying
right.
is it's reverting
So
back
any
to
team
when.
that you on, right? So any team you on, you supposed to take
Hold on.
that.
When he was before
Remember
Ant-Man
when the
got to the
Cavs
league,
was
right?
in the
Hold on.
finals,
Before Ant-Man
DJ?
got to the league,
Bro, that's a bad example, bro.
was
What
Cat
Yo,
able to
Easy,
take
what's
criticism?
happening, bro?
Yo, John.
Yo, hold on. Let me let Easy Ego. Easy, what you think about Malawatch, man? You think you see him as like a top 10 pick? I mean, just beat him just being a lob threat as his main
Man, BK,
strength.
nobody want to talk
Yo,
about the Nets,
yo.
bro. We ain't even
BK,
gonna make
you don't know basketball, BK. Talk.
Yo, BK. I'm respectfully, I'm staying out this fucking draft talk because this shit been toxic from the fucking beginning all the way to the end, my nigga. I'm tired of this bullshit right here. Yo, remember we came into the season, my nigga. I heard everybody talk about, yo, we need to go for Ace Bailey. Now Ace Bailey tanking and niggas talking about Molly.
Yo,
I'm
Easy,
tired
what's
of
good,
niggas.
bro?
I'm tired of
Nah,
niggas,
they were
bro.
saying easy. They were saying Cooper Flag.
Cooper fucking Flag, my nigga. Cooper, I'm tired, bro.
Yo,
I'm tired.
Well, and no, I mean
And we
Cooper
not even
Flag.
gonna get
Hold on,
anywhere
wait.
close to
In
those
3
those top
years,
picks,
yeah,
bro.
2-3 years. I mean, Cooper Flag is he could be like a Jaylen Brown
Oh my!
type of player.
Nah, Easy had a point though.
crazy.
Y'all was capping. Yeah, yo,
You
a
said
lot of
4
dudes
to
was
5
capping up
years
here
it would
talking about
take,
something.
Cooper. Now it's
Bro,
2 to
bro,
3
he-
years.
he- top
You
pick.
crashed the whole ass whip, my nigga. I'm tired of these niggas, bro. Y'all crashed the whip for
Yo,
a whole
Easy,
month
let me
straight,
ask you
my
a
nigga.
question, bro.
No, I mean, listen,
Yo, Easy,
hold
let
on,
me
Easy.
ask
The,
you
the,
something.
draft,
Yo,
wait, the draft is coming up. We gotta be realistic about this, man.
But
What you
Yeah,
think
like
about
why
Marlon?
are
Let
y'all
me put
arguing
this
about
profile
that?
over here,
Like
man.
this is the first time we're in a top
yo,
pick
bro,
in
I'm
the
gonna be
draft
honest
for
with
a
you,
lot of
BK.
years, bro.
It don't
Like
even make
The
sense to
top, bro.
talk about the
Hold up,
draft.
Ellen. We got the 8th pick,
Hey,
bro.
yo,
It's nothing to
BK.
be much excited
that's
about.
the
It
highest
don't
pick
even make
Brooklyn ever
sense.
had.
It don't matter.
Yo,
It's not that
BK, it don't
exciting.
even make sense to talk about the
So
draft. You know
what?
why? Because
That's
10
something
times
you
out of
still
10,
gotta do what you got. You gotta do your due
yo,
diligence
No,
BK,
you
to
got,
see
listen.
who you can add to the
hold on, no,
team.
no,
Nobody is
you got
saying. Hold
some
on.
decent, you got some decent role players. You're not going to get a star, but you can build
Yo,
a
BK,
team. You got
listen
some
though.
decent role
But
players
we
here.
even get in the
10
top
times out
5,
of
bro. Like, what's
10,
there to be excited
the
about, bro?
player you think you're going to get, you're not even going to get, BK. So you're wasting your time. You
No,
got
I mean, let's
Jeremiah
say
We
Smith
don't
out
know
there. You're
that.
going
hypothetically.
to get
Hold
somebody else.
on.
Bro, we're not
If
getting Malawat. The Pelicans are going to draft him, bro.
hypothetically,
Apparently, the
if
Pelicans might want to trade it for Ace, DJ. I heard something
I'm
about
telling you,
that.
hold up.
I
And BK, this is how I know you capping about Malawat, right? Because the teams ahead of us kind of do need backup centers in our center, bro.
See, DJ understands
yeah,
because he
but no, no,
watched
no, no.
college ball.
I'm not
Because
saying
you're saying he
Marlon
drafted at
trash.
17.
I'm not
What are
saying
you
he's
talking
garbage.
about?
I'm just saying, like,
Yo,
based on his skill set, like, what's going to get Marlon into the
Have
NBA,
you
right?
seen what Maliwak has done? He can guard multiple positions.
hey, yo,
He's a pick and
I
lock.
yo,
know
What are you
BK, let me
that.
just
I
say
talking
this.
about?
know
No,
that.
Yo,
I
you
BK,
know
don't.
that.
You're
I
saying
know
he's going
that.
for the
yo,
18th pick.
hey,
Come
BK, let
on.
me just say this to you so we can end the pointless argument. LM already done killed your whole argument. Sean Marks don't draft centers. That's the end, bro. That's the
Uh,
end. You know what I'm saying? He don't draft centers, bro. It's over. So like, you're
Trumbuck
not
needs to
getting
get out
Molly.
of Brooklyn. Trumbuck needs to get the hell
So
out
it's
of
not
Brooklyn. He doesn't know how to draft the
even.
right way at this point of his career.
well, listen, I don't care about what Sean Marks does. I'm talking about what the team actually really needs. I don't give a fuck about Sean Marks.
Yeah, well, if you look at the needs with the 8th pick, Fears, Noah Senge, and Maliwak each fit the bill for what we're looking for
But
at this
here's the
point.
thing, though, BK, right? Like you contradicting yourself because you saying it don't matter what he want. It do matter what he want.
No,
Because if
I'm
he don't
saying
want a
what the
center,
team actually
you know
needs,
what I'm
though,
saying?
man. Because Sean Marks
No,
might be
no, no,
coming
no, no,
off
no.
just to actually
We
pick him at
all
number 8.
agree.
But it's
No,
never
no.
about
We
what Sean
all
Marks
agree
do.
what the
It's not
team
about the
needs,
need.
but Sean Marks is in
He's
charge,
more
so
of
it
a
don't really
want.
matter what we want.
Well,
It's what
no,
he's
no.
gonna do, and he's not gonna go center.
Sean Marks. Let's say Sean Marks wants to go out there and really get it big. All right, so he pivots, he changes direction. I'm just saying, Malawatch at number 8, just
Yo,
for a
bro,
lob guy.
Sean
I
Marks
mean,
been
He
here since
does
what,
more than just be.
2016?
I'm not even
When
going to keep
have you
arguing
ever
with PK.
seen
He
him
doesn't
pivot?
watch the guy.
And that's what
He
I'm
doesn't
saying.
watch
Like, when
that
have you
guy.
ever seen him pivot, bro?
He
The
never
man
has.
hasn't pivoted in like
whoa,
10 years. It's
Jonathan,
over.
Jonathan,
He's
hold
not
on.
gonna
What the
pivot
fuck are you
now.
talking about? He
No,
does
because
more
you
than
don't
one.
watch
Look
college
at the
ball,
big
B. You
picture
don't
over here,
watch
man.
Molly Walker do. All you
This
watch
shit
is
right here.
5-minute crappy highlights, BK. So get off your high horse. Get off
This
your
shit
high
right here.
horse,
What
dude.
are you
You're
talking about?
bullshitting us like you're a used car salesman.
That's
Like
more
you're
than
the big
one.
Prince Hollywood agent.
That's more than
Stop
one.
it, Hoops.
These
Yo,
two been going at it all stream,
These
bro.
niggas think-
god
Out of
damn.
here, bro.
That's right here.
I listened to this guy for 2 years tell me Ben Simmons the
You
best
want to
thing
get
since
this
sliced
at number 8
bread.
right here?
My headphones sensitive, my nigga.
Respiratory
God
systems
damn, my
can
Out,
nigga.
bro.
sometimes
God
be an
damn, son.
issue for players his size, and cardiac
Telling y'all,
I'm
trouble
John
gonna
be
have
call
crashing
you
out on
been
BK
BK
all
headlined.
stream, bro.
Scouting Hoops Report. That's
At
what I'm
one
gonna call you.
incident
BK
where he
Scouting Hoops
vomited
Yo,
Report.
while
Easy,
in
what's
the
good, my
game.
nigga?
Foot speed
What's
hurts
good, Easy?
his ability to switch and guard.
He can guard different positions. He has the foot speed. What are you talking about?
Over here, man. Who are you? Are you an NBA scout right
He
now?
made the Final Four
You're
because of
not
the
an
defense
NBA
he played
scout.
for Duke.
I'm going on a scouting report over here, man.
BK, all he's saying is, have you watched Malawatch, bro?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah,
No, you haven't. You watch highlights. That's
I
all
watched.
you
I
watch.
watched him in the Olympics. I'm not. Listen, I'm
Oh, the
not.
Olympics. That
Have
was
you watched?
before
Hold on,
college,
BK.
right?
Listen,
BK, have you
I'm not
watched full
saying he's
games of
garbage.
Malawatch,
Come
bro?
on,
Hold on.
nobody's
Have
saying
you watched
Malawach
all
is
Duke
trash.
games
Have you
this
watched?
season?
Have you watched
Have you
him
watched
without?
all
Have
of
you
Duke
watched him
this
besides
season?
highlights? Have you
That's the
actually watched him?
question. Have you watched Duke this season? Every
Yeah, I
single
watched him.
game.
I watched a couple of Duke games. I'm just not blown away by him. I'm just saying.
Oh, of course.
bullshit now.
I'm just not, but on the way. When I look
It
at,
sounded like he watched highlights, bro.
when I look at players
That's
like,
it, DJ. That's it.
hold on.
So
When I
I'm
look at players like
confused,
Yo,
BK.
But
DJ,
everything
I
you're
can
saying
listen to
about him is
BK
wrong, though.
I can listen to BK for 5
Yo, hold
seconds and
on.
tell he doesn't know a certain player. Seriously,
So,
I really
BK, so
can.
I'm confused, BK. You saying that they need Mollywatch, so like I'm confused. Are you saying you want
no,
them to
I just
draft
don't
him?
want. I don't want the
He don't
Nets
want to
to
draft
waste.
him at 8.
Yeah, I don't want him to draft him at 8. I want Malo Watch, but not at 8.
Oh my
But
god.
hold on, BK, can you agree?
So what do you
Hold on.
want? What do you want?
BK, can you agree though that even regardless though, he's gonna probably go higher
Number
than 8,
31, nigga. That's what we wanted at. Number 31. That's what we wanted at.
What's the difference? No, nigga, he's still going to be
Why?
on the team wherever you pick him at.
So based on the scout report over here, because they
I don't
saying
realize there's a couple of teams that need centers, bro. Like the Pelicans, they need a center.
Well, no. What I'm
but
saying
DJ,
is BK sounds weird because if you pick him at
DJ,
8 or 13,
it doesn't matter though.
He's still on the
The
team.
teams that
yeah, but why would you want to waste? Like,
It's not wasting. I can't even. This guy does not know basketball. Like seriously, he really look at.
See, Jonathan, let's come ask you go watch there Big Zach Edey at number like number 6, 7, or 8.
Bro, it's not a waste because Zach Edey was a role player, a center role player that they needed.
Yo, DJ, don't even bother. He just disagree with you. Say the guy.
Because hold on.
BK, no. Answer the question, bro. Who was the Memphis? Because you love bringing up Zach Edey. Who was the Memphis Grizzlies going to draft at 9th when they needed a center?
Yeah, you could have got a. No, I'm saying they need a
exactly.
center.
Nobody.
They need
because it's crazy how you talk about Zach Edey. There was no. You're not listening, bro.
That Malo Watch. Listen to this right here. Hold on.
Bro.
It says respiratory systems can sometimes be an issue for players his size and cardio.
What does that have to do with his skill set? Respiratory? What are you, a doctor? You medical GM? What are you going, man? Stop.
Yo, Jonathan, I'm gonna put a skirt on you, man.
No, you. Yeah, stethoscope, Dr. Hoops. You got
this question,
man. Respiratory.
Some scouts are saying that he's not gonna be able to play heavy minutes. So he's probably going to be a due to these type of issues right here. Hopefully he can get over this.
Right. You're a doctor, BK. We forgot you're a doctor. Tell me what else you got.
I mean, if he has a medical issue, I mean, there's nothing we can do about that, bro.
So, LM, if the Nets is 8, right, is there any way that they could trade with another team on draft to get something before 8? Like possibly 6 or 5?
No.
Possibly. They could, but I don't know. It's on Sean Marks. Like, I don't think I think it's possible, but I don't think necessarily Washington. No, hold on. What I'm saying is, it's on 2 people to make a deal, right? It's not just one signing. They both got to agree to a deal.
No, what I'm saying is, though, Washington, the teams ahead of us, the bad teams, right? They already got like effed over by the NBA. So why would they trade down?
I mean, this is why I was saying at this point in time, if you are going to trade, I don't think necessarily you're going to have an option with Washington or Charlotte.
That's what I'm saying.
So LM, name 3 players, right? So name 3 players who you could take at 8, possibly. If it was 3 players who they could get at 8, like who would those 3 players be?
BK, don't interrupt when he says Fears.
I mean, Fears, Asenge, or Malawa. That would probably be the 3 players we probably
So LM, right? You the GM for the Nets. Right? I don't know who you like the most. I don't even care. But if you're the GM of the Nets, right? LM is the GM. And LM is the GM, and you like, okay, you feel me? Like, this is what I feel like fits the Nets' biggest need. What player fits the Nets' biggest need is who you gonna pick. Who are you picking out of them 3 that you feel fits that need? And then tell me why you feel they fit that need.
I would take Fizz at 8. Call it a day.
Explain why.
To me personally, we need a point guard. He fits that mold. He's 6'4", almost 6'5".
He a point guard? I thought he was like a small forward. Okay.
No, he a point guard. He can run the floor, play the pick and roll, really good playmaker, and can create for himself. He's a shot creator. And we honestly need that at our guard spot. Point guard. You see the point guards in the finals balling out.
John, you the GM, bro. You the GM, John. Who you picking and why?
John left the panel. That smoke was too much for him.
Oh, John left. Yo, Easy, you the GM. Who you picking?
Yo, Jonathan, drop
John's still there. John's still here.
Oh, you saw? Oh, okay.
No,
Yo,
no, I
He
think
might
he
be
left.
on mute. He probably.
No, he left. He left. He left.
Yo, John, where you
Easy,
go,
you
bro?
the
Join back.
GM. Who you picking and why?
my nigga, I told you I'm staying out this toxic bullshit,
Oh,
bro. Don't put me.
right.
No,
You the GM. Who you picking, BK? You the GM, BK. Who you picking?
Maybe what's this dude's name? Probably him over here. What's his name? Conspirus Jaconis.
Oh, we firing this nigga.
Because he can he could play. He's a multi-positional player. He could play off on
I
and
like
off
his
basketball.
spirit,
He
but
can
I don't
pass.
like him at 8 though.
Yo, we firing you, BK. You fired. Yo, Scott, who you picking, Scott? You the GM. Who you picking at 8, bro? Scott, you on the clock, my boy.
I'm picking Jeremiah Fairs.
Okay, so it seemed like everybody is going with
Scott likes
Fairs, and I
one-dimensional
think
guys.
John
Okay.
is going, and like John is going with like Malawak, then, right? I'm kind of guessing.
Yeah, I like
DJ,
Malawak. I don't know
who I'm picking.
Who you picking, DJ? You the GM of the Nets.
I got the list up here. Number 8, man.
Fears, probably Fears, Yegor, or Derek Queen, and then Malawak.
Yegor at number 8.
And the thing is, you got to pick one.
I said Derek Queen. I said Derek Queen. If not Fears, then Yegor, and then Malawak.
Yo. So
and I really don't like Fears and Cam backcourt, bro. That backcourt is nasty. That's
no, exactly. I agree. Yeah.
So LM, I was getting Fears and Queen mixed up. My bad. Queen is the kid from Maryland, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
He's the big
so
man,
he's like the small forward.
Yeah,
dude,
BTP.
right?
I'm gonna do a separate video on Conspirus.
Nah,
I'm hearing Washington might. I'm hearing
Washington
might want him though. Just so because he's the home. He could be like a home. He the hometown kid.
He say, yo, we need literally everything.
He's from Maryland. So.
Yeah, that's true, Dewab.
Hey,
he is right. We do need a lot of
I
things.
ain't gonna lie to you, BK. Right? If you
That's
made
what I'm
a point
saying.
the
We need
last
the whole
time,
damn roster.
I'm listening. Go ahead, Harlem. What happened?
This roster is
you
garbage.
made a point the last time that I agree with. I think Boston should tank to get AJ, but if they fucked around and did that, like if they got Tatum back and they was somewhat good still,
bro, what
and
are
they
you
was
talking
able
about right
to,
now?
draft
where would
AJ,
AJ
that
even
would be
fit at
crazy.
though? He plays similar to Jason Tatum.
Bro, the niggas
Well, the
about
thing
to go
is,
number
he is
1,
from
bro.
Massachusetts,
How
though.
the fuck they about to get that, bro?
Well, you got to realize, like, Tatum about to be out for half of the season. They about to gut the team.
So Boston
gonna
be
be
the worst
playing.
team in the
You saying
league?
Boston gonna tank?
But they only hold up. They're not
Yo,
gutting
bro,
teams. There's
listen,
only 2 players.
hey, yo, listen to what I'm saying, Easy. They trying to trade Porzingis and Holiday, right? They already talking about if they get a crazy package, they gonna trade Brown. But let's just say Brown stays, they trade Porzingis and they trade thing,
Yeah,
right? You
that's the only
got
2
Brown
players they
and
need to
Derek
trade,
White.
bro.
Tatum is gonna be out most of the season. They gonna be a playing team at best, bro.
They still
Like,
Nah, they
let's
not
keep it
gonna
a
get a
buck.
fall off
playoff
that far,
seed,
bro.
my nigga. No, bro.
Bro,
The East is
Boston's gonna be a
Y'all think
playing at
y'all think
best.
hold up. The East is
y'all
still
think
weak,
Jalen
bro. There's
Brown
only
is
like 5
carrying that
teams that's
team
really
to a
good.
top 3 seed?
Yo, bro, Boston gonna be a playing at best, bro.
Who they gonna?
Boston is
Who's
not
gonna
gonna
be
be a
ahead of them?
top 3 seed next year, in my opinion. I don't think
They
they're
gonna be a
They're gonna be a
playing
top 5
team,
seed,
bro.
bro.
Yo, Ellen,
Hold up, they'll be like
yo,
a they'll
bro,
be a
Tatum
hold
is
up,
out
they'll
most
be
of
a
the
5th,
year.
6th seed or something like that. Before Tatum.
Bro, they not gonna be no 5th or 6th seed, bro.
Who's
They
better
trading
than
most
them?
of the team.
They could be
Who's
a
gonna
5th
be
What
over
you
them?
mean, yo,
6th
bro?
seed.
Everybody in the East is better than them niggas right now, bro.
What?
Al Horford is washed up.
No,
They
Bro,
not
Al
every
Horford
team
is
in the
washed
East, bro.
up.
not every
I think
team.
Yo,
Orlando
bro.
better than them right now, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
No,
Bro,
outside of no, I'm saying
Orlando,
okay.
the Knicks,
Hold on.
the Pacers, the
LM,
Cavs,
outside
the
of Milwaukee,
Bucks,
hold on.
they all
Outside
better
of the
than them. The
Cavs,
Heat,
outside of the Cavs, the Knicks, Orlando, Pacers, and Detroit. Who's better
and the
than them?
Bucks, nigga, and the Bucks.
The Bucks
If
is not
Giannis
better
stay
than
on
them,
the
bro.
Bucks with Dame, if Dame and Giannis stay on the Bucks,
Dame is
Game
injured for
Achilles is
Dame is gonna be out
torn,
half
my
the
nigga.
season
they
What
too.
we
better
doing,
than
bro?
Boston.
His Achilles is torn.
Yeah,
Hold on,
Dame
Dame is out. Hold on,
towards
Harlem.
Oh,
This how
yeah,
you
right.
Harlem. This how you know you don't know what you're talking about, right?
Sorry.
Because guess
Right.
what? Dame is out half the season too.
He might retire.
No, right.
But
So
who
that's
knows? Somebody,
that's five.
a team next year might. We don't know. A team might. Next year might.
Well, the
surprise
Raptors is going to be in the play-in, I believe, if they
He
stay
might be
healthy.
in the playoffs.
And the Raptors, The Bulls
If
might
they
be
stay
better
healthy,
than
it's
them
all-
niggas.
They might be a
if they stay
playoff
healthy.
team if they healthy.
Because this season
I'm
they was looking
telling
like they was
you.
gonna make the play-in before they got all hurt.
Yo,
They ain't
DJ,
hurt
Boston
now.
is cooked, bro. I fuck with
There's gonna
Jalen
be a
Brown.
there's gonna be
hold
an
on.
Eastern
All
there's
I'm
gonna be an
saying is,
Eastern
though,
Conference
they'll
team
be
at 7
hold up
that's
before
gonna surprise us.
because whatever trade they make, we don't know what trade they gonna make. It might make them better.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they not making no trade. Yo, bro, if you trading for
Bro,
Zingas, you ain't gonna
mind
get
you,
nothing better than
I
that.
think this
No,
all
they're
season.
packaged.
I
They
think
might
this
do a
all
package. You
season,
don't
a
know.
lot
It's
of
too
people gonna
soon.
get moved, bro.
It's too
Hold
I
up.
think
soon.
this
to-
all
Hold
season,
up.
a
But
lot
you
of
said,
niggas is
hold
getting
on, bro.
moved.
It's
You
too
never
soon
know
to
with
dress
Boston, bro.
for who's
Boston.
going to be wide.
No.
Too soon.
But I'm just saying it.
Hold on. For
Unless
the
you get
past
like
like
Giannis
6,
or
7 years, bro.
Anthony. Wait.
Hold on. For the past 6, 7 years, do you realize how good Boston has been, bro?
Yeah, been very good.
I mean, you get a 4 from
So let me
Grace
ask you a
eventually.
question,
You're
right?
not always at the top forever.
No, not always.
Wait.
No, I'm
Yo,
not saying.
DJ,
I'm not gonna say they're
technically
gonna make the
Boston
championship
hasn't.
again. All I'm saying is though, the
Technically
East is not the
Boston
West,
hasn't
bro.
been that
Like it's
good,
only
DJ.
about like 6 teams that's really good.
Yo,
Wait till
DJ,
all the
technically
trades
Boston
finish, and
hasn't
then
been
you'll
that
know
good though,
what's
right?
going on.
Because
What?
Boston only won one championship in 7 years, so they not that good, bro.
Come on, bro.
You feel
'Cause
me?
there's
Like
gonna be a lot
they
of
won one
movement.
time. They was a winning team, but don't
Bro, they've
act like
always
they
hold up.
won multiple
Since
championships.
Jason
They
Tatum
only
and
won
Jalen
one
Brown entered the
championship.
league, hold up. Since them two entered
And
the
they
league,
only
they've
won
always
one
been in the
championship.
conference finals, bro.
And they only won one championship. That's not a good
Okay.
resume, bro.
And they was
Respectfully,
puppies. Now
it's
they
not a good
grown,
resume.
bro. Hold
It's
up.
not
They
easy
was
to win a
puppies back then. Now they
championship.
grown, bro.
But
No, I feel you,
It's
but I'm
not.
just saying you act like
Harlem,
that's a
do you
good
know?
resume. Like Kyrie
Do you
and
know the
LeBron.
age?
Wait.
Hold up. Do you know what the standard is for the age when you win your first championship?
Kyrie and LeBron
Yeah.
went to the finals four
Hold up,
times in a row, right?
Hold on. Answer the question. How many greats
What's good?
won a championship before the age of 25, bro?
Before the age of 25?
Not many.
Didn't Jordan win before 25?
No, Jordan
Nah,
won when he was like
Jordan won at 28.
Jordan won at
getting
28.
slapped up by the Celtics, my nigga. That's what's happening.
No, but I'm saying, but it's not
And
a
LeBron won at
a
what?
good
20.
resume
How
though.
old LeBron? LeBron was like 27, 26.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is when you say winning, I equate winning the championships. Cleveland went to the finals 4 times in a row and only won 1. That's not an impressive resume, bro.
those days might
The
be
goal
over
is not to
with.
keep making it
But
to the
I'm just
championship
saying
and
this though,
losing. Nigga,
Harlem.
you
If
want to
you
make
look
them
at
win.
them teams back then, you
They might
saw
be
how
old.
young, bro. You basically could say Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown was rookies.
Yeah.
No facts, bro. I'm not
So-
saying that they wasn't a good team. I'm just saying in 7 years you win one
Nah,
ring.
like-
That shit is not like an impressive
Listen,
resume,
I like
bro.
Boston, bro.
Like that's not
As
impressive.
much as as much as I dislike some of the things they do, bro, I like Boston. I like Jason Tatum. I like
You know how
Jalen Brown.
hard it is
like-
to win a title?
Like
That's what I'm
Kobe and
saying. It's
Shaq
so
went
hard
to
to
the
win a
chip
title,
like
bro.
5 times, right?
going on
Wait.
right now, bro?
Like
You talking
Kobe and
about 7
Shaq went to
years
the
when
chip
you
like
won is
5 times,
not
right?
good enough?
But come on, let's be fair though, Harlem.
talking about
They
Shaq and
ran
Kobe,
into
my nigga.
Kawhi.
What we doing,
They
my
ran
nigga?
into Kawhi. They ran into
You
KD,
doing
James
oh,
Harden,
you
and
doing some
Kyrie.
bull fucking
Like,
shit.
come on, bro.
Who?
Boston.
Yo, bro.
Let's not act like they didn't have no comp, bro.
Boston swept the shit out Brooklyn.
No, that was 1 year. I'm talking about the year we had.
The year before that.
Yeah, before that, because we gentlemen swept. Them.
Yeah, but the year before that didn't count though, because remember Tatum was hurt.
Every year counts.
No.
Jalen Brown was
I'm
hurt.
lying. Jalen Brown was hurt.
Tatum
Yeah,
Every
right.
year
Jalen
counts.
Brown was hurt. So technically, that ain't even really count because Boston ain't even had a
Listen,
full
you know,
team. And
No,
they
all I'm
just-
saying is they
in
had
general,
comp, bro. They had comp.
In general, it's very difficult for them players to get to the finals, man.
And bro, he won at the age of like how old is bro?
So
Tatum is still mad young, and he won a championship
downplay
at the age of
because of
25.
injury that you get there.
Nah, I'm
And
not
you still gotta
downplaying Scott.
play.
I'm just saying, bro.
A lot of things gotta line up.
Yeah, hold on. BTP, I like him too, man. I just think he got to lose a little weight. I think if he can get down to like 250.
Tatum has
I
an
was
impressive resume
watching
for
his
somebody that
highlights.
Yo, Scott, let me say this to you, Scott.
Yeah.
Is Orlando a top 3 team, Scott?
They might be with this move. They all in. That's for sure.
Yes.
They all
Yes.
in.
And
yes,
Scott,
nigga,
they got
yes.
a good
They're all
bench,
in.
bro.
Yes.
You
Yes,
think
they
they
are.
top
Yes.
3 easy?
Yes.
They're gonna
Yes,
be a
nigga.
threat.
And
You
please
willing to bet your
explain
house
that easy. Explain to Harlem why is that the case? Because he
Nigga,
doesn't
all
need
they
it.
needed was scoring and shooting, nigga, and
Yeah,
they gave up practically nothing, nigga. Watch what the fuck happened. Watch them
They gave
work,
up
nigga.
KCP, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna happen, my nigga. Like they a second round exit at best, nigga. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay, that's better than what
Y'all
they made
niggas
in
is
the
talking
draft.
like they about to win the
Second round exit.
championship. Them niggas is a second round. Them niggas is a second round exit. Book
Bro,
it, nigga.
first of all, they
Remember I
beating
told y'all
the
that you heard it
Cavs.
here
That's number
first.
one. Hold up,
First
they
of
beating the
all,
Cavs. Cavs is
first of all,
overrated.
you gotta have a
Yo,
bench
bro,
in
I
the East.
fuck with Desmond Bain, but let's not jump out the window all crazy.
Hold
Come
up,
on,
Harlem.
bro.
Do you realize every time they matched
Y'all
up with the
niggas is
Cavs, they
just
almost
jumping
beat
out
them?
the
You know,
window,
hold up,
bro. Like
Harlem.
Desmond Bain
Hold
and Donovan
Harlem.
Mitchell. Stop, bro.
Do you know
Stop
why
it.
the
Stop.
Cavs beat them? Because why? And the games be close. It's not like Orlando was getting swept or something, bro.
No, it wasn't like they were getting their ass wet.
It's because of
Yo,
what?
bro, let
Orlando
me
took
Shooting. They
them
just
to
couldn't
say this
shoot,
to
seven.
you,
bro.
right?
They couldn't
Bro,
shoot. They
listen.
needed shooting to beat the Cavs, and
Desmond
now they have
Bain
it.
is a good player. The
They bench
Magic is
his
still
ass.
a player away, bro. They
Nah,
got
I'm not saying
closer to being
championship, but
more
they gonna
competitive,
hold up,
but
Harlem.
they still
Do you
need a
know how
player,
bad?
bro.
Hold up, you overrating the Cavs right now, bro. What do the Cavs do in the playoffs?
Bro, I'm not overrating the Cavs at all. I'm just
Hold up.
saying to
Let's
you,
be real about the Cavs.
you
Everybody
have
up here,
to.
they play
Nah,
so
listen,
well in the
in
regular
the
season, right?
player in the 7-game series, I don't think you could have Jared Allen and Evan Mobley together. That's the thing. And
And what is
regular
Evan
season
Mobley
it
gonna do
works.
against Paolo,
You,
bro?
DJ, right? Yo, look. Yo, DJ, I'm not one to
And
give
how does Mobley
excuses,
win
right?
Defensive Player of the
But
Year when he
They
lost
bench
no
fell,
football?
hey, yo,
man.
let me just say this, DJ. In all fairness, I'm not here to give excuses, right? But in all fairness, bro,
No, I just don't
Garland
like when
was
people
hurt,
overrate the Cavs. Like I just think the
right?
Cavs is the first
No,
round
no,
exit.
no. Garland was hurt, right? You
Come
feel me?
on, bro.
Injuries are part of the game.
Toe.
He
Come
still
on, he was
came back and
hold up.
played.
His big toe was hurting, bro. He could have played, bro.
No,
Stop it.
cool. No. Cool. He
They
played, right? No
soft, bro.
excuse.
Hold on. What
But
teams you know, bro? They soft. They whole
right, I
roster
just
is
said that.
soft.
I
They
just
all
said that.
soft
I
players.
just said that. I said he played. No excuse. But what
No,
I'm
but I'm
saying
saying
is,
no,
right?
Harlem. Well, this is what I'm saying though. If you look top to bottom of their roster, them dudes is soft. Jared Allen is soft. Mobley soft. I mean, I guess you could throw Mitchell. I mean, Mitchell's the only probably the tough one over.
Yo, bro. So hold on. This Cavs team has been together the last 3 years.
And
They
still
have
can't even get past the
camaraderie,
second round.
and you're gonna say that because you get Desmond Bain, they instantly over them. It don't work like that, bro.
No,
It don't
the
work
reason
like
why
that,
I'm
man.
saying that is because every
It don't
time they
work like
matched up against each other in the playoffs,
A top
Orlando
3 seed
almost
is
beat
not
them.
over the hump, my nigga. What we
Hold on,
doing
hold
right
on.
now, bro?
Easy. If you look at the
Nah,
matchups
but
though, they almost beat
hey,
the
yo,
Cavs
easy.
each time they play together.
Yo,
That's
easy.
a fact.
They just
I'm
needed
not saying
shooting.
they can't be a top 3 seed, but what I'm saying is to just sit here and just make it seem like if
Yes,
they meet
because
in the
why,
playoffs,
Harlem?
they're gonna
Harlem.
obliterate the
Why?
Cavs. Like
Why did?
that's nasty work,
How
bro.
close was those games
They
against the
can
Cavs, bro, when they was
possibly
facing
do
each
that,
other?
my nigga. Why is that a problem? Why is that like something that can't go over your mind, my
Yo,
nigga? Like why
bro,
is that something
you
you
ain't
can't comprehend? Like
you not
why the Cavs
listening.
is
You not
unstoppable, my
listening,
nigga?
easy. You not listening, bro. They got camaraderie. You just don't get a nigga and instantly say,
No,
yo,
the
we gonna
Nigga,
Orlando
beat
they
these
Magic
got
have been
niggas
together
that
too. What are you
day. It
talking
don't
don't
do
about?
work
that,
like that,
bro.
bro.
Don't do that, bro. Don't
Orlando's
do
been
that,
Oh
together
my,
the
bro.
same
yo,
amount of years too.
Don't do
bro,
that, bro.
y'all niggas act like Desmond Bain is Giannis Antetokounmpo or
Hold on,
something,
Nobody
bro.
bro.
is
Cut it
saying
out.
that, bro. Hold on. Harlem, listen to what we saying,
What?
bro.
Yo,
They
Can
can
I talk,
beat
y'all
Coop?
them.
niggas,
They
yo,
can.
y'all niggas
Can I
is,
talk, Coop?
Weezy,
Let me talk,
Nobody is
Coop.
saying they're
easy.
gonna win
Y'all
a
niggas is
championship, bro. You're
crashing
not
the whip
listening, bro.
right
They
now.
Let
can
me
I
beat the
talk,
like
Coop. Let me
Cavs,
Desmond
talk,
bro.
Coop.
Bain, bro.
Let me talk, Coop, real quick. Let me talk, Coop, real quick. Real quick, my nigga. Real quick. But we saw the series against the Cavs and the fucking Magic, my nigga. They implemented John Dick Isaac and took out everything that the Cavs really had to do. Nigga, Donovan Mitchell had to take the ball and fucking chuck. You telling me if they see each other again and now they got better offense and better shooting and better defense, you don't think that's going to be a
Stuff they didn't
fucking
have
series, my
before.
nigga?
Hey
Are you
Harlem, he
fucking
got you
Yo,
drunk?
there.
bro, I did not say it's not gonna be. I did not say it's not gonna be a better series. I just don't think that they just gonna beat the Cavs like how y'all saying, bro. It don't
Nigga,
work
Yes,
like
it
they
that.
went
are,
7
bro.
It
games, my
don't.
nigga. Are you
It
forgetting
don't
what
work like
happened
that.
in the
It
series, my
don't.
nigga?
That's what I'm
It
Franz
saying.
do
He's
went
not
0
forgetting,
for
work
bro.
like,
fucking
He don't even know
bro.
17,
why
my
It
the
do
nigga.
Orlando
not.
Magic lost, bro. He just acting like, oh, Cavs
Franz
is
It
better.
do
went
not
0 for
work. It do
17,
not.
my
It
nigga.
do not work.
Franz
Harlem,
It
listen to what
don't
he's
Wagner
work
saying,
went
though.
like
You're not
0
that.
listening
for
to nothing he's
Yo,
saying, bro.
17, my nigga.
Yo,
Franz
one at a time,
Wagner
y'all. One
went
at a
One at a
0
time.
time.
for
One at a
Yeah,
time.
one
17.
mic, one mic, one mic.
Nigga,
Yo,
I'm going.
Ellen, I'm
I'm
looking at
going.
these Danny Wolf.
I'm
I'm looking at Danny Wolf
it
right now, man.
don't.
bro,
It
bro.
don't.
Real quick,
It
real quick,
don't.
real quick,
It don't work
real quick.
like that, bro.
Bro,
Yes, they do because them
Franz
games was
Wagner
close.
was
Orlando
0 for
almost had.
fucking 17 in game fucking 7, my nigga. Are we fucking serious?
Yo, listen. Hey, yo, listen to
Mind
what
you,
I'm
that
saying,
game
right?
7, Orlando was up by halftime.
Right.
It's just they threw
Yo,
they
bro,
threw the bag on
listen,
that.
yo, LM. I'm not saying the Magic's not competitive. All I'm saying is to say that one player is gonna get
We're not saying one
them
player.
over the hump against a team that been together. Nah, I'm not jacking that, bro.
Nobody
the
is
Cavs
saying
been
one
together
player.
for
And you
3
acting.
years.
Hold on.
Well, you
Do
act
you
like
realize how long Orlando
haven't
have been
been
together?
together.
Hold on.
Right, Orlando's been
Orlando
together
have
for
been
some
together
time
Like they
now.
longer.
just made the team. They've been together.
They've been together longer than the Cavs.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yo,
think
bro, let's break
Harlem.
yo,
You
no.
just
Yo, bro, you niggas is go. Yo, bro, like let's break this down. You really think the Magic lineup is better than the Cavs? Are you niggas
Yes.
serious
Yeah.
right now, bro?
I
Y'all
think
Now
niggas,
it
I
is.
think
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
compete.
I told you.
niggas
Hold on.
bro.
I think they're gonna
Y'all
compete.
You
niggas
have.
Hold on.
bro. What?
Hold up.
I
BK,
think they're
before you
gonna
go.
compete.
BK, before you go, bro.
This is
Look,
nasty
outside
work,
of
bro. This is
Donovan Mitchell,
unbelievable.
right? Hold
Oh,
on.
DJ's not show. I go. Nah, I'm messing with you. Go ahead. I'm not fucking with you.
Yo.
Yikes.
Matter of fact, I put
Go
them in
ahead.
front of. I put
I'm
them in
messing
front
with you.
of.
I'm messing with you.
I put them in
Outside of
front of
Donovan
quite a few
Mitchell,
teams in the
hold
East
on.
right now.
Scott. Outside of Donovan Mitchell, bro, Harlem. Who over there in the playoffs outperforms Donovan Mitchell? No, bro, nobody on that team be performing like that, bro.
Yo, all right, so hold on. So, all right, yo, DJ, you might need to be drug tested, but I'm gonna see, my nigga.
No,
Yo,
you
so
need to
like
be
you
drug tested
telling
to
me,
believe that a regular season team gonna beat
wait,
somebody in the playoffs and make it that far, bro.
So you
The Cavs
telling
is not
me,
going nowhere,
so
bro.
wait.
They are
So
a
you
regular
telling
season
me,
team, Harlem.
hold on, wait. And so are the Magic, because they ain't do shit. So cut it out, right?
What?
But since
Hold
we
on.
on the topic,
Yes, they did. They took them to a
you
game 7.
telling
A
me,
team that was the first team.
bro, they took them to a game 7 and lost, nigga. So you lost the argument. So
No,
stop
you
it, nigga.
lost
The
the argument
Magic
because you
ain't did
saying that they
shit
just
in years.
easily beat them. Do you know how close them games was?
No, I didn't know. I never said that. You said that the Magic are better now because they got Bane.
No,
And what my
hold on.
counter
I
argument,
always thought. Hold on. I
okay,
always
cool.
had the Magic's
Okay,
roster.
cool.
Hold on.
But we just talking about now, though. We're not talking about prior.
I
We're
don't
talking
think just
now.
because
You
they
think
added
that
Bane, they're
Bane?
better now.
Hold on, wait. Okay, but
They
obviously
always needed
that
shooting
has
to
to
beat
be
the
your
Cavs.
argument.
That's what they needed. They need shooting, and they added shooting. Now they're a better team.
Okay, cool. But that has to be your argument, is that Bane gets them over the top. Because you felt before Bane that they was better, but they wasn't because they lost, my nigga. You feel me? So you lost. So now you think that Bane
That's
is the
not what
nigga
I'm
that's
saying.
gonna get them
Because
over the top.
even if they didn't, because I even said this, if they went out and got at least three players that can shoot the ball, bro, they would be better than Cavs.
Nigga, Colwell Pope could shoot. He had a bad
No, he
shooting year,
couldn't.
and
Do
they
you
just
even
threw him
watch the
away.
Magic? He was shooting horrible this
on
season.
this team.
Yo, hold on. Yo, DJ,
You did
hold
not
on. Let me
watch the
ask you a
Magic, bro.
question,
He was
right?
shooting
He was
horrible this
Let
dirt
me
in
season,
the
ask you a
bro.
question.
playoffs.
He
Let
was
me
not
ask you a
shooting well,
question. Let me
bro.
ask you a
You're
question.
capping right
Let
now,
me
bro.
ask
He
you
didn't
a
watch the
question.
Magic.
Because
He did not shoot well this
because
season,
you have
bro.
a bad
He did not
because
shoot
you
this
have a
well.
bad shooting
For the
year.
past 2
Hold
years, he
on.
hasn't. What are you talking about?
Bro, but because you have a bad shooting year, that just makes
A
you
year?
terrible.
It's been 2 years.
Yo, bro.
Bane is
Colwell Pope's
arguably
a
a better
good shooter.
shooter than KCP though.
KCP hasn't been a good shooter
Now,
since he left the Lakers.
Nigga, Bane is a
no.
far
Yo,
better
LM,
shooter than
now,
Yo,
KCP,
hold on.
bro. What are
now,
we
LM, this is
but
how
doing,
you
what
know
I'm
he
bro?
don't watch
what I'm
KCP
saying
or the
is,
Magic, bro. The last time KCP was
I
a good shooter
watched the
was when he
Magic. He
was
had
on
a
the Lakers,
bad
bro.
shooting year, bro.
Listen
Yo,
to what I'm
bro,
saying, Harlem.
listen.
When he was
So
on
let
the
me ask you a
Lakers,
question, DJ.
when is
So
the
Wait
if
one
last
Bane
second.
time?
has a bad
Hold on. 1
shooting
minute.
year,
Hold on. Jonathan, don't kill the messenger. I'm just reading what the scouting report said about his respiratory issues. It's
He's
not
saying
me
1
saying it.
year, bro. How are you saying 1 year when he hasn't been a good shooter since he left the Lakers?
yo, DJ, let me ask you a question, right?
What they say they
So
have
if
respiratory
Bane has a
problem?
bad,
Yeah,
no, I'm just talking about
Malawatch.
on the Magic.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about what
That's
he
what
did
we
on Denver.
Harlem.
I'm talking
Listen to
about
what you're
on.
saying, bro. That's what we talking about. The last time he was a good shooter when he was on the Lakers. He hasn't been a good shooter since then, bro.
Okay, cool, but scratch that. We just talking about the Magic. He wasn't a good
He's pretty
shooter,
good on
right? This
Denver.
year.
But how old is he?
I don't give a
How
fuck
old is
what he did prior. I don't
Malawat?
care what he did prior. I'm talking about now.
I think
He had a
Malawat is
bad
18.
shooting year on the
Yo,
Magic.
hold on, man.
and they
Hold on.
traded him.
Yo, listen.
This is
Jonathan
not the
just
2
cash
years,
show.
hey,
2 years.
hold on, Harlem. Hold on. Whoa there, boy. Hold on there, son. Hold on there, boy.
No, he's just
I'm
wrong
not
when he
even a
says
nigga
1 year when it's
talking.
been
DJ
2-3
talking.
years,
Nigga, what
bro.
you talking about?
Harlem.
Why
Hold
you
on.
keep saying Harlem? DJ was the nigga talking, not me, bro.
No, I'm saying Jonathan just screwed you right there because KCP had the worst
What you
stats of
talking
his
about?
career.
But yeah,
Exactly.
he had
Okay, but what I'm
respiratory
saying is he can
problems.
have right. So what I'm trying to say is if Desmond Bane has the
No,
worst
Harlem.
shooting
Hold
stats of his
on.
career,
Before you go,
are you
right?
gonna
Before you
trade
go.
him?
DJ, let him have
The
that.
reason,
Let him
the
have it,
reason
DJ.
why your argument is flawed, right, is because you saying
Go ahead.
1 year. It hasn't been just 1 year. That's what we're trying to tell you, bro. It hasn't been just 1 year. It's been multiple years,
Bro, I don't. Yo, but because you have multiple bad shooting years, So what?
That just
Like,
means
nigga,
you're
he
washed
showed
up
up
at
That
that
cost
point,
him
bro. You're
against
not as good as you
Boston.
used to be. He's not in his prime like that, bro.
Oh
He's
my
not good
God,
no
it's
more.
called, yo, bro.
But hold
So
on,
now,
hold on. Look, right?
Good
so
daddy,
now
good
we
If you
daddy.
bring
can get
KCP.
Bane, right? If you can get Bane, right? If Orlando can get
Bro,
Bane, who's
KC, if you
26,
watch
who's 26, right? He's 26. He's way younger. He kind of fits along the timeline
exactly, that's all
with
it
those
is, bro.
two.
He's
He's
washed
a
up. That's
better
all it is.
defender.
There's nothing wrong with
Hey,
He's
let
that.
me
more.
ask you a
Harlem,
question.
Why would you not add that on your team?
What is Desmond Bain gonna do? They are
He
All right.
averaged
second round
22 a game
Well,
exit,
we're
this
gonna
bro.
season. What are
watch
you
and
talking
see. We're
about?
gonna
They
watch
are
and see.
second round
Hold on.
exit, bro.
We're
Harlem,
Them
gonna watch
niggas
and
is
see. We're
going
gonna watch
home in
and
the
see.
second
Niggas said
round.
the same thing about the Knicks, my nigga. Niggas
Harlem,
said the
hold
same
up.
thing about the Knicks.
Niggas are
Exactly.
Come on,
second
my
round
nigga.
Exactly.
You see what
exit.
you're doing?
Nigga,
You
the
see what
Knicks.
you're doing, my
We'll
nigga?
Yo,
see.
You
easy.
see
The
how
Knicks
easy
got
it
a
Said
get
the
to
better
beat?
same thing
fucking
about the
team,
Knicks,
though.
You see
bro.
how easy it
The
gets to beat,
Knicks
my
have a
nigga?
better
Hold
team than
on.
the
Harlem,
Magic,
Harlem,
bro.
calm
How
down.
that
Hold on,
could be
hold on.
argued. That
Drunk
could
on
be
Hold
fucking
argued.
on.
Tuesday
Oh my
night.
I want
God,
to
That
ask.
could
that's
be
I want to ask Harlem a
argued.
crazy,
question.
No,
Hold
they
on,
bro.
hold
do
on.
not. That could
Harlem,
be argued.
Harlem. This
Oh
is what we're trying to
man.
get to, right? This
He
is
ain't
why
gonna
you need to.
believe you.
This is why you need to listen to what you're saying, bro. Because when you improve your roster, you're improving your roster. It's baby steps, bro. Nobody's saying they're gonna win a championship, but all I'm saying is, if you look at KCP stats, 8 points on 30% shooting, and then you're replacing that with a 22, 23-point guy who's shooting 40%
Yo,
from three.
DJ, I never said Bane not better, bro. So
No, bro, I'm saying I'm not
talking
saying that, bro.
pointless
I'm not
shit.
saying you put words
I
in my
know
mouth. I didn't
Bane
say
is
that.
better, bro.
I'm
I know
saying
Bane. I know
listen to what
Bane
I'm
is
saying,
better.
bro.
I know
Harlem, listen to
Bane
what
is
I'm
better.
saying, bro. Harlem, listen
I
to what I'm
just
saying,
don't
bro.
think they better than the
They're
Cavs. That's it,
improved.
bro.
They have
No.
improved their
That's it, bro.
roster.
We don't have to go back and forth. That's my whole thing. Bane is better. I just don't
But he
think
like
he's getting
Cavs
them over the
better.
Cavs.
You
That's
I
like
my
disagree.
whole
Cavs better.
debate. It's
That's
No,
not
it.
I
getting them
understand what
I
over
he's
the
saying.
disagree.
Cavs.
No,
That's
I
it.
disagree.
cool.
Okay.
Hold on,
That's
hold on.
what I'm saying.
Scouts, cool. I didn't disagree when he said, "Oh, yeah, the Cavs are better." No, I'm
Right.
just saying he's just making it like it's a foregone conclusion. Like the Magic is just like a
It is
Well,
a
weak
he'll
far,
team.
bro.
find
It is
out.
a
He'll
foregone
find out.
conclusion.
He'll find
It
out.
is a foregone conclusion, bro.
How
Find
is
It's
it a
a
out.
foregone
foregone
conclusion when they took him
conclusion.
Game 7 without
It's
Bane?
a foregone conclusion, bro. It's a foregone conclusion, my nigga.
They
That's
took
it
him Game
is. It's
7.
a
Hold on,
foregone conclusion.
Harlem. Can I
Jalen
ask you a
Suggs
question?
can't fuck with Darius Garland,
Harlem.
my
A
nigga.
foregone conclusion. Hold on. A foregone conclusion is
Oh,
getting swept.
He can guard him. He can guard him though.
oh my, yo, bro. The
Yeah,
name
yo,
of the
Harlem,
game
we
is the
got you
win,
there.
nigga.
He can
Harlem,
guard
do you
The
agree
name
Garland.
that
of
a
the
foregone
game is the
conclusion?
win, bro.
Hold on.
Nigga, Suggs is one of the best guard defenders in the league. What are you
Exactly.
talking
The
about?
name of
What is he
the
talking
game
about?
is the win, bro. So, all right. So, yo, DJ, I got
He
a
just don't
question,
watch the
right?
Magic a lot, bro. That's
If
all it is.
the Magic make it to the playoffs, right? Yo, bro, I watch the Magic. But listen, if the Magic
How
make it
many
to the
games do you
playoffs,
watch,
DJ,
Harlem?
right? And
How?
let's say the
When you just said
first,
that about Suggs? You just was wrong about Suggs.
yo, bro. No, I said Suggs is not better than Darius Garland. That's wrong.
What? At what? He's better defensively and playmaking.
I'm saying as a player, you think Suggs is better than Darius Garland?
No,
The overall player,
no.
he's better than him?
Garland only has
Absolutely not.
offense, though. That's the only
Okay,
thing he
then.
has over Suggs.
Okay, no. He has what? Garland's a
I'll
playmaker,
give
bro. You
I'll
crazy?
give
Nah,
the
the
defense.
playmaker.
I
Nah,
can't
you're
do the
underrating
playmaking.
Jalen Suggs' playmaking, bro. Jalen Suggs' playmaking is good, bro.
I can't give
Bro,
it over
I
DG though.
didn't say he can't.
That's
But
Yo,
I'm
bro,
saying
Darius
it's not like
Garland,
far gone,
are
bro.
you
It's kind of
crazy,
close because
bro?
they
it's not
average the
far
same amount
gone,
of
Yo,
but
dog.
I can't say he better than DG in
Hey,
playmaking though.
dog.
Nobody's saying he's
When
better
you
than
look
DJ.
at the team, DJ, right? Wait. Garland's better than
Man,
Suggs,
Suggs
right?
is locking up
I
guys.
love Desmond Bain. Hold on. Wait. Garland's better than Suggs. I love Desmond Bain as a player. That's my nigga. But he's not better than Donovan Mitchell. So the two guards on the Cavs is better than the two guards on the Magic.
So can I ask you a question since you asked me
Franz
that? Can I ask you a
Wagner,
question?
wait. Franz Wagner is not better than Evan Mobley. What are we
Yes, he
talking
is,
about,
bro.
bro? What are we?
Yes, he is. He can shoot them. He can shoot
Oh
the three
my
ball.
Evan Mobley
God,
only
bro!
has defense. He's
You
only good
niggas
at one
don't know
thing.
Crazy,
basketball.
dog. Are we
Franz Wagner is
serious?
better than Evan Mobley. This is
Yes.
nasty work.
Playoffs then. What happened in the
Hold
playoffs?
on.
Oh my
BK, I
God,
got him right
this
here.
is
BK, I got him right here.
nasty work.
Harlem,
This
can I
is
ask you a question?
nasty work.
Yo, I didn't know you was gonna hit me with this shit right here,
Because
my
he
nigga.
This
I
he's
is
ain't
only
gonna lie.
listening to
nasty
his
work.
fan, not everybody else's. Harlem, what does Mobley do to be better than Franz Wagner? Outside of defense.
Everything, nigga.
Mobley had
Everything.
a good season last year.
He
Though.
scored
Mobley's
better.
not even a better
he
shooter.
scored everything.
I don't think he's a better shooter, but he did.
not a better
improve.
shooter.
He did improve last year.
Yo, Scott. Yo, Scott. Yo,
He
Scott.
just said
yo,
everything.
Scott.
But,
Yo,
he's,
Scott.
but he was terrible in the
Hold on.
playoffs.
Hold on, I got him right here. I got him right here,
Scott.
Scott.
Yo, Scott.
Mobley is not a better
Yo,
playmaker.
Scott, I gotta
He's not a
talk to
better
somebody
shooter.
with a
He's
voice
not a
of
better
reason,
finisher.
Scott.
No, I don't
Franz
think he's
Wagner's
better.
better than
I don't think
Evan
he's better
Mobley,
than. But I'm
Scott.
just saying Mobley had a good season last year.
But he just said he's
Yo,
better
Scott,
than everything
Franz
than Franz
Wagner's better
Wagner.
than
How
Oh
is
Evan
he
no,
not a
Mobley,
better
Scott.
shooter?
let him find out. He'll find out.
Mobley is one of the
He'll
worst
find out.
shooting big men in the
Yo,
league,
Scott.
bro.
Wait. Yo, Scott, Franz Wagner's better than Evan Mobley?
Excuse me? I didn't hear you.
I said Franz Wagner's better than Evan Mobley?
He's a better shooter.
No,
But-
I'm talking about like overall
He a
players. He
better
better than him?
player, my nigga. He is a
Mobley
Oh,
only is
this
good
is
at one
nasty
thing, bro.
work.
Rebound.
We
Hold
can't
on,
do
two
this,
things. He's
Yo,
good at
Easy, I
two
can't
things.
talk to you anymore,
Mobley
bro.
is
He
good
had
at
a
two
good
This is
things.
season
nasty
last
work,
year.
I
bro.
fucking hate you, my nigga. You see
Hold on,
the
hold
way
on.
you behave with
Harlem.
this, you see this
Harlem.
bullshit,
This
yo?
is
Yeah.
how you
fucking
know.
hate you.
Hold on.
He had a
Harlem.
good season last year.
Hold on.
18.5 points.
Scott,
That was
but Scott,
that
it's
was the
only
best
two.
he had all since he been in the league.
But Scott, it's only two things Mobley is good at: defense and rebounding.
Well, he scored 18 points last year.
That's off lobs.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what? Oh my God.
Yeah, so like 18 and a half
Do y'all
points.
realize what them 18
3-point
points
shooting
was
has
off of?
gotten
I guess
better,
so.
but
Yeah.
it's not really truly a large sample size due to the actual attempts that it's like 3 attempts.
I
a
mean,
game.
that's the best he had for the whole.
Now look up.
Yeah,
Franz
but he
Wagner,
needs to
BK.
make. He needs to hit like. He needs to take 8 and make
BK,
like.
now
let's
look up
say
Franz
3 or
Wagner,
4
bro.
or
But
5.
Look up Franz
See,
Wagner.
his 3-point
Franz Wagner's
percentage
stats are
went up.
way better than
Actually,
his,
it
bro.
went from 25 to 37, which is a great
That's 1
leap.
year.
No, but
Yeah.
it's on low shot attempts.
No, that's
though.
no. It didn't go from 25 to 37.
I ain't gonna lie. Orlando had all those injuries, but when Paulo went down, Franz was balling.
Exactly. That's what he
Yeah,
don't want to bring
Franz
up,
was
bro.
balling.
Hold on.
He
Harlem,
was
do you realize?
balling.
Do you know what Orlando? Hold up. This is for Harlem, bro.
I'm
Do you
telling
know
you, he's
what
a better
Orlando?
shooter.
Hold up, Scott. Do you know what Orlando was doing? Do you know what Franz Wagner was doing when Paulo got hurt?
Yeah.
Yo,
He was
bro,
carrying that
saying.
team.
yo,
Franz
yo,
Wagner
DJ,
had
let
a
me
great
talk to you
season
again,
too,
bro,
though.
because you're
That
not
nigga was
talking
hitting
to me,
game
right?
with. He was
I'm
dropping
not
30 in
saying-
every
I'm
I
game.
think
not-
he improved too.
Yo,
I think he
Yeah,
improved.
so all
I'm not
right.
saying-
Hold on. So
Yeah, he
Franz
did.
Wagner shoots. Wait,
24%, 24 points a game.
yeah, but his
average.
3-point
No,
shooting,
46%
it was good at one point, but then it dipped
That's
from
pretty
28,
good.
28,
good.
29. And it's probably more offensive responsibility he had to probably take on.
Right,
though.
No, that's
because
no, but
Westbrook
that
was out.
but
He
BK, that's
was
good
getting
though
the
because
shot.
he's only
getting the
taking.
shot
He's only
attempts.
taking. He's not taking that many attempts.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
he
not
did-
taking that many
He
attempts.
did
Yeah.
when Westbrook got hurt.
What's going on, Jonathan?
Oh, I had to leave after you started becoming a doctor.
No, he
with
was
Molly
shooting.
Rock. I had to
No,
like.
before
Yo, I'm
Paulo
just
got.
reading what the scout report is saying.
Hold on,
No,
hold
because
on.
you're using that as an
So, yo,
excuse because you
DJ,
watch
let me
him
ask you a
play.
question,
See,
DJ.
Well, hold on,
He
guys.
got
Hold on.
hurt, too.
Wait, what
If
you
he
said, John?
can't play that many minutes because of conditioning, if he
It
does have
wasn't because of respiratory illness why he didn't play a few
Oh
minutes.
my
He
God,
played
he's
most of
still
the
on
whole
this
fucking
wild
season.
listen. No, you're right, Jonathan. I'm not a doctor.
Jonathan, let
I'm
it
just
go.
going
Let it
by
go
what
by
I'm
Molly
reading.
Rock, bro.
23.
Nah, because he's BSing me,
Last
DJ.
year,
I'm not
he-
BSing you. I'm just telling you what it said.
So, yo,
Jonathan, he
DJ,
does
I got
have a health
question
issue
for you,
though, bro.
DJ.
He
That
played-
affect him.
he
So, yo,
played
DJ,
less
I got a
games
question
this
for
year.
you.
last
But Jonathan,
year.
how you feel?
Hey, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Hold on,
Say that again, DJ.
hold on.
Hey, Hold on.
BK. How
Say that
how
again?
you can't acknowledge that he has a health issue though, John?
Because he's using it as a main excuse for why he would draft him at 17 as opposed to 8 when that had nothing to do with the way he played, DJ.
But if he didn't have that injury, I think he would have had played better though.
I think he played pretty good for most of the time. And he got to the
He
final
had a
four.
he has a respiratory issue, and it affects how many minutes he could play per game.
They
So if
still
he
gonna
can't, if
draft
he
him.
only can give you limited minutes, why?
That's all he's saying though, John.
He was
It's
a
a small
starter.
sample size.
I
John.
understand what you're saying, DJ, but he's trying to use it as an excuse because
But
he
no,
didn't watch
John,
No,
it's a
I'm not.
small.
I
hold on.
like. Listen,
Jonathan,
dude.
it's a small
You're
sample
not
size
listening.
though, bro.
I like him. Okay, Jonathan. I like him, but like again, if
He
he
just don't want
only
to go
can
eighth
play
with him.
limited minutes, you don't waste the 8th pick on him. You can get him at 16.
No, you
17,
can't.
18.
No, you can't. He's
I
going to
don't
be taken
agree with you on
before
that
that.
one because BK, I think he's gonna go to the Pelicans.
Yeah, he's gonna get taken before.
Yeah,
The Pelicans need another center, bro.
No, I know, but isn't this something better? That can they use more space and more shooting though? Like,
well, I mean, they don't really. Hold on.
let's just get
Here's
more
the thing,
Cam
though.
Johnsons up
This is
in
why they
here.
don't really need the all that spacing and all that stuff. Because why? Because Zion's about to leave. Zion's not staying there, and they getting rid of half their their roster. So,
They do need a center. DJ's right about that. They do.
Yeah, I don't
as
know.
much as I
Man.
like Messi, he's not ready yet. He's a rookie, bro.
Where was this shit at, man? Hold on.
Yeah. Orlando's gonna be a tough team.
The Magic have a good trio. It's just
And I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It's their bench.
The Pelicans, the Pelicans is really about to get rid of their whole roster. That's crazy.
Zion's got 0 trade value.
Everybody's on the
second apron, man.
That's crazy.
You don't want to be paying all this money and they're not winning.
That's why you can't really say anything right now
You
until all these trades are going to be.
If I was the Pelicans, I would move out of that city. I would move out of
this might not happen, but I've heard Trey Murphy and Herb Jones being in different trade rumors.
But Jonathan, don't you agree that that's crazy that they're going to trade Herb Jones and Trey Murphy?
Listen, at the end of the day, the Pelicans, I don't know what the hell they're doing. I think the DeJounte Murray move really backfired because he got injured his first game, and the Zion thing and then Zion's getting investigated for a bunch of bullshit off court. Like, they're just a messy team right now, man. I don't know what.
Wait, hold on. So, like when you draft, right? You got to draft for the best available player. So you saying they'll take Malawatch off over like a Trey Johnson?
They don't need another guard. Hold on. BK, if the Pelicans
are they better guards? Is Trey Johnson better than what the guard?
Are you talking about Brooklyn or are you talking about the Pelicans?
Yeah, which team are you talking about?
The Pelicans.
They need a center. They need a big.
No,
I get a big. Hold on. The reason why is because they need a big more than they do a point guard, bro.
Right. They still have DeJounte. He'll be back.
No, but DeJounte and CJ hold on. Malawatch is still. We don't know definitively if he's.
Oh my god!
If he's going to be really that.
Okay, yeah. You just don't like Malawatch. Just admit you don't like Malawatch.
No, I'm just saying. No, what I'm saying is that I would draft the best available player and then figure out.
Yo, DJ, see how hypocritical he is.
Jonathan, I got it right here. So you the Pelicans, right? And you see that you need a center desperately. You don't need another guard. You have Jose Alvarado. You got DeJounte Murray. You got CJ McCollum. And you got Jordan Hawkins.
So what you
saying?
That's
4 guards. Where is he? Where is those guards going to play?
He doesn't even know the roster, DJ. You just basically explained the roster to him.
Jose Alvarado, he's small though. I get
the hype factor again. No more small players. Remember?
So, hold up. BK, can I ask you a question? Since Jose is small, cool. So if they drop a point guard or a shooting guard, who is that guard going to play over? You going to bench Jose Alvarado and not play him at all?
No, I mean, he's a backup. He can give you like 15, 20 minutes a game.
15?
Yeah. I mean, he could. He's. Isn't he like 5'10"?
So how much is the rookie going to play? How much?
I like the fact that he does pick up 94 feet.
No,
and he hits 3.
BK, how much is that rookie going to play that you're talking about?
I don't know. Is Trey Johnson better than Jose? Is that an upgrade though?
Man, thank gosh you ain't a scout, man, because you would give some bad reports. I swear, man. Like they would look for you and you'd be like,
"No, I'm just saying." From what I
stop the South.
As long as I've been watching the league, right? As long as I've been watching the league, shouldn't you draft the best available player? So, like, let's say if you had a chance, even though
it's about what they need, bro.
Hold on, DJ, I got you right here, man. Hypothetically, let's say if the Pelicans had the number 2 pick, right? You're gonna pass up on Dylan Harper over for Malawatch?
Bro,
of course his argument, he's trying to set the argument up now.
Now he's trying to.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
Yo,
like
BK,
listen, because you actually need a big though.
BK, I told you this shit before, right? You, John, and AP have a better chance of suiting up for the fucking Nets before you get a real talent.
Oh, you're just an anti-net, bro. You're just an anti-net. Stop it,
bro. Nobody.
Your team can't even hire a coach. So you get what? So much. You get 0-6, bro. You 0-6 on coaches. Get out of here.
Harlem is not even listening to the conversation. He wasn't even talking about.
I know, DJ. I know. He's just going wild. I know, just going wild. I know.
BK Harlem. Nobody's talking about the Nets right now. We was talking about the Pelicans.
Yeah. Bro.
He probably got a little lost there because he had to drop
go to say like how bad the fucking Nets stink, man. I had to come up here and
talk about how fucking hire a coach. Get out of your own self, bro. You
let me answer BK.
Yeah, let's go.
In most cases, BK, you right. You pick the most talented person.
The best player available.
So you're being a hypocrite, BK, because you have preferences, BK.
But the key to that is it's on your board. So each team have a different board.
Exactly.
So you don't know what they consider to
Warriors
be
took James.
the
Hey,
best
Scott.
available player.
Scott, not to cut you off,
you do
but
know
the Warriors
that,
took
right?
James Wiseman because why? They needed a center desperately.
Right.
So,
Yeah, but look how that worked out for them, though.
That might have been the best available player for them.
Scott.
Well, so Scott, all right, hypothetically, right? Let's say Zion was healthy, he's playing well, but then he got hurt, and then like their whole season fell apart. And they do need let's say
you
BK,
see
hold on.
list here.
Scott, I got him right here. Scott,
The
I got him right
first
here.
two on the list
Who's their backup? Who's their backup?
For sure, a number 1 and 2.
Hold on.
Rest,
Scott.
all that shit behind it.
Since you claim you watch basketball,
it's
right?
all fair game.
Who's their backup center, bro?
Huh?
Who's the
no, I agree, DJ. I agree with you. They do need a big, right?
They don't have one.
I'm just saying, like from what all the years I've been watching the league,
oh my god,
is that you would just go and you would draft the best available player. So like, if you had a chance to take Cooper Flag, I'm not turning down Cooper Flag to draft Malawatch. I'm saying,
why would anybody do that? You're trying to set the BK. You're trying to set the argument up in their favor. That's not what we're talking about.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm telling you guys from what I'm just telling you my experience.
The only reason why you would do that,
let me ask you a question, BK.
And I agree with you. I agree with you, BK.
So who do you feel is the best player to draft, though, BK?
I would draft Cooper Flag.
You ain't say nothing.
Even if I needed a center, bro. But I might trade Cooper
the
Flag
argument was
for a center and another piece.
Hold on.
Do you understand that, right?
Wait, I didn't hear you. Got cut off. Say that again, Scott.
I'm saying, if I really need a center, if I really need a center, I ain't got no center on my team. There will be centers later down on the line.
Or in free agency. Yeah,
right?
Or in free agency.
Oh, free agency.
Or I can draft what I think is a hot commodity to
right
get
before
what
he gets
I
drafted.
want.
Exactly.
To get what I want from another team.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I like. Listen, I like Malawatch. Like Jonathan got me twisted over here, man. He keeps telling me Malawatch.
Okay, you being disingenuous. Jonathan is speaking facts. How does Scott understand that? You don't, bro.
Yeah. You know what BK's problem is? His criteria is he always expects high standards, right?
Don't do that to John, bro.
They
John
do what Paulo does. Can they do what Webby does? Can they do what Ben Simmons does? Like that's your criteria, BK. And if they don't do this criteria,
the Wabi agrees with me. Thank you.
Wait, the Wabi, you think that the Pelicans need another guard? That's what you're saying? They need another guard?
No, it's not about. No, it's not even about a guard. Even if there's like a wing there, like a small forward, a power.
You got a guard. Yo, my tripping, John. Did he not say
DJ, he's going back and forth.
I use the guard. I was just using that as an example. But what I'm saying, DJ, is that if you have like, I'm just hypothetically saying this, if you have a Cooper Flag there, or even like let's say Ace Bailey. Or VJ Edgecombe.
Hold on, we not going off hypothetical.
Yes, I do need the big. I do need a big.
Hypothetical, bro.
BK, you like the most. Ayo, BK, you like the most unrealistic person ever, bro.
That's not even real. Cooper Flag is not even that low. He's not 7 for 8.
No, I'm just saying as a hypothetical. I'm just saying.
That's not reality, bro. In reality, they're gonna draft. Come on.
This is the same guy that said it would take Cooper 4 years to be an NBA player, and I told him no, and he's like,
it takes a while though, Jonathan. For the most part, these players will come in just contributing right away.
BK, if the Pelicans are a smart team, right, they're gonna draft a center, bro. They desperately need a center, bro. Do you even know who their backup center is? It's no one. They don't have one. They got a rookie out there by himself, that messy kid, bro.
BK just watches 5
minutes.
Yo, the
nigga, the Wabe think BK spitting. He think he talking that shit right
now.
The
Wabe don't even know basketball.
He spit and drool, Harlem.
That's what he's spitting. BK.
Yo, can we just because niggas agree with you don't always mean you right.
Yo, he always does that. Yo, this guy agrees with me.
Listen, I'm just telling you guys from what I understand watching
the Wabi actually knew basketball, right? Try to cook,
yeah, you're right. You best available, right?
Yeah, just go. And Scott agrees that. Well, he agrees like just watch. Scott, how old are you?
I don't want to say.
All right, but you've been watching the league for a long time. Yeah, and you just go by like originally from what I see, because I seen teams draft like players that.
No, but I'm saying they always have.
DJ, come on, he always does this.
trades do go on during the draft.
You've been watching basketball for a long time, and you still be having bad takes. So what's your point?
Yo, he didn't even start covering the Nets till Ben Simmons came.
If I had the number 2 pick and I needed a center, but somebody said, "Look, I'll give you my pick and something else that I can use that's just as good," I would do it. I would do it.
Read that. Hold on. Put that comment up, BK.
I would do it because if I have a backcourt already that's good, I don't need a guard.
Put that comment up.
And Scott, but I'm gonna draft that guard knowing that somebody want him.
But that's my point to BK though.
I know somebody want him.
What rookie's gonna get
like the Nets?
I agree with you, though, Scott. Wait. BK said he wanted a wing for the Pelicans. So BK at 7.
No, I don't know.
I want to hear hypothetical.
As an example,
I want to hear an example of a player in this draft, a wing that you would take at 7 to the Pelicans. Tell me. What wing?
So let me ask you something over here, man.
I'm asking you something. What wing would you take at 7? Come on, let's test your IQ knowledge on this one.
No, I would probably take.
I want to hear the answer.
I would take Trey Johnson. I would probably take Trey Johnson. And I know they have guards. I get that point.
Oh my gosh, you
have guards. I get that point.
First of all, you're supposed to bulk up your position. Wait, so you would have DeJounte Murray and Trey Johnson on the court together?
But didn't DeJounte get injured though?
Oh my!
He's playing. He's healthy. What are you talking about?
First of all, they still.
Wait, hold on. Let me check.
BK, they still got CJ. Hold on. They still got CJ McCollum. So why would they take trade?
Exactly.
Yo, seriously, LM, come on, cook this.
LM, name the other guards too, bro. They got Jose and Jordan Hawkins, bro.
That's full guards. It's like full guards.
They got a lot of guards.
They got a lot of guards.
You know, listen, guys. I understand that. What I'm saying is that if you have a all right. So you're saying, wait, hold on. So if Dylan Harper was to fall in their laps, you're telling me, because they got Jose Alvarado and DeJounte Murray, we're not going to.
You're moving the argument.
That's not even
the argument. You're trying to put in your favor.
The Spurs have a bunch of guards too, and they're taking Dylan Harper.
Bro, you're
full of manure right now.
Not even talking reality.
This is full manure I'm here right here.
They might trade somebody.
So why they already have Stephon Castle. They have hold on, they have what's his name, man?
And that's why they have so many guards.
So why there's a whole bunch of reports saying they're gonna still take Dylan Harper.
Wait, who just said Stephon Castle's not a point guard? Wait, who just said that? Wait, who just said Castle's not a point guard?
I never said that. I never said that.
BK, just because you're about to draft somebody, that doesn't make
the Spurs don't have a backup point guard. BK,
that's the right move for the
Spurs. Whoa, LM, you want to answer that? LM, he says Castle's not a point guard. Is that true?
No, he's not. He's not a point guard.
He had 2 guards. He had 2 guards. That's why
Dylan Harper can play. He's a double guard. He can play both positions.
He a mix between a point guard and a wing. Castle is a point
guard. He's like a tweener.
He's a combo guard, bro.
He ain't no point guard.
Who's on their bench that's a guard?
Hold up.
Who they have?
Are you saying he's not a point guard?
Wait, let LM and Harlem go at this. Let LM go at this.
Who's a guard on San Antonio?
He didn't watch. He played.
De'Aaron Fox and Cat. I don't know. I mean, they made the trade for De'Aaron,
and that's what I'm trying to say.
Castle is a point guard.
2 guard, bro. You ain't never seen.
No, he's not. 2 guard. Point guard. He's 2 guard.
Bro,
they put him at 2 guard. He is a point guard.
That's what I'm saying, yo, DJ. That's what I'm saying. He plays a 2 guard. So if you listen to what BK said, right?
So they might take Jeremiah Fears.
He said, "Yo, the Spurs is still gonna take Dylan Harper."
That's not. What me and Jonathan are trying to say to him is that doesn't make it right. Though. That's not a smart move.
They might trade. They might trade.
First of all, if BK watched the
already hold on.
Yo, bro, that's a very smart move because they don't have a backup point guard,
bro. Listen to what I'm saying.
So hold on. I heard this right. I heard somebody was saying one thing they would do. Someone had a suggestion. They said if they draft Dylan, bring Castle off the bench as the 6th man.
But that's too much. It's only one ball. These dudes need the ball in here.
What was Castle pick? Number 2?
4. Castle was 4.
So like it wasn't like Stephon Castle. Wait. So you got to take Stephon Castle off the bench, and that's going to really kind of hinder his development and his money. that he's supposed to make, he's not gonna be happy about that.
Yo,
Wait, what is it?
He's a rookie.
It's second year.
I mean, Ginobili did it.
It's second year. This guy saying he's unhappy.
He ain't got a choice.
The Spurs is not trading the number 2 pick, man. They gonna draft.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Even though
it will be a smart. Hold on. It will be a smart move to either pick Dylan Harper or trade him because the reason why is because they have so many guards already, bro.
Right. They need a power forward. Wait.
That's what I'm saying. So you would pick Dylan Harper because like they have guards already. But he's the best available player.
Let DJ talk.
Listen what I'm saying. When you have one basketball and then a bunch of guards that need the basketball, especially Wemby, you need like somebody who all them touches is only one.
No, I didn't. No, DJ, I agree with you 1,000%. I'm not disagreeing with you. I
dudes play off ball like that, bro. So it's gonna be hard.
My thing is that. So my thing is
what we're saying, bro. Those guards are ISO guards, bro. And then you
DJ, you're not listening. I agree with you. I'm gonna say it slowly. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree with you. Okay,
I was talking about Harlem.
I get what PK is saying though. Like, even though you would take the best player regardless of.
That's what I'm saying.
LM, he said he wanted to wing for the play. He said he wanted to wing for the Pelicans. If you wanted to wing, you know what the name should have been?
I just said that as an example.
No. I asked you for example. You just said Carter Bryant, wing. Noah Senge, wing. Rasheed Fleming, a wing. You didn't give me one example of a wing, BK, because you don't watch it.
What?
I think if they,
he averaged 6 points a game, Carter Bryant. What are you talking about?
I think if wings in the strat. DJ, did he not say wings? Am I hearing something?
He said wings. I was talking hyper. Oh my god,
BK.
I think if they take Dylan, they might trade Fox in the future.
Oh my gosh.
Who trade who?
I said if they take Dylan, they might consider trading Fox in the future.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He said trade who?
They might.
De'Aaron.
Oh fuck!
I think De'Aaron becomes expendable. Those are two
okay. Yeah, I like that move better. I like that move better.
They didn't give up a lot to get Fox. They didn't give up their main picks.
Not a veteran though, Scott.
No, you know what it is? They didn't even give up their main picks to get Fox.
Fox is older than the rest of them.
Wait, Scott, they got Fox. They got a discount.
So the thing is, with De'Aaron Fox, you know what you're getting from De'Aaron Fox.
How old is Fox, bro?
You know exactly what you're getting from him.
I don't know.
I think he's 27.
I think he's 27. How long he's been in the league?
When you're a veteran, you're like 29.
Fox is like 27, 20.
Yeah, he's been.
Wait, what do y'all consider a veteran though? Y'all consider a veteran like
27 is.
No, Fox is a veteran. He's a veteran player. He's 27 years old.
You think Fox is a vet?
Yeah.
Right now, this is when. Hold on. If you look at historically, hold on. Historically, if you look at players, this is when they.
No, I'm saying overall. Hold up. I agree with y'all on this team. He's a vet, but I don't think overall he's a vet.
Oh, okay. If you don't,
bro, he not no vet, bro. The nigga only been in the league 8 years, bro.
That's a long time in NBA, man.
That's not a veteran.
The thing with Kevin Durant and them are anomaly. Is an anomaly in this league.
On the team, hold on.
There's not a lot of players that have been in their 30s that's playing.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's
only
what I'm
on the team he's a vet because he's the oldest one. But
bro, when you get 10 years, you a vet, bro.
You know what it is? The Spurs didn't even give up a lot to get Fox. So
when you on a job, 10 years,
Fox, first of all, Fox
be a vet.
The thing about Fox,
I mean, you're a vet compared to somebody that's just to Dylan, who's just coming in the league.
That
nigga on that team is a vet, but overall he's not.
Yeah.
All right, he understands where I'm coming from.
Oh my gosh! Yes, of course. One guy agrees with you, and we're all wrong.
What's the hashtag? I'm trying to be nice, man.
No, hashtag BK is full of hoopla. That's the hashtag.
BK's not all the way. BK's not all the way.
BK, hold on, John, I got one, bro. Hashtag BK hypotheticals.
Yo,
here we go. There you go. That Jonathan doesn't know
hashtag BK is full of hoopla. BK is full of hoopla. I'll keep saying that over and over again.
Yep, Jonathan doesn't know basketball, man.
No, you don't. You told me the guy has respiratory issues. He's going to get 17th pick. Stop. Come on, BK.
Yeah, AP and Dewabi said Fox is a vet.
We all agree that he's a vet on the Spurs, but overall, he's not a vet yet.
Nah, they say
this is at 27 years old. This is when they start normally.
He's a vet, man. I don't even argue with people no more. He's a vet now. He's a
overall,
vet.
Scott.
Yeah, he's a vet.
No,
he's 7 years, 8 years in the league.
Like 29.
As a vet, a lot of people do not play past 32. He's a vet. He's 27.
Yo, Scott,
right?
you got to get the 10
said.
years for.
I agree with what you said about Harper.
It ain't got nothing to do with his age.
Because if you
he's got 7 years in the league.
Scott, when you hear NBA players talk, they usually consider vets like 29, 30.
He's got 7 years in the league.
But that's the NBA players' criteria, bro.
He's in his prime right now. That's his prime vet. Fox.
Yeah, 27, 28 years old. That's right.
He knows
Cam Johnson right now is considered a veteran.
Fox even has enough experience to be.
Mikal Bridges is considered a vet.
Bro,
7 times.
Yo, bro, Cam Johnson is going on his 10th. Yo, bro, you got to at least play 10 years to be a vet.
Yeah, he's 29.
Bro, he's 27.
He's 29, though.
So is Jason Tatum a vet?
How much longer do you think Cam Johnson has in the league?
Well, the way he has his game is not predicated on that.
How many years do you think he got left?
In the pro, Scott?
I know nobody better not say 7 years.
Wait, Scott, I would say 6 years as a pro. 6 more years.
LeBron's 41 years old.
How long do you think it takes to be a pro?
No, but his game is not predicated on athleticism, Scott. He's a shooter mainly.
Here we go. The overhyping Johnson.
I mean, the experience is about being in the league. It's not got nothing to do with your skill level. If I've been in the league,
no, I'm just saying he's not the type of guy that
I've seen a lot. You understand what I'm saying?
What time is it? 3:30? Oh, all right. Let me get some sleep.
You see a lot.
Nah, BK, you still want to get cooked anymore, man.
You didn't get cooked. You got the hashtag.
No, you got cooked, man. That's DJ, man. DJ, I was cooking a full-course meal tonight, man.
Listen, the only thing you're cooking
I cooked on the Maliwak take. I cooked on the Maliwak take, man.
Just admit,
well, listen, if Malawatch,
when it comes
my
to
thing
other
is,
teams, bro. Hold up, John. Hold up. I got him right here, John. When it comes to other teams, BK, you can't mess with me, bro.
No. Listen, DJ. What I'm saying is that I agree. The Pelicans do need a center, but what I'm saying is that,
bro, y'all don't watch other games.
What they're saying about Malawatch is that he can't play like a law, he has a
BK,
respiratory
you could
issue.
even, bro. I broke down their whole roster. You couldn't even tell me their whole roster, bro. That's how you know you
Yo,
don't.
you couldn't even give me an example of a wing he would draft at 7.
You couldn't even tell me they backup point guard.
No, I'm just listen. All I'm saying is that if Malawatch has a medical issue and he can't
BK,
play,
can I ask you a question? Who's the rookie they drafted?
I don't follow the fucking Pelicans, man. I don't care about that team.
Oh, there it is.
I don't follow that team.
The comes out.
No, it's not about following the team. It's about following the basketball. Like you didn't watch the draft.
This is why I only do the Nets because I can't keep up with all of it, man.
And this is why you don't know basketball. This is why y'all don't know basketball.
Yo, wait, yo, you do the other team, man. Stop.
I can keep up with some of the teams, but I can't. I know about Jose Alvarado, Herb.
If you focusing on one team and you don't know nothing else about the team,
no, it's 2 teams. It's the Nets and the Knicks now.
Now it's the Nets too. Oh,
no, DJ, you're not getting it, bro. I agree with you 1,000% on the Pelicans' needs in terms of a center. You're not getting it. I'm gonna say this slowly. I said I like Malawatch, right? Hold on, let me put the thing back up.
No, what me and John disagree with you on is the fact that you underrating Malawatch, saying he's gonna go.
No, I'm not underrating him. I said if he has,
you said you want him at 17. That's underrated.
40 minutes a game. Why draft him at number 8 then? Get a number center.
Because he's the best center in the draft. Let me say this for you slowly.
He's the best center in the draft.
Best center in the draft.
I agree with you guys, but if he can't play more than 20 minutes a game, he's a backup.
He's a backup. Oh my!
Hold up, John. I got him right here, bro. Don't that defeat your whole argument about the best talent? He's the best talented big, right? So that defeats your whole argument.
I don't know about talent wise, because
my gosh.
I can't
because I'm looking at what Danny Wolf gives me. Danny Wolf gives me shooting.
How did he do in the combine?
I'm not
I
about to
didn't.
keep arguing
I didn't
about
follow
Malo,
him
bro.
in the
Yo,
combine.
I watched
BK needs to
Malo
do
watch.
his
No, I'm
homework,
watching, bro.
man, on this
Who,
draft. He's got
Malawak?
5 more days. BK's got 5 more days to do his homework on this draft. Give
I
him 5
literally
more
Malawak
days.
watched
did
Malo
pretty
watch.
good
I know
in
what
the
I'm talking about.
Malawak did pretty good in his combine.
Oh, okay. Then
7'2",
he's gonna go top
240
10.
pounds. Come
If you
on.
don't watch Malo watch enough, bro, you can't debate it, bro. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, I seen him play. He
No, he's not bad. I'm not saying he's a horrible player. I'm you see, y'all guys are slow, man. DJ and Jonathan,
No,
man. Come
no,
on,
no.
bro.
You are
No,
you
what?
bullshit.
Oh, hold on.
I
Who you
just
calling
said,
slow,
you're
bro?
not listening.
Yo, he
I
called you
said
slow,
I
dude. That's
like.
wow.
Hold on. I like Malo Watch.
It's
I don't like him
Maluwalk.
for
It's
the
not
next.
Maluwatch. It's
Okay?
Maluwalk.
Malo,
I don't like
what
him. I
I'm
don't like
saying is
him.
that listen,
I don't
this
like
You
him.
slow,
is
hold
a
on. You
issue
slow if you can only bring
right
up hypothetical takes, bro.
here. That's all I'm saying.
I
Nobody
don't.
said he's garbage. I
I
You
like
don't.
did.
him.
I
I
don't
like
like him
his
for the next
size.
though.
I like his potential.
I
All right.
Wait a
mean,
minute. You didn't say any of this till right now. Till
That's what
right
I'm saying, bro. He
now.
didn't say none of this before.
I
He said,
said
I would
this
take
shit.
him at
I've
17.
been
You
saying
said, I would
it
take him at
for
17
minutes.
because his respiratory issue.
I've been saying
Who
it the
said?
whole 20
Bro, the
minutes.
entire stream you've been bringing up his respiratory issue, bro.
Yo, seriously, man. And then he said, oh, he can't
And he's
defend
not the best
well
center.
or
I agree
something
with
like
Dave.
that.
He's not the best center.
Who's the better than?
Oh, yeah. Who's better than him? I want to hear this one. Who's
Who's
better than him? Derek Queen. Is Derek Queen a better defensive center
He's
than him?
not a center. I would take Danny Wolf over him because
Danny Wolf is a lottery pick. Oh, somebody. Scott, I need you to chime in.
Oh my gosh, man. Malo Watch is not a lottery pick based on his skill set. He's not.
Oh my
BK, you got to
God.
change
But
up
Danny
your
Wolf
scouting report, man. You got to get this Paulo,
I
Wemby,
guess
Benson, and
Wemby
shit
was
Look at
wiped
the
from your
weaknesses, man.
database.
The weaknesses
Stop
outweigh
it.
the pros. Come on, man. Stop, man.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all guys got to stop. Seriously. Like,
Okay,
You gotta
hold
start
on.
recognizing players' strengths, man.
Do you?
Thank you,
You always on
LM.
their weaknesses.
Oh, come on.
Why
He
don't
don't
you
never
go to
read
the
the
strengths?
strengths, bro. Never.
Right, like
Yeah. No, you know why? Because if he talks about the strengths, he'll say, I'm a fanboy guy now. No, you're not.
Read the strengths.
Where'd you
BK,
get
can
that
you tell me?
from?
Can you
He's
tell me
got-
one
like
thing that he
read
does that's
somebody's
good?
strengths for once. And
Yeah.
BK, read.
we know what his strengths are, man. I
No,
mean, it's
you
right
don't.
here.
No, we don't.
You
Because you don't say
No,
it.
we know.
We do. You don't.
We know. You don't.
But I'm just saying, I just want to
Bro,
see
BK, you
more
got
of
cooked,
what
bro. You
hey,
gotta go,
Vic, that's all I'm saying. And then the medical issue.
BK, read his strengths, bro. You
That
love bringing up
bullshit.
somebody's weaknesses.
I
Read his
just said what. Oh my gosh. I said what his strengths are. I said that already. All right. I said I like his man.
Y'all know, bro. The next stream you do,
But BK, let me tell you why. Let me tell you
But
why
how you
that
always
thing
go
is
to the
crazy.
weaknesses? Scouts
They
don't
said,
go
they
weaknesses.
said
They
he
go
got a
strengths.
respiratory system
Yo,
problem, but he's a rim runner and an extraordinary rim runner.
Well, yeah, I know
you
what
gonna
they're
run
saying.
and
Listen,
can't breathe?
Oh my God, Scott.
What they're saying is that he
heard.
can't really play more than 20 minutes a game.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
Because of the respiratory issue.
Oh, so he's
And that's a
fabulous
lie.
in 20
And
minutes.
that's a lie because he was playing more minutes I do.
He
Right.
made it to the final
So you
four
can't
with
listen
for
to
this team.
them scouts.
I
'cause
can't. I can't with this guy, bro. This is crazy.
them scouts.
Bro, he was
they'll be
playing
wrong, man.
all his
They be
minutes I
wrong.
do.
Yo,
What are
LM,
you
look
talking
up his
about?
minutes. Look up Maliwak's minutes, LM, and give it to
They
BK.
be
I can't
wrong,
with
man.
this.
They be wrong.
He acts like
I
the guy
don't know.
played
This
10
shit
minutes a
is
game.
They said he's an
Bro, nobody even focusing on y'all
outstanding rim
comments, bro. Y'all
runner.
don't even watch back. You don't even watch college ball.
Oh yeah, he's a great. No, he is a good rim runner. He is.
You got to run, right?
I can't believe you said
I
Danny
mean,
Wolf's a lottery pick in your mind,
How
bro.
you got respiratory system problem and running?
I don't know, man.
I mean,
Like, cause Danny Wolf, he has a high. He can shoot the 3-ball, man. And
Yo,
like,
He's not a better defender than
One
Maliwak.
dimensional. If you
Yo,
only do
Scott,
one thing, then
what
what's
you
the
doing for
point?
that, yo? Scott said how you got respiratory problems.
Yo, seriously,
Don't you
this guy wasn't gasping for breath. The only guy was doing that was Carl Towns. The Knicks.
And he's a great rim runner at the same time.
I swear, bro, that Jonathan, the next stream he does, and he,
Yo,
he
you
posts
can't
on the
listen to
report,
them.
the
You
first thing
can't
he
listen
needs
to
read
them
is the
fucking
strength, bro.
those
Yo,
scouts.
when
Yo,
the
Scott,
Pacers
he probably on
lose
asthma
tomorrow,
medication,
he's
though,
gonna
bro.
say because Halliburton was injured that series.
Hold
Watch.
up, BK.
These are
BK,
bootleg
can you at
scouts.
least hold up? Can you at least the next streams, bro? The next streams you do, can you when you pull up a scout report, can you at least read the strengths first, bro?
Yeah, seriously, man. Come on.
well, the video wasn't on.
No, I'm just saying in general because every order.
No, but it wasn't about Malo Watch though.
You don't read the strengths at all.
the show is not about Mala Watch. If it's the show's about Mala Watch, I'm gonna go into strengths and weaknesses. It's not about Mala Watch.
Don't read the strengths, bro.
It's not supposed to be a medical drama show either. But you said
I'm saying it's about Mala Watch. I'm saying in general, bro.
If they draft Danny Wolf with that,
yo, DJ, I thought this was the Bkny show.
He talking about we slow. You slow, bro. You don't even. Anytime you bring up a scouting report, you don't read them at all.
Wait, DJ. I thought this was the Bkny Hoops basketball analysis channel. Not the general hospital show.
When you bring up classrooms, you don't bring up.
I did a show on Noah Assange, and I went over his strengths and his weaknesses because the show is about him. The show today is not about Mala Watch. All right.
Right.
You said you were going to do a video on Mally Walk, and you never did till we talked about it. So you're welcome, BK.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, because I want to watch this Sudan because they said
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hashtag John No Ball now, bro.
Yo,
hey. They said in terms of his skill, he's actually ahead of
John woke up and he actually gained some basketball knowledge, bro.
Oh, okay. Now
Embiid was kind of raw in Kansas too. But you could tell Embiid have pretty good footwork at Kansas.
Right.
Well, they said Mala Watch right now is ahead of Embiid where he was right now. That's a good.
Why didn't you read that beginning, man? We had a conversation about that.
That's why I'm saving that for the video. Man, I got my notes. Shut up.
Yo, you got no notes, BK. You write your notes on the spot. Get out of here.
How did I know that, dumbass?
You didn't even know who's on the Pelicans roster, man. And they were garbage this whole year. You couldn't take a few seconds to look at that roster. Like, yo, why is it so bad?
The show is not about Mala Watch. All right. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to
But BK, if you're going to go to a player that you're talking about, you could at least, if you're not going to read all of it, at least skim.
I said I liked him. I didn't say he was garbage. Nobody said he was trash.
I know, but we get that the whole video.
You just don't think he's a top 10 pick.
Yeah, not like because even like NBA DraftNet over here, they got him as 13.
But hold up, Scott.
Well, that's where he should be at. That's where he's gonna be around.
I like his potential though. Like in terms of like Mala Watch, I like his potential. I do like.
Hold on. But BK, that's how you feel though. Washington needs a center.
So if the show not about Mala Watch, what's the show about then?
He was talking about Thomas and Dayron the contract situations.
No, I was doing a reaction. This whole show was a reaction video.
How many times has the topic been about Cam Thomas's contract, bro?
Oh my gosh, you talk about Cam Thomas every year, man.
No. The show. If you look at the title of the show, it's a reaction video off a Game Theory's podcast in Brooklyn Nets season preview. Oh, it's off-season preview.
Bro, they don't know basketball, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they play it once. It camps. I was just
Yo, player one is funny, bro. Player one, you ain't been on in a minute, bro.
Player one be trolling. I don't know.
That's a flip flop.
All right, let me wrap this up over here, man. Good show, man. This is really, really entertaining, man.
Needed to hang. Hey, to the comments,
man, you got
nothing to say, bro. B needed to retire,
bro. Yeah, I'm gonna go do part 2. We're gonna do part
6 more days. 6 more days.
And they're gonna get more into the draft. I was watching the whole video of the Game Theory podcast, so they're gonna get more into the actual draft picks. And but tonight gonna do another live though, man.
I hope this KD trade just ends so everybody can focus on the draft, man. This is
I'm watching whoever I'll watch the draft live on whoever.
Comment, subscribe. Share the show. When you share, the universe shares back with you. Peace. All right, so